I received a text message from the campus belle asking for a place to stay on a stormy night. She said it was raining heavily and she was very cold outside, asking if she could stay at my place for the night. But I thought it was a joke and refused her. As a result, when I watched the news the next day, I saw news that I couldn't believe. Campus belle by Xiaoxue was murdered in a nearby alley, and the stab wound that opened her abdomen was the cause of her death. She was lying on the cold road, disheveled. 2 hours after the incident, the limited police force in a small place was fully mobilized for the first time. However, due to the heavy rain, all traces were washed away, making it impossible to find the trace of the murderer at all. Since then, this case has become a mystery. I also felt guilty because of this incident. Finally, I resolutely decided to apply to the police academy. I wanted to find out the real murderer who killed Bai Xiaoxue back then. In these 10 years, I have made many achievements. I finally had the opportunity to thoroughly investigate this case. But just as I was standing on the rooftop looking through the case files, a sudden flash of lightning actually brought me back to the crossroads of fate 10 years ago. The girl before me, her face wet with rain, trembled slightly. She had actually reappeared in my world. I stared at the girl before me, momentarily lost in thought. I didn't know what to say. The girl across from me mustered her courage, and then, in one breath, spoke the words she had practiced so many times. Classmate Lun Yan, I heard your parents are away on business, and you're the only one at home. Could you let me stay at your place for a few days? I won't stay for free. I can also help you with housework, or do other things as compensation. The girl's soft and gentle voice pulled me back from my daze. I looked at the shivering girl outside. Water droplets trickled from her hair and into her collar. A light blue lace bra was faintly visible beneath her soaked white shirt, and the way she hugged her arms reminded me of the defensive fetal position common in the morgue. The forensic doctor said it was the last act of self-preservation before death. Hearing that familiar voice again after so many years even made my eyes involuntarily well up with tears. But I still stared intently at Bai Xiaoxue, wanting to deeply imprint her image in my memory. At this moment, Bai Xiaoxue was being stared at so closely by a boy, especially in her drenched state. Her heart pounded like a frightened deer. Come in quickly, I'll go get a towel. I looked at the shivering girl in front of me, and immediately wanted to invite her inside to rest. This time, I was determined to prevent this tragedy from happening. At the same time, I began to consider using my many years of criminal investigation experience. Why not go directly to the scene of the crime tonight? See if I can find the real culprit who killed Bai Xiaoxue. Bai Xiaoxue nervously tugged at the corner of her clothes. At this moment, she was prepared for the questions that Lun Yan might ask, but what she never expected was that the other party would let her in without asking her to explain anything. However, the less Lun Yan asked, the more flustered Bai Xiaoxue became. Although she had made the request to stay at Lun Yan's house, she had prepared herself psychologically for everything that might happen. But now that they were really alone together in the same room, her little heart started pounding again. I turned around and took a pair of slippers from the shoe cabinet. Then I handed them to the girl. Chen Mo grinned mischievously upon seeing this. Then can't I just do whatever I want? What kind of service would you like now, my dear creditor? Su Yuqing said with a playful smile. Let me think. Forget about services, but I do have an order. Chen Mo suddenly leaned close to Su Yuqing's ear, his breath brushing against the fine hairs behind her ear, the warm and fine air tickling Su Yuqing a little. Hearing the order, Su Yuqing's heart suddenly beat faster for no reason, wondering what Chen Mo would say. Tonight. Hearing the first two words from Chen Mo, Su Yuqing nervously swallowed her saliva. 10 p.m., you must go to bed, and you are not allowed to get up before 7 a.m. tomorrow. The creditor will cook breakfast tomorrow. Hearing Chen Mo finish speaking, Su Yuqing immediately glanced at him in surprise. This is an order. Of course, and it's a very serious order. It must be executed. Chen Mo said with a stern face. Yes, sir, my creditor, Su Yuqing said, her heart warming, nodding with a bright smile. That's more like it. As he got up, Chen Mo suddenly remembered that Su Yuqing didn't even bring her phone when she went out last night because according to the investigation, her phone was already broken at that time. It seems like I'll have to spend a lot tomorrow. I wonder what Dad will think if he knows I'm swiping my credit card so recklessly. Chen Mo couldn't help but wonder if he should find some ways to make money. With his ability and the memories of his previous life, he could completely help the police solve cases and earn rewards. But doing so would cause a big stir. He would be touted as some kind of child prodigy, the future star of the police force, and so on, which would be too much pressure. He didn't want to be in this line of work again in this life. Although he felt a great sense of accomplishment every time he solved a case, this line of work really took a toll on his health. It was great, but also very tiring. Moreover, the actual process of solving cases in reality is often extremely tedious and boring, especially the sense of frustration when trying to retrieve useful clues from massive amounts of useless ones, only to end up empty-handed. It can really break your spirit. If you're truly dedicated to this line of work and always on the front lines, it's not something ordinary people can handle. Chen Mo wants to live a more peaceful life this time around. As night fell, Su Yuqing, under Chen Mo's orders, finally obediently went to bed at 10 p.m. The guest room also had a bathroom and toilet with a wet and dry separation, just without a bathtub, so Su Yuqing didn't need to share one with Chen Mo for washing up. If you have a habit of locking the door or something, you can lock it if you want. After pouring Su Yuqing a small glass of warm milk before bed, Chen Mo closed her door and walked out. Su Yuqing glanced at the doorknob but didn't get up to lock the door. Back in his own bedroom, Chen Mo finally drifted off to sleep. In his previous life as a criminal police officer, he had always relied on the drive to solve cases to numb himself. Therefore, he often rushed to the front lines, doing all the hard and tiring work every day. His mentor felt sorry for him and prepared to get him a good position to retreat to the second line, but he still politely refused. If he didn't do this, he wouldn't be able to numb himself and stop himself from thinking about the sin of causing Su Yuqing's death. Even though he wasn't the murderer, he still deeply blamed himself for it. Now that he has returned to his high school days, he is no longer a criminal police officer, and Su Yuqing has been saved. His body and mind can finally be freed. He can finally fall asleep peacefully without any worries. Because he hadn't been able to clearly understand the situation when he woke up in the morning, Chen Mo gave himself a strong suggestion before falling asleep this time that he had already returned to his high school days. Su Yuqing was safe and sound, and he should sleep soundly. After giving himself a psychological suggestion, Chen Mo finally fell into a deep sleep at almost 11 p.m. Su Yuqing, on the other hand, couldn't fall asleep so early either. She lay in bed, her mind wandering aimlessly, until around 11 p.m. when she gradually drifted into dreamland. Hey, why are you still crying when you're so old? In a corner of the park, a delicate and cute little boy was squatting in front of a porcelain doll-like, fair-skinned, and rosy-cheeked little girl, curiously asking. I am not crying. The little girl glanced at the boy, then shifted her gaze, speaking haltingly. I clearly saw it. The little boy seemed to think of something, stood up, looked at a few boys nearby who were hitting each other with branches, and then squatted down again in front of the girl, saying, Did they bully you just now? I'll make them apologize to you. As he said that, the little boy prepared to rush out and reason with the boys, scaring the girl into quickly grabbing him. No, it has nothing to do with them this time. The little girl did not speak haltingly. Then why were you crying? The little boy took out a clean handkerchief from his pocket and gently wiped away the tears that had not yet dried on the little girl's face. Feeling the little boy's gentle movements, the little girl couldn't help but be stunned, foolishly looking at the little boy. Why are you staring at me blankly? Is there something on my face? The little boy ran to a small puddle next to him in a daze and looked at his reflection in the water. There's nothing on your face, you don't need to look. Seeing the little boy's silly appearance, the little girl suddenly burst into laughter through her tears. Hee hee, you smiled, you smiled. The little boy turned his head, saw the scene, and suddenly ran over very happily. Thank you. The little girl looked at the little boy's innocent appearance, and for some reason, her heart felt warm. There's nothing to thank me for. My mom always tells me that boys can't let girls cry. Look, this handkerchief was prepared for me by my mom. She said that boys must always carry a handkerchief with them, so that if they meet a girl who is crying, they can help her wipe away her tears, the little boy said with a smile. Mo. Suddenly, a pleasant female voice came from afar, and the little boy immediately turned his head to look. My mom's here, I have to go now. Don't cry anymore. My name is Chen Mo. I often come to this park to play. If you encounter anything unhappy in the future, you can come and tell me. The little boy waved his hand with a smile and ran away quickly. Mom, I met a girl crying today, but I made her laugh. Aren't I great? The little boy happily sought praise from his mother. Ah, our Momo is so wonderful. As expected of a little man. So, even when mom isn't here, Momo can live well with grandpa and grandma, right? The mother said with a smile, squatting down and touching the little boy's head. Ding-ling-ling. Suddenly, an alarm clock blared. The little boy's smile gradually overlapped with the smiling face of a high school boy in reality. In a daze, Chen Mo opened his eyes, slapped the alarm clock off, and muttered to himself, strange, why would I suddenly dream of being a kid again? Did watching Crayon Shin-chan bring out my childlike innocence? Chapter 24, he remembered. In the same house, in different rooms, different people were having different dreams. Why are you crying again? Still that park, still that little boy. Still that familiar handkerchief, still that gentle wiping. The little girl sobbed, one of my mommies and daddies is going to leave me, woo woo woo. Don't cry. I thought it was something serious. The little boy immediately helped the little girl wipe away the tears from the corners of her eyes again, and continued, my mom and dad have all left me, but I didn't cry. Ah. Hearing what the little boy said, the little girl really stopped crying. She looked at the little boy with surprise and astonishment. She never expected that the little boy in front of her would be so strong. She was already heartbroken because one of her parents was leaving, but both of his had left. Could he really not be sad? No, it's not that he isn't sad. He is just forcing himself to smile in front of others. Suddenly, the little girl wasn't sad for herself anymore. She hugged the little boy in front of her, patted him on the back, and began to comfort him in return. "What are you doing?" The little boy seemed to be hugged by a girl for the first time. He suddenly felt a little shy, and his little face suddenly turned red. He shyly broke free from the hug. "If your mom and dad leave, what will you do?" the little girl asked, curiously looking at the little boy with a flushed face. "I'll live with my grandparents first. I just can't help but miss them sometimes," the little boy replied earnestly. "Then what do you do when you miss them?" "I call them. I can see them through video calls," the little boy said with a smile. "Grandpa and Grandma said that adults are also very busy. We're all grown up now, so we need to learn to be understanding and considerate of them. They'll come back when they're done with their work." Listening to the little boy's deliberately mature words, the little girl was still a little confused, because it seemed that her mom and dad, once separated, would not be coming back. She didn't know why the little boy's mom and dad could come back after leaving, but she understood the general idea. Perhaps the meanings of leaving that the two were referring to were not the same. "My friend said that when parents leave, they'll find new parents and have new families, and then they won't want me anymore. I'm so scared." The little girl looked worried, her eyes brimming with tears. She rephrased her words into terms the little boy could better understand, trying to explain the difference between their parents' departures. The little boy once again picked up the handkerchief to gently wipe her face, then grinned, revealing a sunny smile, and took her hand, saying, "Then come to my house. My house is quite big. I secretly heard my mom and dad saying they wanted a daughter. We can be a family. If you come to our house, they will be very happy." Children speak without restraint. Under normal circumstances, no one would try to persuade someone like that. But when the little girl heard these words, not only did she not resist, but a surge of warmth flooded her heart. Tears welled up in her eyes again, but this time she wasn't crying because she was sad. Suddenly, she didn't think her parents' separation was so scary anymore. Even if mom and dad really no longer considered her family, it turned out there was still a place for her in this world. At that moment, the little girl deeply imprinted the little boy's appearance and name in her heart, never to be forgotten in this lifetime. "Thank you." The little girl thanked the little boy again, then turned and left. After that, the little boy never saw the little girl in that park again. But at the place where they met, the little girl left a note filled with her gratitude. However, after waiting all day, she didn't see the little boy. She could only use a small stone to hold down the note at the place where they often met, hoping the little boy would eventually see it. As for whether the little boy saw it in the end, she didn't know. Returning to the park of the past, quietly watching the scene of the little girl pressing down the note and leaving, Su Yuching, who was standing aside and treated as if she were invisible by the little girl, had unknowingly teared up. Knock, knock, knock. The sound of gentle knocking on the door came, and the park scenery suddenly began to collapse. In a daze, Su Yuching opened her eyes again, wiping the corners of her eyes, not knowing when tears had already flowed. "Yuching, are you awake?" A gentle voice came from outside the door, and Su Yuching quickly replied, "I'm awake. Breakfast is ready. Get up and eat it quickly." "Okay." After responding to Chun Mo, Su Yuching couldn't help but feel a little surprised. Why would she suddenly dream about what happened back then? In the dining room, Chun Mo had prepared a bowl of red date, red bean, barley, and lily porridge for breakfast because he saw that Su Yuching's complexion was too poor and he wanted to replenish her qi and blood. The dishes were just some meat, eggs, broccoli, carrots, and the like. It was quite nutritious and healthy. Watching Su Yuching carefully sip the porridge, afraid of burning herself like a little cat, Chun Mo couldn't help but find her utterly adorable and endearing, and he was captivated by the sight. Su Yuching didn't even raise her eyes, her face slightly flushed, and said, "Why are you staring at me like that?" "I suddenly realized you resemble someone," Chun Mo said, his gaze shifting upwards as he recalled. "Who?" Su Yuching asked, curiously inquiring. "It's a little girl I met when I was very young. I played with her for less than half a month, I think. Then she suddenly moved away." "I think you look a lot like her," Chun Mo said, carefully scrutinizing Su Yuching's features. "Didn't she say goodbye to you?" Su Yuching's heart stirred. She hadn't expected Chun Mo to remember. The moment she saw Chun Mo, she had already identified him as the little boy from back then. But Chun Mo seemed to have forgotten her long ago, which had once made her very frustrated. Because when she met Chun Mo again in middle school, her heart was filled with excitement and emotion. Unexpectedly, fate had allowed their connection to be rekindled at this time. But when she tried to talk to Chun Mo, she discovered that he had absolutely no reaction to her. Even when he heard her name, there was no change in his expression. This made her feel terrible at the time. This experience, which she cherished and refused to forget, had already been forgotten in his world. But regardless, she continued to nurture that original feeling and hoped to re-establish an emotional connection with Chun Mo. Of course, her initial goal was just for them to be friends again, ordinary friends. But now, hearing Chun Mo suddenly mention this matter, she was immediately very surprised. If Chun Mo remembered the little girl, why did he have no reaction to her? Even if a woman changes greatly as she grows up, the name is still the same, isn't it? Chapter 25, Oh no, having children. Hearing Su Yuching's question, Chun Mo once again fell into his memories. No, after saying half of it, Chen Mo suddenly changed his words. Yes, but there was no face-to-face farewell. How did she say goodbye to you then? Su Yuqing continued, feigning curiosity. At this point, Chen Mo glanced at her, surprised that Su Yuqing was so interested in probing his past experiences. Chen Mo recalled for a moment and said, I only found out she had left when I saw a small note. A note? Yes, a tattered note. It seemed to have been torn up by the little boys playing nearby. When I saw it, only half of it was left, Chen Mo said, recalling. I remember there was only one sentence on it. I waited for you all day, but I still didn't see you, so I can only write to say goodbye. Thank you, Chen Mo. Only this middle section remained on the entire note. All the other content was gone. Chen Mo felt a little depressed as he remembered. A proper farewell letter, and he didn't see anything, just this sad sentence. When I saw the note back then, the thought that she waited for me all day and I never showed up really made me feel guilty. Chen Mo recalled, suddenly looking at Su Yuqing, and said, I don't know why, but I always feel like you and that little girl are similar. Did you ever meet a little boy in the park when you were a child? Guess Su Yuqing chose not to answer. After learning the reason why Chen Mo remembered the little girl but didn't remember her, Su Yuqing suddenly felt very happy. He always remembered me. It was rare for her to be rebellious and not give Chen Mo a direct answer. She finally understood why Chen Mo had no reaction when he heard the three words Su Yuqing. During their time playing together, she never had the chance to reveal her name until she finally wrote it in the letter to tell Chen Mo. But unexpectedly, the letter was torn, causing Chen Mo not to see it. Naturally, Chen Mo couldn't be blamed for not reacting to her name when he met her again. I guess you're not her, Chen Mo said with a smile. Why? Su Yuqing looked at Chen Mo in surprise. Because you are much prettier than her. Chen Mo looked at Su Yuqing again with a triumphant smile. Sure enough, he saw her little face turn red with a swoosh. Without continuing to discuss the little girl's matter, after eating breakfast, Chen Mo prepared to take Su Yuqing out to buy a mobile phone later. He couldn't really tie Su Yuqing to his side 24 hours a day, so he still needed to buy a mobile phone for convenient contact. At this time, in a luxurious hotel room thousands of miles away, a couple was resting inside. The wife's appearance was very outstanding, and there were some similarities between her eyebrows and eyes and Chen Mo. It was already night, and they were preparing to enjoy the nightlife, but she saw some unexpected information. Oh my gosh, this is bad, honey. What's wrong? Why are you yelling? The man who was shaving walked out of the bathroom. The man's appearance was 7 or 8 points similar to Chen Mo's, but he was more mature and handsome than Chen Mo. We're really going to have to raise kids now. The woman frantically grabbed her phone, hopped barefoot from the head of the bed to the foot, and showed her husband the contents of her phone. Look at what Momo bought with your credit card. Look again, several sets of women's clothing. This is bad. How did the child get into this? The woman was pacing around anxiously. You've always wanted a daughter, but you didn't want to go through another 10 months of pregnancy. Isn't this exactly what you wanted? You get a grown-up daughter for free. The man, having shaved off the last bit of stubble, said with a smile. Chen Sanshue, I'm being serious here, and you're still in the mood to joke with me. The woman immediately threw a soft pillow at him in anger and scolded, if your old Chen family doesn't need to carry on the ancestral line, my old Chen family still does. If it were really a daughter, then it wouldn't matter, but now it's a son turning into a daughter, and that's the end of everything. The couple both had the surname Chen, one named Chen Shi and the other Chen Miao, naturally both from the old Chen family. Chen Miao smiled and said, look at you, what's the rush? Can't our child have a girlfriend and be buying these for her? Look at all this, the lingerie, the underwear. Which high school boy buys these for his girlfriend and buys 7 sets at once? Chen Shi said, feeling a headache coming on. Chen Miao glanced at the shopping data and chuckled, this must be for a girlfriend. Which boy buying women's clothes would buy such large cup sizes? You wouldn't understand, Chen Shi said, giving Chen Miao a disdainful look. There is something called prosthetic breasts, that's why someone might buy such a large size. Normal high school girls don't have breasts this big. Because of this, it's even less likely that he has a girlfriend. Then this Chen is indeed ignorant. But isn't the shop where he bought these things your friend's place? Ask her and we'll know who they were bought for. Chen Miao glanced at the bill details. Only then did Chen Shi suddenly realize, oh, that's right. How could I forget about that? She quickly made a phone call. At first, she looked anxious, but as the conversation progressed, the corners of her mouth couldn't help but turn upwards. As the phone call ended, she had already put on an exceptionally cheerful expression. Looking at how happy you are, I must have guessed right. Yue said that the girl is super beautiful, has a great figure, speaks softly and gently, and seems to really like our Momo. She even wore something she wasn't planning to wear, just because Momo liked it. Chen Shi rubbed her hands together in delight. How did he find such a perfect wife? We've struck it rich, we've struck it rich. Our old Chen family has finally struck it rich. Sigh, our Momo was really capable. Look at you, acting like a 3-year-old all day, 3 different expressions in a minute. Don't be so flustered next time you encounter something. You only gave him a credit card limit of 10,000 yuan a month. Now that he suddenly has a girlfriend and is spending so much, will the kid have enough money? Chen, she said with some concern. Giving too much isn't good either. What if it cultivates bad habits in the child? Besides, when it comes to relationships, if too much money is involved, the feelings will deteriorate. I think reducing it to 3,000 to give them some experience might be better, Chen Miao said after thinking for a moment. How can that be? If you scare away such a good daughter-in-law, I'll hold you responsible. I'm just afraid that Momo is too naive. Let me tell you, girls are much more mature than boys at this age. Any girl who knows a thing or two can easily manipulate boys, Chen Miao said with the air of someone who's been there. What he said was indeed correct, but only half so. In reality, in this age of blindly trusting in love, the one who's more of a scumbag, the one who understands pour amour, is the one who can dominate the relationship. Chapter 26. Let me help you with your first time. Are you thinking about your green tea ex again? Chen, she suddenly reached out and pinched Chen Miao's ear. Oh, don't talk nonsense. You're my only first love. How many times must I tell you? She had a crush on me and only came to sow discord between us when she saw things were going well between us. Why won't you believe me? Chen Miao quickly begged for mercy. During their playful banter, Chen, she suddenly received a message. Precious son, mom, emergency, need 5,000 urgently. As expected, son is not enough. After seeing it, Chen, she immediately transferred 50,000 yuan. Abstract mom transferred 50,000 yuan to you. Abstract mom, tell mom if it's not enough be good, you know. Precious son, it's more than enough. How could you transfer so much? You're spoiling your child too much, you'll ruin me. I'll return this money to you in a few days. Take a look at what your son is saying. Chen, she couldn't help but be taken aback. Our son has become promising, he's even educating you now, Chen Miao said with a grin, never one to shy away from adding fuel to the fire. Abstract mom, return my ass. If it's not enough, just tell mom. Your task now is to study hard, have a good relationship, and don't waste time on other things, or see if I'll spank you when I get back. Seeing the emoticon included in his mom's reply, Chen Mo couldn't help but laugh. His mom was still so abstract. Precious son, love you, moi, gotta go. This wasn't what Chen Mo wanted to say, but it had been conditioned into him by his abstract mom as a habitual closing remark. He had to add love you, moi for Chen Shi to let it go. At this moment, on Chen Mo's side, he had almost maxed out his credit card yesterday. If he didn't borrow some money, it really wouldn't be enough. He wasn't really spending recklessly, but high-end betting alone took up a lot of money, plus he bought so many sets of excellent fabric clothing for Su Yuqing. In reality, when Chen Mo said cheap, it really wasn't cheap. Even though Lin Yue gave him a 10% discount. Normally, Lin Yue's shop would be closed for half a year and make enough to last for half a year when it did open. That's why he could get a 90% discount. The profit margin was extremely high. Normally, the clothes Chen Mo took yesterday would have cost 40 to 50,000, but because of Chen Shisake, Chen Mo was able to get them for 4 to 5,000. Chen Mo didn't mention the price to comfort Su Yuqing. Now, his credit card limit was really low, so Chen Mo decided to borrow some money from his mother first and later report a 100,000 yuan fugitive to the police station to offset the debt. Reporting too many wouldn't be appropriate. Reporting one occasionally would be relatively normal. Suddenly receiving strong support from his mother, Chen Mo didn't have to worry about expenses for the time being. He immediately prepared to take Su Yuqing out to buy a mobile phone. It's Sunday and we have nothing to do. Is there any place you want to go? Chen Mo asked, smiling at Su Yuqing. A place I want to go. After thinking for a while, Su Yuqing suddenly smiled and said, I want to go to the park in the old city. The park in the old city. In that instant, memories flashed through Chen Mo's mind. Wasn't that the park where he met the nameless little girl when he was a child? Could Su Yuqing really be that little girl? Chen Mo couldn't help but pause, stunned. Carefully recalling the little girl's words, she said that one of her parents was going to leave and they would each remarry, which meant they were getting divorced, right? This indeed matched up with Su Yuqing's situation. The moment he thought of this, Chen Mo suddenly recalled a detail. When he teased the little girl for crying, she lied and said she hadn't cried, averting her gaze and pausing as she spoke. Wasn't that Su Yuqing's reaction when she lied? One matching detail might be a coincidence, and two matching details could also be a coincidence, but when all the details matched, it might not be a coincidence anymore. Thinking of this, Chen Mo couldn't help but feel surprised. He really hadn't had the time to think about this before. With Su Yuqing's death, his world had also fallen into darkness. How could he have had the time to recall the little girl from the past? Now that he thought about it, there were details everywhere. Chen Mo felt a momentary flutter in his heart. He smiled and said, it poured the day before yesterday, but the weather has been nice these past 2 days. The park over there is perfect for flying kites. Let's buy one and fly it there. Okay. I've never flown a kite before. Su Yuqing clapped her hands with a delighted expression. I wonder if I'll be able to fly it well the first time. Don't worry, I'm here. Chen Mo looked at Su Yuqing, who was suddenly as happy as a child, clapping her hands just because of flying a kite. He felt a pang of pity in his heart. Simple pleasures for ordinary children were such a joyful first experience for her. Chen Mo couldn't help but whisper to himself, no matter how many firsts you have left, let me help you complete them all. I'll fill in the colors missing from your childhood. Chen Mo smiled and looked at Su Yuqing, saying, I said I'd take you to the snack street before. After we fly the kite, I'll take you there on the way back. Hearing Chen Mo say this, Su Yuqing's heart was filled with even more anticipation. In these warm spring days, she could fly kites with that boy again, and share delicious food with him. These were all the simplest dreams of her childhood. The key wasn't doing these things for the first time, but being able to experience them with that boy. This was the greatest happiness in her heart. Just the night before, she had experienced the darkest moment of her life. After leaving both her mother's and father's families, her heart had turned completely to ashes. By some twist of fate, she subconsciously walked to Chen Mo's doorstep. Little did she expect that this impulsive action would actually open the door to hope for her. At this moment, Su Yuqing's heart was bathed in the warm sunlight of spring, and the coldness of the night before had been dispelled for the most part. Since her parents' divorce, she had never enjoyed happiness. Even all the way through high school, she had spent her days in a daze. What seemed to support her along the way was the incredibly sunny smile of the boy who appeared in her dreams time and time again. Now, her dream had become a reality, and there was nothing happier than this. Being with him, even the most ordinary stroll side by side, was full of joy. After confirming today's itinerary, Chen Mo then said, I'll buy you a phone when we go out later. What brand did you use before? Buying the same brand might be easier to get used to. Ha! Su Yuqing looked at Chen Mo in surprise. What ha? You don't have a phone with you. If I need to contact you for something, how am I supposed to find you? Especially since you still owe me a huge debt. Without a phone, how am I supposed to track your location? Chen Mo said with a smile, don't forget, you can't argue with what the creditor says. Hearing such a clumsy excuse, Su Yuqing couldn't help but laugh, then nodded and stopped refusing. Anyway, like Chen Mo said, more debt doesn't matter. How else could this debt be repaid? No matter how much debt, in the end, there's only one way to repay it. But speaking of models, Su Yuqing couldn't help but think of the original owner of that phone, which made her expression dim again. Chapter 27, Let's engrave a couple's name. I don't even know what brand the phone I used before was. It was saying this, Su Yuqing suddenly stalled, seeming reluctant to say the person's title. After a pause, she gritted her teeth and said, My stepfather bought a new phone and gave me the old one. I see, then let's go to the store and take our time choosing. Seeing Su Yuqing, who had been in high spirits, suddenly become depressed, Chen Mo nodded immediately and didn't ask any more questions. After sitting and watching TV to digest for half an hour, the two went out shopping together. Such a talented man and beautiful woman walking on the street couldn't help but attract passers-by to look at them frequently. Soon, Chen Mo took Su Yuqing to a mobile phone store. When the glass door was pushed open, the cold air mixed with the smell of new machine plastic film rushed towards them. Looking at touch-screen phones. This one has good pixels, especially suitable for young couples to record their daily lives. The shop assistant lifted the dust cover and a pink mobile phone shimmered with pearl luster under the spotlights. Students get a free silicone case when they buy, and half price for screen protectors. Su Yuqing stared at the rows of mobile phones in the counter. Hearing the shop assistant mention young couples, her fingers immediately and shyly tugged at the corner of her skirt unconsciously. This was a new cloth skirt Chen Mo had bought for her yesterday, and the light green trim rubbed against her palm, making it slightly damp. Chen Mo tapped the glass with his knuckles. I want that smoky rose one. He turned his head and saw Su Yuqing staring blankly at the price tag, the price of 4,888 yuan, like a thorn stuck in her eyes. Suddenly a palm blocked her view, and the next moment a handsome face came into view. Don't look at what you shouldn't. Too expensive. Su Yuqing hurriedly shook her head, stray hairs sweeping across the lace trim at her collarbone. It was the outline of the lingerie set that Aunt Lin had recommended, now revealing a hazy cherry color in the warm light. The creditor decides. The boy smiled, shaking the folded, square piece of paper. Bring it over and let her try it. Okay. The shop assistant immediately handed a demo phone to Su Yuqing. Su Yuqing touched the matte back of the phone, remembering the old phone her stepfather had thrown to her. The paint-chipped keyboard seams were still stuck with cigarette ash, and it took 5 minutes to log into QQ each time. The shop assistant suddenly leaned in to demonstrate the touchscreen. Want to take a picture to try it out? The pixels are clear enough to see your eyelashes. The viewfinder swept past Chen Mo's profile. He was looking at other models. The collar of his casual wear brushing against the back of his neck, revealing a section of wheat-colored skin. Su Yuqing hurriedly pressed the shutter, but the photo only captured a blurry corner of clothing. Selfies look best at this distance. Hearing the click, Chen Mo immediately moved closer. But when he saw Su Yuqing's blurry selfie, he suddenly grabbed her hand, his index finger pressing against her finger as he swiped across the screen. The warmth from his palm seeped into her body through the back of her hand, warm and comforting. While operating the phone, Chen Mo moved closer, his face next to Su Yuqing's. At that moment, the two looked as close as a couple. Nervous, Su Yuqing subconsciously glanced at Chen Mo. Why are you looking at me? Look here. Chen Mo tapped the position of the camera. Only then did Su Yuqing, her small face slightly flushed, look up at the direction of the phone camera. Click. As the shutter button was pressed, their first, and currently only, intimate photo together was born. The instant the photo lit up on the screen, the tips of Su Yuqing's ears suddenly turned red in the picture. She was looking up slightly at the camera, stray hairs brushing against her flushed cheeks, while Chen Mo's profile was almost touching her temples, with a triumphant smile on the corner of his mouth. Behind them, the glass display case reflected their overlapping shadows. A soft halo of light blended their outlines into a warm hue, making them look like a couple secretly taking a selfie. With this composition, the shop assistant should give us an award for the best customer showcase. Chen Mo rubbed his thumb across the screen, deliberately zooming in and out of the photo. Send us this photo later, thank you. The memory is also decent, it's enough for you to store study materials. After taking the photo, Chen Mo carefully checked the phone's configuration and seemed satisfied. The shop assistant, rarely seeing such a well-matched and attractive couple, watched with a delighted, shipper-like smile. If you buy this phone now, we also offer a laser engraving service. The shop owner tapped the promotional sign on the glass cabinet. It would be so romantic for you two to engrave your initials. Then we'll take this one. Alright, what would you like to engrave on it? The shop assistant immediately asked with a beaming smile. Chen Mo looked at Su Yuqing, noticing her face was flushed crimson and her hands were almost wringing together. She gently turned her head and breathed softly into Chen Mo's ear. Maybe we shouldn't get it engraved. If their names were really engraved together, it would be incredibly embarrassing if other classmates saw it. Moreover, it didn't seem appropriate if the teacher found out. Chen Mo thought for a moment and smiled, writing CMMM on the paper. Engrave this. Don't you want to add this in the middle? The shop assistant wrote Ampam. Couples usually add this between their names. No need, just engrave it as I wrote it. Su Yuqing looked at the 4 letters Chen Mo had written, a little confused. She naturally understood the first 2 letters, Chen Mo's initials, but what did the last 2 letters mean? There didn't seem to be an M in her name. What do you think? Even you can't figure out what it means, right? Chen Mo smiled, leaning closer to Su Yuqing. Then you don't have to worry about anyone else figuring it out. But what exactly does it mean? Su Yuqing asked, looking curiously at Chen Mo. Guess, Chen Mo said with a mysterious smile. Across the street, the audio-visual store was having a big sale. JHO's poster rustled in the wind. Soon, the phone, engraved, with a screen protector applied and a case on, was handed to Su Yuqing. As for the number, there was no need to buy one. Chen Mo had already brought a SIM card. This number was the reverse of his. His last 4 digits were 1234, and Su Yuqing's last 4 digits were 4321. When they went out, Su Yuqing was still pondering and almost tripped on the threshold. Fortunately, Chen Mo reached out and caught her in time so that Su Yuqing only fell into his arms. One felt the softness and warmth, the other felt the burning chest, a scent of citrus mixed with the youthfulness of a teenager. Watch where you're going, silly girl, Chen Mo said with a smile, gently tapping Su Yuqing's forehead. Tell me quickly, or I can't help but keep thinking about it. Su Yuqing rarely used her charm, tugging on Chen Mo's sleeve and gently shaking it. Chen Mo smiled helplessly and said, alright, I'm afraid of you. It's very simple. I am your creditor, means my master. As soon as he said this, Su Yuqing suddenly understood. At this moment, Chen Mo suddenly smiled mischievously and said, of course, it can also be translated into other meanings. Ah. Su Yuqing looked at Chen Mo in surprise. What other meanings are there? This time, I really can't tell you. You can guess slowly after you go back. Don't think wildly now. We're here to have fun today, so business is important. Chen Mo smiled and walked ahead, leaving Su Yuqing to follow behind, pondering blankly. Suddenly, Su Yuqing thought of a meaning. Instantly, her heart beat faster, and her delicate, pretty face flushed red again. Chapter 28, then and there, just like now. Besides the meaning Chen Mo mentioned, there's another possible interpretation, my man, meaning my man. In other words, the 4 letters Chen Mo had the shop assistant engrave could mean both Chen Mo my master and Chen Mo my man. The moment she thought of the latter meaning, Su Yuqing's heart naturally started pounding wildly like a startled deer. Love is both insecure and fearful. Even though Chen Mo had already shown great intimacy towards Su Yuqing, she always had a sense of inferiority, feeling unworthy. This sense of inferiority plagued her and restricted her expression of emotions. She was afraid, deeply afraid that if she hoped for even a small step closer in their relationship, she might end up pushing them a big step further apart. So she didn't dare to take action, but her heart was full of anticipation. This led to her heart beating wildly when she received signals that Chen Mo might have feelings for her, a bit like being overwhelmed by favor. The reason she felt this way was purely due to her living environment, which had shaped this aspect of her personality. A fragrant breeze wafted by, and Su Yuqing had already caught up with Chen Mo's pace. At this moment, Chen Mo glanced at her from the corner of his eye and saw that she had a shy and flushed expression. It seemed she must have thought of another meaning. Chen Mo smiled and said nothing more. Soon, the two of them strolled all the way to the bus station. To get to the old city, you have to transfer at least 2 or 3 times. The bus ride alone takes more than an hour. This is also why, after they parted ways in childhood, they never saw each other again. After all, for a child, it is too difficult to run from the new city to the old city alone. On the bus, the two sat side by side. Chen Mo took out his phone and asked with a smile, "Want to listen to some music?" "Sure," Su Yuqing replied with a sweet smile. "What kind of music do you like to listen to?" "I don't usually listen to music much, but there is one song I quite like," Su Yuqing said after thinking for a moment. "What's it called?" Chen Mo asked in surprise. Zhang Xiaohua's Don't Cry, My Beloved. Su Yuqing gently uttered the 7-character song title. In that instant, a flood of memories flashed through Chen Mo's mind. Su Yuqing's tragic death, his own sorrowful and remorseful face in the mirror. Even in the previous timeline, when Chen Mo was unaware of their childhood connection, he still held a strong affection for this girl, Su Yuqing. The reason he drove her away was simply because the interruption of his spellcasting had caused a surge of hormones. He never imagined that such an impulsive action would lead to such dire consequences. Now, upon suddenly hearing the name of this song, the lyrics immediately flashed through Chen Mo's mind. The lyrics of this song can be used by a terminally ill person to bid farewell to their loved one, or by someone who has lost hope for life to bid farewell to the world, or even as a comforting farewell from a deceased person to those they care about before death. In his previous life, he often listened to this song in silent solitude to console himself. He never expected that Su Yuqing would also be fond of this song. He took out a small, separately packaged alcohol wipe from a small box of alcohol wipes. After gently wiping the earphones with it to disinfect them and letting them air dry, Chen Mo inserted one earphone into his own ear and the other into Su Yuqing's. Chen Mo preferred a cover version sung by a female singer named Lei Ting, since the person he was saying goodbye to in his heart was Su Yuqing. As the song started and the melody played by what sounded like a violin or some other instrument, along with the piano, began, a sense of ethereal sorrow immediately crept into both of their hearts. "Don't cry, my dearest love, tonight I bloom like the epiphyllum. Falling in the most beautiful moment, your tears cannot bring back the withered." As the lyrics slowly entered their ears, their consciousness began to drift away. Scenes from their memories flashed through their minds. Su Yuqing's tears had unconsciously already slid from the corners of her eyes. Once, Su Yuqing had listened to this song while standing on the edge of the rooftop. That time, also because she had left both her mother's and father's homes, feeling as though the world was vast but she couldn't find a place to belong, she listened to the song while bidding her final farewell to the world, slowly walking to the edge of the rooftop. But at that very moment, the little boy she met in childhood suddenly appeared before her eyes, stopping her. In that instant, Su Yuqing stopped her steps. It turned out that this world wasn't without a place for her after all. If they were truly destined, then perhaps they would meet again in this lifetime. She, who liked to read some books on fate, also had a bit of faith in destiny. She felt that since God had allowed her to meet him in childhood and be saved by his words, then they should meet again in the future. With this belief in mind, she made her way through high school, and the person she had been dreaming of finally appeared as she had hoped. But after he appeared, he had already forgotten her. At that moment, she seemed to hear the sound of her own heart breaking. It seemed that her last refuge had also shattered. But as she spent the following days observing him, she discovered that this boy was still as gentle and considerate as he had been when they were children. He hadn't changed, but why had his heart changed? Why had he forgotten her? Su Yuqing desperately wanted to find an answer. With this drive to explore, her days suddenly had vitality and hope again. Until this morning, after learning the whole truth, Su Yuqing finally stepped out of the shadows completely. She finally set foot in a place where the sun could shine. The morning sunlight seemed particularly bright to her, and the air felt exceptionally fresh. The whole world seemed to have suddenly become beautiful. Now, hearing this song again, the tears Su Yuqing shed were merely a farewell to her former self. From today onward, she would no longer be gloomy, as long as he was by her side. Wiping away her tears, Su Yuqing looked up at Chen Mo, who was in a daze beside her, and suddenly felt a pang of inexplicable heartache. Because beneath Chen Mo's seemingly calm face and dim, lifeless eyes, she sensed an unspeakable sorrow. It seemed that some extremely painful experience was constantly lingering in his heart. As if possessed, her hand gently caressed the boy's cheek. The boy looked at the girl beside him in surprise. The girl's fingers gently brushed across the boy's face, and then, suddenly, just like when they were children, she gently embraced him. In an instant, memories flooded back into Chen Mo's mind, returning to that park in the old city district. The little girl who, while talking, had suddenly inexplicably hugged him, making him feel shy for the first time, overlapped with Su Yuqing before his eyes. The warmth of her palm gently patting his back was the same then as it was now. But this time, the boy didn't struggle free out of shyness. He remained still, as if time had suddenly stopped at this moment. His selves from different timelines continued to overlap and misalign before his eyes. Neither of them spoke. The girl simply held the silent boy, whose eyes were vacant, his thoughts drifting to who knows where, until the entire song finished playing. As the embrace loosened, the morning sun streamed into the car from the window, warm and comforting. In their minds, their selves from that misaligned timeline, listening to this song and sinking into their lowest emotions, were also already covered by the warm sun, dispelling the gloom. The shadows in their hearts dissipated for the most part, and their hearts, imperceptibly, drew closer to each other. The song skipped, and the next one was Rice Fragrance. As if nothing had happened, they leaned against each other on the swaying bus. This time, as the melody of the song entered their ears, both were purely in a state of appreciation, listening together. This song is also a powerful one, further warming and relaxing hearts that had just begun to thaw. Chapter 29, Where Kites Ride the Wind, Old Memories Illuminate Nuclear Skies. Some people are born with a strong capacity for empathy. Although Su Yuqing didn't know where Chen Mo's deeply sorrowful emotions had erupted from while he was listening to the song just now, she had perceived it with such keen sensitivity. However, it was now very clear that the two of them had weathered the storm, because the person who had been lingering in her heart was now leaning against her side, just as she had wished. After changing to the third vehicle shuttling between the new city and the old, the scenery along the way gradually became familiar. Childhood memories also gradually surfaced. The old city district carried many memories of the two. The bus slowly pulled up to the faded station sign. Chen Mo was the first to jump off the bus, turning around to extend a hand to Su Yuqing. The moment her fingertips touched his palm, he firmly grasped it. The strength was reminiscent of his gentleness when he held a handkerchief to wipe away her tears as a child, yet it held a certainty that allowed no escape. The wind of the old district, carrying the fragrance of camphor leaves, swept past the breakfast stall at the street corner with its misty glass. The sizzling sound of fried dough sticks rolling in the iron pot, the tinkling of bicycle bells, and the distant laughter of children chasing each other intertwined to form the background noise of old times. The memories of Chen Mo and Su Yuqing instantly returned to their childhood. Everything around them remained unchanged. When Su Yuqing's canvas shoes stepped on the bluestone road, she seemed to transform back into the little girl clutching the corner of her skirt. The kite stall is at the end of the alley. Chen Mo skillfully turned into a narrow alley covered with wisteria. In the dappled shadows of the vines, as he turned back, the corner of his raised coat brushed across the back of Su Yuqing's hand, bringing a numb and itchy sensation. Bamboo-framed kites of various colors were spread flat on the boards extending outside the shop. "Come take a look, which one do you like?" Chen Mo said with a smile, pulling Su Yuqing to his side. Su Yuqing glanced inside and outside the shop, then extended a delicate pink finger to point at a peach-pink butterfly kite hanging on the wall. The gradient peach color on the wings had a strong flavor of spring. As Chen Mo reached on tiptoe to take it down, the copper bells on the frame jingled, startling a few sparrows under the eaves into flight. "Young couple, would you like one each? This blue butterfly kite goes well with the pink one." The proprietress, savvy in business, wanted to sell another one after selling one. Chen Mo shook his head with a smile and said, "If I'm holding two, how will I find an opportunity to touch her little hand?" The proprietress was stunned by these words and looked at Su Yuqing in surprise, only to see Su Yuqing covering her mouth and giggling. Who would want to take advantage of someone by saying it to their face? Therefore, Su Yuqing was well aware that Chen Mo was clearly trying to silence the landlady. She only found it amusing and didn't feel any shyness. But some words are often spoken through jokes. Soon, inside the park, today's wind speed was excellent. The spring breeze blew on their faces, which were slightly warm from the sun, immediately balancing the temperature. "I'll demonstrate how to run and throw the kite. You'll feel a sense of accomplishment when you throw it yourself and make it fly," Chen Mo said with a smile, handing the spool of thread to Su Yuqing and running out with the kite. Su Yuqing looked at his silhouette against the light and suddenly recalled when she had waited for him for a whole day and didn't see him, curled up on a park bench, crying and shivering. She had never imagined that one day she would be able to do all the things she had hoped to do with him, side by side. Flying a kite was just the first step. Having faced her inner feelings, Su Yuqing was already fantasizing about experiencing more intimate first experiences that the two of them could enjoy together. Love is humble, and love is also greedy. Who doesn't yearn for more love? The grassy slope of the riverbank was still covered with morning dew. Chen Mo ran backward to demonstrate, the kite rising askew behind him. He could basically count this as a success, but he deliberately didn't let it fly, wanting Su Yuqing to personally experience this kind of joy. "Did you get the hang of it?" Chen Mo said with a smile, taking the spool from Su Yuqing and handing her the kite. At first, Su Yuqing ran with a bit of restraint, resulting in insufficient speed. "Accelerate, accelerate, yes, run, very good." Under the encouragement and guidance of Chen Mo, this veteran, Su Yuqing failed to launch the kite 3 times, but finally, under Chen Mo's direction, it flew out at an angle. Accompanied by Chen Mo's skillful and rapid pulling of the string, the kite quickly and successfully took flight. "When I was a child, I always dreamed of riding a kite to fly into the clouds." He looked at the kite in the sky with a smile, recalling his childhood self. The rustling sound of the spool rolling in his palm was mixed with the ups and downs of old memories. At this moment, Su Yuqing stared at the spool in his hand with a face full of anticipation. "Want to try?" Chen Mo smiled and handed the spool to her. Su Yuqing imitated his movements to pull the string, but was staggered by a gust of wind. Seeing that the butterfly kite was about to fall into the willow branches, Chen Mo wrapped his arms around her from behind, his warm palm covering the back of her hand. Seemingly naturally teaching Su Yuqing how to fly a kite, he had already embraced her without a sound. Big hand covering small hand. The overt scheme he had mentioned to the proprietress earlier had now succeeded. Pull gently, don't rush. Su Yuqing's feeling at this moment was like willow catkins crushed by the spring breeze, light and filled with a tingling tremor. The warmth of Chun Mo enveloping her from behind seeped through the fabric into her spine, like the warmth passed through the handkerchief when he wiped away her tears as a child, adding a throbbing palpitation that made her heart burn. As his arm circled her shoulder, the camphor leaves' slight bitterness mixed with the faint citrus scent from his collar, overlapping with the aura of the little boy who comforted her with mint paper in her memory, yet with a bit more of the unique fervor of a young man. Her fingertips trembled slightly with the pull of his palm, the subtle heat from the friction of the string spreading from her fingertips to the tips of her ears. The line should be alternately taut and loose, like the rhythm of a heartbeat. The boy guided the girl's small hand in an arc. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept past and the kite leaped high into the air, the gale scattering a string of light spots as it swept across the glistening river. The cool morning breeze slightly lowered the temperature of Su Yuqing's gradually warming body. Her back pressed against his rising and falling chest, and in a daze she couldn't distinguish whether the whistling sound in her ears was the wind or the mismatched rhythm of their heartbeats. She could almost hear the flutter of her eyelashes. The throbbing of her heart at this moment was like the intoxication she felt as a child when she squatted beside him, secretly watching him show off and do somersaults, and like the tossing and turning last night when she curled up in the new bedding and listened to him say goodnight through the door. At this moment, the frequency of the heartbeat vibrations caused by his chest pressing against her butterfly bones was more disturbing than the copper bell on the kite frame. I remember when we were little, you always said the clouds looked like you wanted to taste them. She looked up at the kite flying higher and higher, trying to find a topic to calm her gradually accelerating heartbeat. But she forgot that she had already subconsciously admitted that she was the girl Chen Mo mentioned in the morning. Chapter 30. This is clearly a matter of looks. Now, I found something that resembles it even more. As Chen Mo lowered his head, the tip of his nose brushed against the jasmine scent in her hair. He playfully smiled and spoke near her ear. What is it? Su Yuqing turned her head to look at Chen Mo, asking curiously. The result, however, was that she saw the handsome face of the young man close at hand. It's you! Chen Mo lightly released Su Yuqing, smiling as he sat down on the grass beside her, answering. Why? Su Yuqing tilted her head slightly, looking at Chen Mo with a curious expression. Because your smile is just as soft and sweet, Chen Mo teased. After saying that, he secretly cursed himself in his heart. He was thinking about her body, but his mouth was talking about her smile. What a scumbag! However, scumbag lines are indeed very effective for girls who are falling in love. Su Yuqing's pretty face flushed red in an instant. You're so annoying. Giving Chen Mo, who was teasing her, a charming glare, Su Yuqing turned her head away. But from her profile, Chen Mo clearly saw the slight upturn of her lips. Her smile was indeed soft and sweet. Quietly lying on the grass, he watched the girl in front of him happily flying a kite. Those years of swallowing bitterness alone suddenly became light and airy, as if they had all turned into the air currents lifting the kite. The girl who was stealing glances at the boy lying on the grass with a foxtail grass in his mouth felt the same way. Ding dong, ding dong. The tinkling sound of a copper spoon striking an iron bucket awakened the intoxicated moment as the malt candy vendor passed by with his cart. Give me a piece of malt candy. Chen Mo immediately jumped up from the grass. Chen Mo bought a piece of amber-colored candy, pulling out glistening strands as he broke it apart. Someone was afraid of cavities when they were little and refused to eat it no matter what. Want to try it now? He smiled as he handed over the half carved into a small rabbit. Be careful, it's sticky. A layer of honey color glazed Su Yuqing's lips. In a daze, she felt as if she had spent an entire summer vacation with Chen Mo, but in reality, it had only been 15 short days. The two played until noon before finally preparing to leave. Just as they were about to leave, they saw a little girl crying alone in the park's gazebo. The two exchanged a glance. Just as they were about to go over and ask, they saw a boy walk in and squat down in front of the little girl. Before long, the little girl wiped away her tears and smiled. The little boy cheerfully took the little girl's hand and ran out of the gazebo. The two looked at each other and smiled, as if they saw their younger selves. Su Yuqing realized that the sunshine she had received for half a day today was enough to dispel the gloom accumulated throughout her life. It was a good thing she didn't take that step back then. There's a very good beef noodle restaurant near my grandparents' house. Let's have lunch there, Chen Mo said with a smile. Since they were already back in the old district, it was time to visit his grandparents as well. Grandparents. Su Yuqing suddenly became a little nervous. What if she happened to run into Chen Mo's grandparents? What should she say if she did? In an instant, her psychological activity became extremely rich. All the way, she followed Chen Mo in a daze until they arrived at the noodle shop. What are you thinking about? After taking their seats, Chen Mo asked with a smile. Nothing. Only then did Su Yuqing come back to her senses and looked at the surrounding environment. Old-fashioned ceiling fans slowly rotated on the greasy ceiling, and the glass windows of the street-side beef noodle shop were covered with condensation. The dining table was a wooden table already stained with grease. Su Yuqing had just wiped the mottled wooden table clean with a paper towel when the waiter squeezed through the narrow aisle with 2 bowls of plain noodles and placed them in front of them. Su Yuqing looked at Chen Mo across from her. The rising steam cast a soft, fuzzy halo on his brow bone. The proprietress heard that you used to come here often when you were little, so she specially added a soft boiled egg for you, the waiter said to Chen Mo with a smile. Then he turned to look at the bowl of noodles in front of Su Yuqing and said, "She said it's a greeting gift for you, kid, so she added an egg and extra slices of beef for your pretty girlfriend." "And Wang, thank you, will you lose money doing this?" Chen Mo said with a smile, greeting a slightly plump middle-aged woman who was busy in the front. "Lose what? If it's not enough, just tell auntie, and I'll add noodles for free." "Thank you, Aunt Wang." After Chen Mo greeted her with a smile, he gently blew on the edge of the bowl, pretending to drink the soup. As a result, when Su Yuqing fished out the soft boiled egg from under the noodles and was about to pierce the golden egg membrane with the tip of her chopsticks, Chen Mo suddenly picked up 2 of the extra pieces of beef from her bowl. "This is what I got in exchange for my reputation, I get a share." In the steamy heat of the noodle soup, he chewed the stolen beef with a sly smile. Looking at Chen Mo acting like a child, Su Yuqing could only smile indulgently. What else could she do? Although this shop looks small and dirty, the food and tableware are actually handled very cleanly. These tables and chairs are simply too old and have developed a patina from long use. Moreover, the food tastes delicious. After Su Yuqing tasted a few bites, her eyes lit up. It is said that delicious food can make people happy, and indeed it is so. Seeing that Su Yuqing's mood had obviously improved, Chen Mo was even happier than if he had eaten something delicious himself. He admired Su Yuqing's joyful expression as she savored the food while eating the beef noodles in his own bowl. The noodles were still the same as before, but today's bowl tasted far more delicious than usual. Mainly because there was delicious food in front of him, and even more delightful scenery on the side to enhance the meal. Having thoroughly enjoyed the lunch, Chen Mo smiled and said to Su Yuqing, "Now that we're here, let's go sit at my grandparents' house for a bit before we head back. It's been a while since I've been back to see them." "Oh, so Mo is bringing his girlfriend back to see his grandparents. Such a wonderful granddaughter-in-law, those two will probably be overjoyed when they see her," Aunt Wang said with a smile as she cleared the table. "I don't know when my good-for-nothing son will be as successful as you. He's already in college, and he hasn't even dated a single girl." "Oh, Brother Zhao is such a handsome and talented man. Why are you worrying about that? He might be secretly keeping it from you," Chen Mo said with a smile, picking up the conversation. "If it were really as you say, that would be great." Aunt Wang smiled and looked at Su Yuqing again, becoming more and more satisfied the more she looked. After the two had walked away, she couldn't help but say to the colleague beside her, "That child used to be so naughty, but he was also very considerate. Seeing that I was busy, he wanted to come and help me when he was just that big. Time really flies. In the blink of an eye, he's already grown into such a handsome young man, and he's even found such a beautiful girlfriend. That's wonderful. You should learn from him. Gentle and caring boys are more likely to be liked." Hearing the proprietress say this, the shop assistant next to her looked at himself in the mirror on the nearby wall. Looking at his goblin-like face in the mirror, he couldn't help but smile bitterly. This isn't about being gentle, it's clearly about looks. Listening to Chen Mo skillfully chatting with the familiar neighbors about their daily lives, Su Yuqing suddenly discovered that life was so full of the flavor of everyday life. It turned out that people could laugh so happily and contentedly in the midst of the ordinary. Chapter 31. This is your granddaughter-in-law. Watching the simple yet joyful way of life of the people around her, Su Yuqing's heart was gradually touched. Many people's children in the old district have left their sides, and the elderly are managing their own lives alone. In their lives, it's not necessarily the case that they need someone by their side at all times to feel joy or the value of being alive. Looking at these elderly people, Su Yuqing gradually understood something. People don't necessarily have to be needed by others to live well. Chatting along the way with familiar elders about their daily lives, what would have been a short trip took Chen Mo and Su Yuqing a full half hour before they finally arrived at his grandparents' house. His grandparents lived in a relatively new villa, which Chen Mo's parents had rebuilt for the elderly couple on the foundation of their original small bungalow after they became successful. It was practically the only one of its kind in the neighborhood, so the old couple usually felt very proud in front of others when they went out. Since the neighbors nearby were all old acquaintances, most households didn't bother closing their doors during the day. When Chen Mo arrived at his grandparents' house, the courtyard gate was open. In the yard, a yellow-haired Chinese rural dog was tied to a pomelo tree. Woof, huff huff huff. Seeing Chen Mo's arrival, the dog excitedly tapped its forepaws in place like it was doing a tap dance. Its tail had already wagged into a propeller, and its tongue lolled out as it panted faster, even letting out some low whimpers. It was clear that the dog was excited from not having seen its little master in a long time. When Chen Mo was a child, his grandparents had a dog named Di Huang Big Yellow. Because of its old age, it passed away 2 years ago. The old couple were very unaccustomed to suddenly missing a constant canine companion in their home, so Chen Mo bought them the Xiao Huang Little Yellow 2 years ago, hoping that it could bring them more emotional companionship. Xiao Huang, did you miss me? Chen Mo said with a smile as he crouched down in front of Xiao Huang, reaching out his hand to touch its head. As a result, Xiao Huang excitedly began to frantically lick his hand with its tongue. Stop licking, stop licking. Chen Mo helplessly rubbed Xiao Huang's head a few times before turning on the nearby faucet to wash his hands. The dog was simply too enthusiastic and he couldn't handle it. Looking at how close Xiao Huang and Chen Mo were, Su Yuqing's heart trembled slightly. Because she lacked the love and companionship of her parents, she had also wanted to keep a puppy at home. However, she was rejected by her adoptive father and mother because her mother was pregnant at the time. They said that raising pets was not a good idea. Although Su Yuqing didn't quite understand, she was sensible and didn't say anything more. Later, the first child was lost for some reason. Su Yuqing was still young and didn't understand the situation. She only knew that her mother's belly seemed to no longer have a baby, so the reason for not being able to keep small animals before had disappeared. So, she once again took the opportunity to mention this matter. As a result, her parents were annoyed because the first child was lost. When she brought up keeping a puppy again, they scolded her severely and even blamed her for it. From then on, she never dared to mention wanting small animals again. Later, her mother became pregnant again and the family welcomed a little brother. When her brother was 5 and Su Yuqing was 15, her brother said he wanted a puppy and soon a puppy joined the family. There was no reason needed, simply because he wanted one, he could have one. Su Yuqing had ample reasons for wanting a puppy. She only hoped for a companion when her parents weren't home and she was lonely, but she was completely ignored. At that moment, Su Yuqing realized that her parents weren't against having pets, but that the person making the request was the problem. It suddenly dawned on her that she was already a superfluous member of this family, so what right did she have to demand that the family add another superfluous member for her sake? But it was different for someone who was genuinely a part of the family. He was inherently a member of this family, and her parents could compromise on anything he wanted to add to it. That was the first time she truly felt how unvalued she was and what kind of presence she had in the family. That day, heartbroken, she stormed out of the house. That day was also a rainy day, but the rain was just a light, misty drizzle. It was as if the tears seeping from Su Yuqing's heart were falling. Also on this day, at her father's house, she was disliked by her father's daughter. Originally, she wanted to come to her father's house to find some sense of belonging, because her father had once told her that if she felt wronged or unhappy at her mother's house, she could come to her father's house to complain. As a result, because her father was slightly nicer to her, she was regarded by her father's daughter as an invader who had come to steal her father's love, and she was driven away amidst tears and tantrums. Originally, her father had scolded his daughter a couple of times, but as soon as her stepmother came out, her father immediately wilted. Seeing such a scene, Su Yuqing couldn't stay any longer, so she ran out of the house again. That day, she stood sadly on the rooftop. People are so fragile sometimes. When years of pent-up negative emotions erupt all at once, the spirit can't help but collapse in that instant. That day, Su Yuqing let the gentle breeze and drizzle fall on her, feeling that in all the vastness of the world, there was no place for her. But just as she thought this, the boy she had met in her childhood suddenly and repeatedly appeared before her eyes for some reason, her mind replaying all the interactions within those short 15 days like a revolving lantern. Then come to my house, we can be a family. Simple words, echoing repeatedly in her mind. At that moment, she stopped and found a pillar to support her to live on. People are so strong sometimes. As long as they can grasp even a tiny bit of hope and despair, they can support themselves to walk on again with difficulty. Yuqing. Ah, what are you spacing out about? A sudden icy coolness touched her face. Su Yuqing then realized that Chen Mo, after washing his hands, had deliberately pressed the back of his cold hand against her cheek. Seeing Su Yuqing regain her senses, Chen Mo smiled and withdrew his hand. Su Yuqing looked at him, her gaze becoming incredibly gentle, a smile of relief and ease gracing her face. Some memories should be sealed away. Hearing the commotion in the yard, the family members slowly walked out. Oh, Mo is here. Why didn't you call Grandma beforehand? Have you had lunch? Grandma will make some for you right away. As soon as Grandma saw Chen Mo, her eyes narrowed with joy. I've eaten, Grandma. I came here with a friend, just passing by to see you all, so I didn't call in advance, Chen Mo said with a smile. Only then did Grandma notice the exceptionally beautiful young girl with Chen Mo, with her clean and fresh appearance. And who is this? Grandma couldn't recognize her for a moment. Your granddaughter-in-law, Chen Mo said jokingly with a smile. Really? Grandma was immediately overjoyed. Her voice even trembled with excitement. Come closer so Grandma can get a good look at you. Su Yuqing's pretty face flushed instantly. She glanced at Chen Mo with a reproachful yet charming look and then slowly walked towards Grandma. Chapter 32, Real Granddaughter-in-Law, Adopted Grandson. Seeing that Grandma was trembling with excitement, Chen Mo was afraid that the old woman might get too agitated and something bad might happen, so he quickly explained, I'm just kidding. She's my good friend. Her name is Su Yuqing. We're just taking advantage of the good weather to come to the old park to fly kites today. The old woman only heard what she wanted to hear, and Chen Mo's explanation was directly ignored by her. Good, good, good. This young lady is truly beautiful. By the way, what did you say your name was? Grandma looked at Su Yuqing happily. Su Yuqing, Chen Mo said again from the side. As a result, Grandma pushed him behind her. I didn't ask you. Hello, Grandma. Just call me Yuqing. Su Yuqing smiled gently at the grandma, behaving gracefully and generously. Yuqing is good, you are beautiful, and your name is nice too, wonderful. Grandma looked at Su Yuqing with a smile, gently patted her small hand and said with a smile, oh dear, this visit is too sudden. Grandma didn't have time to prepare a gift for our first meeting. Your little hand is empty. Next time you come, Grandma will give you 2 big jade bracelets. While speaking, the grandma had already measured Su Yuqing's wrist with her hand. Just now, he was still her precious grandson, but now that she has a granddaughter-in-law, she directly left her grandson aside. Chen Mo couldn't help but feel a little speechless. Why didn't he realize before that his grandma had the same abstract personality as his mother? How can there be such a thing as mother-in-law and daughter-in-law inheriting traits from each other across the distance? While speaking, the grandma suddenly remembered something and shouted towards the inner room, old man, come out quickly, Mo is here. Soon, an old man who looked full of energy walked out of the inner room quickly with 2 walnuts in his hand. Momo, it's been almost half a year since you came to see Grandpa. It seems your studies are very busy, Grandpa said with a smile after seeing Chen Mo. At this time, Grandma suddenly pulled him over and said, hurry up and see who else is here. Only then did Grandpa's gaze fall on Su Yuqing beside him. Oh my, what a beautiful young lady. This wouldn't be Momo's girlfriend, would it? We're just good friends. Chen Mo explained again. So it really is his girlfriend. Sigh, look at the trouble this caused. Momo, why didn't you tell us earlier? You let your grandparents meet her so suddenly, we don't even have a gift to give. Grandpa immediately glared at Chen Mo. This time, Chen Mo was completely speechless. Are your ears good or not? You only hear what you want to hear, right? Although he was complaining in his heart, Chen Mo was actually filled with many emotions when he saw his grandparents again. During those 10 years, Grandma passed away first. Grandpa, depressed and missing her, fell seriously ill after a long period of sorrow and eventually followed her. Suddenly seeing them alive and well, reappearing in his life, Chen Mo was struggling to suppress the urge to cry. Suddenly, Grandpa seemed to remember something and rushed back into the inner room. Before long, he came running back with 2 pouches. These are pouches that your grandma made herself a few days ago. They contain the safety and health talismans that she prayed for. Originally, they were meant for Momo's parents, to be sent overseas. Since you 2 are here first, I'll give them to you first. Those 2 can wait a little longer, Grandpa said with a smile, placing the 2 knitted woolen pouches into Chen Mo's and Su Yuqing's hands respectively. Ordinary is true, and health is a blessing. I hope you 2 little ones can be healthy and safe, Grandpa said with a smile. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you, Grandma. Su Yuqing said with a smile, extending both hands to respectfully accept the knitted pouches. We're all family, no need to say thank you, you're being too polite. Come inside and sit down. Grandma, pulling Su Yuqing, was about to head into the house. I already said we're just good friends. Chen Mo explained again, afraid that Su Yuqing was feeling awkward. In the end, neither Grandpa nor Grandma paid him any attention and they went into the house on their own, bringing with them the granddaughter-in-law they had already decided on in their hearts. Leaving behind the treasured grandson who was supposed to be showered with affection but whom no one cared about at this moment, Chen Mo shook his head with a wry smile and followed them into the house. Chen Mo knew that his grandparents were just teasing him on purpose. However, the care and sense of family that they showed towards Su Yuqing caused a huge shock in Su Yuqing's heart. Feeling the importance of Grandma's rough hand tightly holding hers, she suddenly had an urge to cry for some unknown reason. The past self was unwelcome and considered a burden wherever he went. But the current self is actually regarded as a treasure, like a pearl in the palm, held tightly and reluctant to let go. She hadn't enjoyed this feeling of being cared for by grandparents since her maternal grandparents passed away. Looking at Chen Mo's grandparents, she couldn't help but think of her own maternal grandparents. Unknowingly, 2 lines of clear tears had already slid from her eyes. Why? She didn't want to cry, and she was clearly happy. She wanted to show her grandparents her happy smile, but she never expected that they would see her face covered in tears. Oh dear, Yuqing, what's wrong? Did Grandma hold your hand too tightly? Grandma quickly let go of her hand, looking at Su Yuqing with some self-reproach. I am so sorry. Grandma usually does a lot of heavy work and my hands don't know how much strength they have. No, it's not that. Seeing the old woman's anxious and self-reproachful face, Su Yuqing quickly threw herself into her grandmother's arms and hugged her. I just suddenly miss my maternal grandparents. Feeling the child's slightly trembling body in her arms, the grandmother suddenly understood. She immediately held Su Yuqing and gently stroked her back to comfort her. The grandmother keenly felt the child's sensitivity and fragility. Faced with Su Yuqing's emotional outburst, all 3 of them didn't say a word, simply comforting her quietly, waiting for her to calm down on her own. After some time, Su Yuqing's emotions finally improved a little. She got up, just preparing to rub her eyes, when a soft handkerchief suddenly gently touched her face. Gentle words rang out in her ear at just the right moment. There are a lot of bacteria on your hands, don't rub your eyes haphazardly. Chen Mo had always retained the habit instilled in him by his mother, which was to carry a clean handkerchief with him. He hadn't gotten back the previous handkerchief from Lin Yuan yet. This was another one of his. Taking Chen Mo's handkerchief, Su Yuqing wiped away her tears, then looked apologetically at her grandmother, her voice soft as she said, "I'm sorry, Grandma, I didn't mean to cry." "Silly child, there's nothing to apologize for. The fact that you see the shadows of your maternal grandparents in your paternal grandparents means you feel close to us." Grandma couldn't be happier. "I imagine your maternal grandparents treated you very well before," Grandma said with a smile. Su Yuqing nodded. "Don't cry now, okay? From now on, Grandpa and Grandma will dote on you too, just like your maternal grandparents did. If that stinky brat Chen Mo dares to bully you, come to Grandma and complain, and see if Grandma doesn't spank him." Grandma's comforting words, delivered with a beaming smile, brought immense solace to Su Yuqing, a girl who had lacked the nourishment of familial love since childhood. In an instant, tears of gratitude welled up in her eyes once more, uncontrollably. "Well, if we really are going to have a granddaughter-in-law, it looks like this precious grandson of mine will become an abandoned child. There's no justice." Seeing his grandmother use him to coax the girl, Chen Mo couldn't help but retort. His remark instantly made Su Yuqing smile through her tears, and the grandparents couldn't help but jokingly scold him. "We usually spoil you so much, can't we spoil you less for even one day without you saying so much?" Chapter 33. So you two were fated. Feeling this family atmosphere, Su Yuqing's nervousness from her first meeting with Chen Mo's grandparents had unknowingly dissipated long ago. They were both as kind as if they were family. Looking at the old woman's wrinkled face, which was full of smiles, she suddenly recalled the scene of her grandmother simmering sweet soup by the stove when she was young, and her eyes slightly warmed. It turned out that true affection never needed deliberate flattery. Like the spring water dripping from the eaves, it silently soaked the thin ice in her heart. Once inside, Grandma immediately happily rummaged out a photo album. These are all photos of Momo when he was little. When he was a child, he was round and chubby and extremely adorable. Hearing this, Su Yuqing instantly became interested, looking at the photo album in Grandma's hand with an expectant expression. Grandma flipped the photo album to the title page. The corners of the photos under the plastic film were slightly curled. This was when Momo had just been born. She pointed to the infant wrapped in a pink swaddling cloth in the delivery room, its wrinkled little face flushed red from crying. The nurses all said they had never seen a child with such a loud voice, saying this child is full of vitality. Su Yuqing's fingertip hovered above the photo, as if she could touch the milky scent congealed on the newborn Slanugo. The next photo showed a chubby baby at his first birthday banquet, wearing a red bib and sitting on a Grand Master's chair, with an abacus, a pen, and a toy stethoscope placed in front of him. "Can you please pay attention to the privacy of the person involved?" Seeing that his grandma had turned to a photo of him naked, Chen Mo immediately protested. Grandma said with a smile, "Don't worry, those photos of you with your little bird exposed are in another album. Those are for your wife to see after you get married." Upon hearing this, Chen Mo's face couldn't help but flush red, and Su Yuqing covered her mouth, giggling. As the album was flipped, the yellowed photo paper rustled, and Su Yuqing's fingertip suddenly touched a photo. She didn't expect that. She thought today was the first time she had taken a group photo with Chen Mo, but she never thought that she had already had a group photo with Chen Mo. This was probably taken when Momo was about 6 or 7 years old. His mom took it for him at the nearby park. Grandma looked at Su Yuqing curiously, wondering why she was reacting so strongly to this photo. "Is there anything wrong with this photo?" Su Yuqing smiled and pointed her finger at the little girl sitting on a seat a little behind Chen Mo. "Grandma, that's me when I was little." Hearing this, Grandma immediately grabbed the old mirror on the table, brought it closer to her eyes, and then laughed. "Oh my, Yuqing was so cute when she was little. So you two are destined for each other," Grandma said with a smile. "Then when you get married in the future, we'll print this photo out for you to keep as a memento." "I told you, we're just good friends," Chen Mo said speechlessly. "Good friends can't get married. Doesn't it all start with being good friends first? Grandma is just thinking ahead for you," Grandma said with a chuckle. Su Yuqing's face turned slightly red, but she didn't say anything. As she flipped through the photos one by one, Su Yuqing looked at Chen Mo, who had been cute since he was a child and gradually grew more and more handsome. She felt that she could never get enough of these photos in a short time. If she hadn't seen Chen Mo sitting next to her, she would have secretly taken pictures with her mobile phone and gone back to appreciate them slowly. Su Yuqing stayed at her grandparents' house for a whole afternoon, but she didn't feel bored being with the elders. Time didn't seem to drag on. On the contrary, she felt that time passed a little quickly. It felt like they hadn't been together for long before the sky began to turn red. In Chen Mo's grandparents, she finally felt once again the feeling of being cared for by the elders in the family, a feeling she had only experienced when she was with her maternal grandparents. This made her a little reluctant to leave. "Grandpa, Grandma, it's getting late, and we have school tomorrow, so we'll head back now. We'll come visit you again when we have time." Chen Mo glanced at the sky outside. He had also promised Su Yuqing that he would treat her to a feast of snacks. If they hurried back to the new district now, they should be able to catch the night market. Won't you stay for dinner before you leave? It's rare for Yuqing to visit, and she hasn't even had a meal. Grandma wanted to cook something delicious for them. I promised Yuqing I would treat her to snacks. Next time, I'll let you know in advance so you can buy some good ingredients and cook, Chen Mo said with a smile. That's true. You came so suddenly, and we don't have much good food at home to treat Yuqing. Well, Yuqing, next time you come, let Grandma show you her cooking skills, Grandma said with a smile, holding Su Yuqing's hand and patting it reluctantly. I look forward to it, Su Yuqing replied with a sweet smile. Leaving Grandpa and Grandma's house, the two walked out side by side, feeling that the sunset today was exceptionally beautiful. Arriving near the park, Su Yuqing stopped on the bluestone path, looking up at the fiery clouds in the sky, her eyes reflecting the flowing light. The wind brushed past her loose hair, her skirt fluttering like butterfly wings, so beautiful. She murmured softly, her fingers unconsciously clutching at Chen Mo's sleeve. Chen Mo turned his head to look at her profile, outlined by the glow of the sunset. Her eyelashes cast delicate shadows, and the lines from the tip of her nose to her chin were as soft as an elaborate fine brush painting. He held Su Yuqing's phone and smiled. Such a beautiful scene, don't you want to take a picture? Su Yuqing awkwardly adjusted her bangs, but the moment the camera was pointed at her, she froze like a puppet. Chen Mo suddenly noticed that Su Yuqing was the same this morning, appearing very unnatural when taking pictures. It was as if she rarely took photos, or that every time she did, she was in a rather awkward mood. Chen Mo suddenly recalled that when he was investigating in the previous timeline, he indeed hadn't seen many photos of Su Yuqing. The only photo with Su Yuqing that Chen Mo had seen in her mother's house was a family portrait with her stepfather, mother, and half-brother. However, in that photo, Su Yuqing was visibly awkward. Although all four of them appeared to be smiling, her smile seemed forced. Perhaps, in Su Yuqing's mind, photos were a medium for recording beautiful moments. And she didn't have any beautiful moments worth recording, except for the one taken with her maternal grandparents. That one was the only photo where she smiled genuinely from the heart. She had sealed it away in her most treasured drawer. Since her maternal grandparents passed away, she rarely took photos, and she seldom smiled sincerely in photos. Watching her clumsy, uncoordinated movements on the screen, Chen Mo smiled gently and approached her, saying, "Relax. There's nothing awkward about taking photos, especially for a beautiful girl like you. You're practically the best model." Listening to Chen Mo's glib compliments, the tension in Su Yuqing's heart dissipated quite a bit. At this moment, Chen Mo's warm palm suddenly covered her clasped hands. Put your left hand on the railing, tilt your head slightly towards me. The scent of citrus wafted over as he leaned in. Su Yuqing's ears flushed, allowing him to arrange her into a seemingly casual pose. Chapter 34, At that moment, he only had eyes for me. Snap. As the shutter clicked, the first photo with Su Yuqing as the main subject in her adulthood was born, taken by the most important person in her heart. The afterglow of the setting sun pierced through the gaps in the camphor leaves, weaving a layer of fragmented gold gauze on Su Yuqing's shoulders. Chen Mo's knuckles holding the phone were slightly hot. The girl in the viewfinder was looking up at the passing flock of pigeons, the curve from her jaw to her collarbone taut like a swan extending its neck in a soft and beautiful arc. As the wind swept past, she subconsciously raised her hand to hold down her fluttering stray hairs, the bones of her wrist appearing as lustrous as jade in the backlight. Chen Mo lowered his eyes to examine the finished shot. In the picture, Su Yuqing's profile was bathed in a warm orange-like mist, the shadow cast by the bridge of her nose perfectly outlining the full contour of her lip. Chen Mo's thumb gently zoomed in on the details on the screen in the backlight. Su Yuqing's eyelashes were like butterfly antennae dipped in honey, the corners of her lips unconsciously pursing into a gentle ripple. This hint of a smile was different from the stiff mask in the family photo. It was a shallow, shimmering light that spread from the depths of her eyes. See if you're satisfied. As he handed the phone over, the warmth of his palm still lingered on the edge of the screen. Su Yuqing hesitated and leaned closer, but she held her breath the moment she clearly saw the picture. The rosy light gilded her silhouette with a fuzzy golden edge, the light spots dancing in her hair like stardust falling. It turned out that when the camera was no longer intimidating, the frozen moments could be so vivid and alive. It was the first time she realized that she could be so beautiful in photos. You took them so well. Her fingertip traced the halo of light on the screen, the end of her sentence as light as a sigh. The sweet fragrance of roasted chestnuts drifted in the wind from 20 meters away, intermingling with the clear citrus scent on Chen Mo, creating a reassuring aroma. Chen Mo suddenly switched the camera mode to continuous shooting. Come on, try waving at the pigeons. Before she could react, a flock of white feathers had already swept across the sky, boiling with fiery clouds. Su Yuqing instinctively raised her face and stretched out her hand, the wind filling the sleeves of her chiffon shirt, and in an instant, thousands of feathers danced with her hair. In the viewfinder, her pupils held half the sunset, reflecting the gentle wrinkles of the entire world. After taking a few more photos of Su Yuqing, the bus arrived. Chen Mo hurriedly bought a bag of roasted chestnuts, and then he and Su Yuqing boarded the returning bus together. As Chen Mo ate the sweet and hot chestnuts, Su Yuqing repeatedly caressed the photo album on her phone. Each photo taken by Chen Mo was of herself kissed by light and wind. She suddenly felt a little more fondness for herself. The Su Yuqing who felt unneeded, whose perception was so distorted that she loathed herself, now felt a little bit of the different kinds of love in the world. Learning to love oneself is also a form of love. She secretly set that backlit profile picture as her lock screen. It turned out that when the person standing on the other side of the lens was someone worthy of entrusting the stars to, the moment became eternity. Looking at this photo, it was as if she saw the boy, gilded with the golden light of the twilight, standing in front of her, so focused that he only looked at her. In that instant, she was the only one in his eyes. "Are you admiring my photography skills?" Chen Mo said with a smile, handing over a chestnut that was already half peeled. Su Yuqing reached out, took it, and said with a smile, "Have you studied photography before?" "No, just a hobby," Chen Mo said with a smile. Before, his study of photography was purely to capture the details of every suspect when obtaining evidence. Unknowingly, he became interested in this field, so he learned a little more. Now he finally had the opportunity to use it. Looking at the photo on the phone's screensaver, Su Yuqing's face was full of happiness. Returning to the new district, Chen Mo took Su Yuqing directly to the night market. "This is the perfect time. The night market has just opened, and there won't be too many people. Let us go early, order our food, and run, or else we'll be crushed to death later," Chen Mo said with a smile, taking Su Yuqing's hand and jogging all the way to the night market. At the entrance of the night market, neon signs lit up one after another, and the sizzling sound from the oil pan, accompanied by the aroma of cumin, rushed towards them. Chen Mo skillfully weaved through the stalls. Su Yuqing gently tugged at his sleeve. He looked as if he were leading a snail cautiously emerging from its shell. "I want the takoyaki a bit crispier," he gestured to the white-hatted vendor. Turning around, he saw Su Yuqing staring blankly at the teppanyaki squid. The bright red chili oil glistened and dripped on the squid tentacles. Her throat bobbed slightly. "If you want to eat it, buy it. Tell me what you want. Consider it in advance on your salary. You can repay me with your work later." Chen Mo knew Su Yuqing would feel awkward and resistant if she only used his money, so he said this to ease her psychological burden. Chen Mo grabbed the grilled squid and placed the bamboo skewer in her palm. Su Yuqing took a small bite, and a look of satisfaction and happiness quickly spread across her face. "You're too easily satisfied." Chen Mo smiled as he looked at Su Yuqing. "If I married you, you'd definitely be easy to take care of." Smiling as he watched Su Yuqing eat, Chen Mo held the small meatballs in his hand, occasionally feeding her and himself one each. Soon, the squid and meatballs were all eaten. Chen Mo had taken half of the squid because he was worried she would get too full, her stomach too small to hold more delicacies. Now that they were out, he wanted Su Yuqing to be able to taste more delicious food tonight. "Try this." The crust of the freshly fried golden curry puff pastry was cracked, and white mist billowed out. After Chen Mo gently blew on it a couple of times, he brought it to Su Yuqing's lips. "Blow on it first if it's still hot." Before he could finish speaking, Su Yuqing was already hissing from the heat, but she couldn't bear to spit out the dense mashed potatoes. Her adorable appearance, with her cheeks puffed out and stomping her feet, made Chen Mo bend over with laughter. Behind them, the light and shadows wove a flowing galaxy. Before the painting stall, Su Yuqing gazed as the amber-colored syrup meandered into a swan on the stone slab. With a slight tremor of his wrist, the old craftsman dotted out feathers, one by one. "Open your mouth." Chen Mo held the slightly charred hawthorn candy to her lips. The instant Su Yuqing bit down, frost landed on the tip of her nose like a snowflake. He raised his phone, freezing that moment in time. In the viewfinder, the girl's eyes held the light of 10,000 homes, more brilliant than all the neon lights behind her. From around the corner drifted the sweet fragrance of osmanthus-flavored rice wine. In the distance, the cries of a roasted sweet potato vendor mingled with the crisp, glass-like sound of candied hawthorns, weaving together into a warm nocturne. Watching Chen Mo treat her like a little piglet, wanting her to taste everything, Su Yuqing felt both the satisfaction of being surrounded by delicious food and the happiness of being cherished by someone she cared about. Surrounded by this double happiness, Su Yuqing felt incredibly relaxed and joyful. In the past, when she wanted to eat these snacks, she had to beg her parents for a long time to reluctantly get a little money to buy some treats. Recalling the scene after her half-brother was born, where her parents doted on him to the extreme, feeding him all kinds of delicious food, letting him eat half and throw away half, Su Yuqing immediately shook her head to throw that bad memory out of her mind. Chapter 35 Lover, Enemy. When Su Yuqing came back to her senses, she suddenly realized that Chen Mo, who had been by her side, had disappeared without her knowing when. This made her subconsciously panic and look around. "What are you looking at?" Chen Mo suddenly came out from behind her and even conjured up a string of candied hawthorns. "Try some. I'm already full." Looking at Chen Mo, Su Yuqing touched her little belly, her lips curving into an arc of happiness and distress. "Let me check." Chen Mo smiled and reached out his hand, causing Su Yuqing to shyly step back. However, she was afraid the boy would misunderstand that she disliked his touch, so she suddenly stopped. Chen Mo didn't actually touch her, he was just teasing Su Yuqing. He withdrew his hand, the corners of his mouth slightly raised as he said, "This is dessert, it won't fill you up, and hawthorn helps with digestion." Looking at the hawthorn fruit that Chen Mo brought to her lips, Su Yuqing couldn't help but gently bite off one. When the hawthorn wrapped in its icy coat was gently bitten open in her mouth, the sourness and sweetness exploded on her tongue, just like the throbbing surging in her chest at this moment. She glanced at Chen Mo, worried that he would mind her retreat just now. But amidst the crisp sound of the shell cracking, she saw Chen Mo reach out his finger and touch her face, gently wiping away the residue from the corner of her mouth. The touch of his fingertip was soft and warm. Just as the two were having a sweet moment, Chen Mo suddenly noticed a familiar figure crouching nearby. Zhou Hao, what are you doing here? As he spoke, Chen Mo followed Zhou Hao's gaze and saw that he was looking at a ponytail girl who was helping her father make barbecue. Hearing Chen Mo's voice, Zhou Hao was stunned for a moment and immediately laughed and said, "No, a friend asked me out for a gathering. I'm waiting for a friend." Seeing this ponytail girl, Chen Mo suddenly reacted. He remembered what happened to Zhou Hao in the previous timeline. Zhou Hao and this girl got together in the previous timeline, but because the girl's father heard that his reputation was not very good, he prevented the girl from being with him. For this reason, Zhou Hao tried hard to make changes, wanting to change the girl's father's opinion, but knowing a person's face but not their heart, and influenced by the saying, "It is easier to change mountains and rivers than to alter one's character," the girl's father had absolutely no trust in Zhou Hao. But the girl herself was watching how Zhou Hao was trying his best to change for her. The long hair that her father disliked, he cut short. The tattoo that her father disliked, he tried his best to remove, although it couldn't be completely removed, but he tried. Her father didn't like his group of hangers-on, so he gradually distanced himself, keeping only a few true brothers. After all, he didn't really have many sincere friends to begin with. He was aware that some were just for show. At the beginning, everyone was just huddling together for warmth, pretending to be tough to protect themselves. Her father didn't like him smoking, so he quit. Her father didn't like the way he dressed, so he changed his style to be neat and clean. But no matter how much he did, in the eyes of the girl's father, he was still a wolf, doing his utmost to disguise himself, trying to deceive his daughter's feelings. This girl was also a very strong-willed girl, otherwise Zhou Hao wouldn't have taken a liking to her. The father's repeated distrust despite the boy's best efforts to change for her sake was something the girl herself could no longer tolerate. So, in a fit of pique, she ran off and moved directly into Zhou Hao's house. Zhou Hao's mother was naturally very happy that Zhou Hao had found a girl willing to defy her own father for him, but she couldn't bear to see the girl really fall out with her father. Therefore, she often advised the girl to go back and have a good talk with her father and start over. But thinking about her father's unreasonable attitude, completely failing to see Zhou Hao's changed demeanor and his good points, the girl stubbornly refused to return. Seeing this, Zhou Hao's mother could only take the girl in for a few days, hoping to talk to the girl's father about the matter so that he could understand his daughter's feelings a little. Unexpectedly, not only did the girl's father show no understanding of his daughter's feelings, but he actually called the police and came to the door, angrily denouncing Zhou Hao for ruining his daughter's reputation and threatening to sue him for rape. That day, the incident blew up and all the neighbors came out to watch. Zhou Hao's mother already had complications from uremia, including electrolyte imbalance, high blood pressure, and heart disease, making her physical condition extremely fragile. Suddenly seeing her son being falsely accused of rape and about to be taken away by the police for investigation, and thinking about what Zhou Hao would face at school if this reputation spread, she became overly agitated on the spot. This caused her blood pressure to rise and her heart to bear a heavier burden, ultimately leading to death from a sudden onset of cardiovascular complications. At that moment, the girl's father was also dumbfounded. He had originally wanted to use this opportunity to scare Zhou Hao so that he would not dare to pester his daughter anymore. He never expected that it would lead to a loss of life. When he saw Zhou Hao's grief and despair and the man's devouring gaze, he panicked. The two families, who could have become one, were now mortal enemies from that moment on. Zhou Hao's mother was his greatest emotional anchor, the person he loved most besides the girl, yet she had been angered to death just like that. One could only imagine the intensity of resentment and rage in Zhou Hao's heart. If not for the girl's intervention, he would have risked his life to fight the girl's father on the spot, even with the police present. With things having escalated to this point, their relationship naturally had to end. Although the girl's father eventually relented, perhaps due to remorse for his mistakes or after finally learning about Zhou Hao's true character, and allowed the two to be together. But everything was already in the past. Looking at his mother's portrait, Zhou Hao couldn't help but think about the girl's father all the time. He couldn't go against his conscience and live with the daughter of the man who killed his mother. In the end, the two broke up. His mother was gone and his lover was gone as well. Before long, Zhou Hao dropped out of school and moved away from the city. Where exactly he went and what he did in between, Chen Mo didn't know. But Chen Mo knew the ultimate outcome because, years later, he ran into Zhou Hao while investigating a case. The Zhou Hao then was no longer the Zhou Hao of the past. Having experienced the drastic changes in his family, there was nothing left in his life for him to cherish. He was like a walking corpse. He didn't understand why he was alive. He was just simply living, becoming a homeless person, his clothes unable to cover his body, sleeping under the bridge. Chen Mo didn't recognize him at first glance. When speaking to him, he only had one sentence in his mouth, which was that he remembered he had a mother-killing enemy and he wanted revenge. As for why he couldn't carry it out, he had forgotten. Chapter 36 Strange Gaze. His love for his mother made him unable to forget the hatred for her killer. His love for the girl made him unable to avenge his mother's murder. Rather than being frantically squeezed in the whirlpool of two emotions every day and falling into endless pain, his brain would rather burn itself, activating the protection mechanism. So Johao finally went mad. Having gone mad, he finally didn't have to fall into the painful cycle every day. But apart from remembering that there was someone who killed his mother, he remembered nothing else. Johao's ending was tragic, so after Chen Mo returned, he really didn't want to see Johao possibly becoming a murderer who had gone astray. Even though the evidence that night seemed to have designated Johao as the only suspect Chen Mo could suspect, Chen Mo still didn't feel hatred or disgust towards him. It was because Chen Mo believed that he understood Johao's character fairly well and already knew everything Johao had experienced in the previous timeline, that he really found it hard to believe that Johao could be such an utterly wicked murderer. This led to the fact that even without other suspects, he still held a great deal of skepticism about the matter of Johao being a suspect. Watching Johao being drawn to the front of this girl again by the threads of fate, Chen Mo couldn't help but feel that perhaps he could do something to help Johao so that he could directly gain trust in front of the girl's father and allow his relationship with the girl to proceed more smoothly. Recalling the scene where his former friend had become a foolish, scantily clad madman, the heartache Chen Mo felt at that time was no less than witnessing Su Yuqing's murder. Since he had been given a chance to start over, he would make up for all his previous regrets. Thinking of this, Chen Mo suddenly had a flash of inspiration and came up with a good idea. He had originally planned to report a fugitive worth 100,000 to the police station. If he let Johao do it, the honor would be his. With the endorsement of the police station's honor, the girl's father's hostility towards Johao should be greatly reduced. Why should two families who could clearly become one family end up falling apart because of a misunderstanding? Chen Mo felt nothing for the girl's father, but he also knew that the tragedy was caused by his love for his daughter and his blind confidence in the experience of his older generation. Chen Mo didn't comment on the father's behavior, but the girl and Johao were the core people who shouldn't have been hurt the most in this incident, yet were the most injured. Chen Mo decided to intervene simply because he felt sorry for them. "Howsy?" Chen Mo suddenly called out to Johao. "What's up, Lao Mo?" Johao looked at Chen Mo with a puzzled expression. Chen Mo thought for a moment and said, "I'll tell you at school tomorrow." "What is it? Why are you being so mysterious?" Johao rubbed his head in confusion. As the two were talking, a young man leading a little boy by the hand while browsing the night market happened to walk past them. When he saw Chen Mo, the young man couldn't help but freeze in place. "Lin Yan, what a coincidence. You're taking your younger brother out for a stroll." At this time, Chen Mo also saw him and immediately waved his hand with a smile. Lin Yan didn't know what expression to make towards Chen Mo, so he nodded expressionlessly. He wanted to smile, but he felt a bit unsure what kind of smile he should show Chen Mo. Therefore, when facing Chen Mo, he would subconsciously enter a very serious state. "Brother Mo, hello." The little boy next to Lin Yuan was more relaxed than him. When he saw Chen Mo, he immediately greeted him sweetly because he had once seen Chen Mo helping his brother, so he had a good impression of this older brother. "Hello to you too, Yushi is so good." Chen Mo smiled and reached out to pat Lin Yushi's head. At this time, Chen Mo's gaze was on Lin Yushi, but Su Yuqing's gaze was on Lin Yuan, because she saw that the look in Lin Yuan's eyes as he looked at Chen Mo was very strange. Especially when he saw Chen Mo reaching out to touch Lin Yushi, there seemed to be an uncontrollable impulse and fervor in his eyes. Lin Yuan was very envious of the treatment his younger brother was enjoying at this moment, extremely envious, wishing he could take his place. But he couldn't show anything, because his intense emotions were difficult to express, to the point that he was trembling slightly. Su Yuqing rarely saw such impulsive and fanatical expressions on someone, which made her feel very strange. She even found it hard to tell whether the look Lin Yan was giving Chen Mo was benevolent or malicious. In short, it was a bizarre fanaticism. If it was malicious, then he probably wished Chen Mo were dead to have such an expression. If it was benevolent, Su Yuqing couldn't imagine why a benevolent look would feel so uncomfortable. Seeming to notice Su Yuqing's gaze, Lin Yan suddenly turned his head and looked sharply at her. This made Su Yuqing subconsciously take a slightly frightened step, hiding behind Chen Mo. Her small hand also couldn't help but nervously clutch the sleeve of Chen Mo's other hand tightly. At this moment, Chen Mo raised his head to look at Lin Yan, and almost instantly, Lin Yan's gaze immediately concealed all emotions and imposing manner. In front of Chen Mo, he was like a lifeless sculpture, forever with such a blank expression, and dim, dull eyes. Chen Mo couldn't understand what Lin Yan was usually thinking about. "You guys continue browsing. Brother Mo is full and is going to leave first." Chen Mo said goodbye to Lin Yan's sister, Lin Yushi, before looking at Lin Yan and saying, "I'm leaving now." Lin Yan nodded awkwardly, even slightly bowing his body. "Yuqing, are you really full? We have school tomorrow, so you need to sleep early today. I won't let you have any midnight snacks." Chen Mo turned his head and glanced at Su Yuqing. Hearing this, Lin Yuan's pupils dilated in shock. He looked at Chen Mo and Su Yuqing, opened his mouth as if to ask something, but ultimately closed it. I'm full, let's go. Su Yuqing seemed a little afraid of Lin Yuan and quickly walked out of the food street, pulling Chen Mo along. Brother, it wasn't until Lin Yushi vigorously shook his sleeve that Lin Yuan finally averted his gaze from the street corner where he could no longer see Chen Mo and Su Yuqing's backs. Brother, what are you spacing out about? Lin Yushi asked, puzzled. It's nothing, let's go get you something good to eat. Lin Yuan revealed a gentle smile that was unique to his family. This kind of gentle, caring older brother smile is absolutely impossible to see outside. Outsiders can only ever see Lin Yuan's expressionless face. Even in front of Chen Mo, his facial expressions rarely changed much. Hearing her brother say this, Lin Yushi immediately happily took her brother's hand and rushed towards the night market. However, although Lin Yuan's feet moved forward, his head still occasionally turned back to look at the intersection where he could no longer see anyone. On the outskirts of the night market, Chen Mo looked at Su Yuqing curiously. We should walk slowly after eating. Why are you pulling me so fast? Chapter 37. I have to feed you. No, I just felt like there were too many people just now, and I felt a little breathless. Su Yuqing took 2 deep breaths and, after considering it, spoke. Seeing this, Chen Mo didn't think too much and started walking home with Su Yuqing. Only Su Yuqing was still looking back at the direction of the night market, where the entrance could no longer be seen. She still felt that the expression Lin Yuan showed towards Chen Mo was not right. She couldn't help but start to recall how Chen Mo usually treated Lin Yuan at school. If Chen Mo had offended him in any way, he might hold a grudge. But after carefully recalling, all she could remember were Chen Mo's caring and loving actions as a classmate, providing help to Lin Yuan. She really couldn't imagine why Lin Yuan would look at Chen Mo with that kind of expression. At home, Su Yuqing sat on the sofa, gently rubbing her lower abdomen. Did you eat too much? Chen Mo looked at her and chuckled. Overeating is indeed not good. It's my fault for recommending so much delicious food. Next time, let's savor it slowly. As he spoke, Chen Mo came to sit beside her, took her small hands, gently placed them on her abdomen, and said, I'll teach you the correct way to rub. Take the navel as the center, stack your palms, left hand below, right hand above, and slowly circle clockwise. This direction aligns with the natural peristalsis of the intestines, which can accelerate gastric emptying and intestinal peristalsis, improving bloating. Use this kind of force, gently circling. Watching Chen Mo gently cover the back of her hand, assisting her palm to rotate and massage her stomach, Su Yuqing suddenly felt that she had seen this atmosphere somewhere before. She quickly realized that it was like when her mother was pregnant, her stepfather used to gently stroke her mother's belly and talk to the baby inside. Seeing Chen Mo's serious expression, she couldn't help but blush slightly. Seeing that Su Yuqing had already learned it, Chen Mo smiled, got up, and walked towards the kitchen while asking, Yuqing, do you usually feel like you have a lot of stomach acid? What does that feel like? It's just that sometimes if you eat late, you'll have acid reflux and discomfort in the upper part of your stomach. I don't think so. That's good. If you don't have much stomach acid, drinking some lemon tea can help with digestion. I'll make you a cup. Watching Chen Mo's busy figure in the kitchen, Su Yuqing sat on the sofa, feeling that this home, with only 2 people, was more warm and comfortable than before when she lived in a family of 4. In that home with 4 people, she always felt so out of place and couldn't even feel that it was her home. Logically, Su Yuqing's mother was still her biological mother and shouldn't have been so cold towards her. But in reality, she placed all her hatred for Su Yuqing's father on her own daughter. Especially since Su Yuqing's eyes and eyebrows were somewhat similar to her handsome, androgynous-looking father, this made Su Yuqing's mother feel more and more disgusted every time she saw Su Yuqing. However, Su Yuqing didn't understand this when she was a child. She had only heard that if her parents divorced, she must not follow her father because stepmothers were generally very fierce and terrible, so she chose her mother. Of course, although she couldn't completely believe what she had heard, reality did teach her a lesson. On her mother's side, her stepfather didn't often give her a bad attitude. But when she went to her father's house, that stepmother was always like a needle hidden in cotton, most likely to prick people. She rarely spoke, but when she did, every word was a fatal attack on the heart. So Su Yuqing's choice not to choose her father was indeed the right one. But it could only be considered as choosing the option with a slightly lower error coefficient among 2 unavoidable wrong choices. No matter which one she chose, she could hardly escape her gloomy childhood. Sitting quietly in the living room, Su Yuqing suddenly felt a little scared. She was afraid that the dreamlike beauty she had experienced these past 2 days was false. She was suddenly very afraid that when she closed her eyes tonight and opened them tomorrow, she would still be back in that cold, loveless family of 4. Just as Su Yuqing was in a daze, she suddenly felt a warm sensation on her forehead. Chen Mo had already walked over at some point, and he was now touching her forehead with his. This was something Chen Mo's mother often did when Chen Mo felt unwell, to check if his temperature was a problem, saying it was more accurate than measuring the temperature with the back of her hand. As a result, Chen Mo developed this habit. But he would only do this to people he was close to, he wouldn't just stick to anyone. You don't have a fever. Why do I feel like your reaction is a bit dull and your complexion isn't very good? Do you feel unwell somewhere? Chen Mo sat down beside Su Yuqing with some concern. Su Yuqing's complexion was not good just now purely because she was afraid that the happiness before her was just her illusion and it would shatter like a bubble. When a person has been in a depressed environment for a long time and suddenly experiences unimaginable happiness, for this kind of happiness that comes too suddenly, it will indeed make people enter a state of anxiety in the short term. Will she dare not believe it, or will she suddenly feel that she really deserves this kind of happiness? Su Yuqing gradually improved during the day, but she became anxious again at night. In fact, this is depression at work. From the moment she stepped onto the roof, depression had been with her in her growth. It's just that she met the pillar of her heart at the right time, allowing her to persevere. Depression, as a condition, can eventually be overcome if there is a suitable environment to help. But if the environment continues to be harsh, it becomes very difficult. Su Yuqing now has a good environment. All that is needed now is time to move on. Here, honey lemon water, with a touch of mint added. It's all good for your stomach. Chen Mo used a spoon to scoop up the honey lemon water he had prepared in the cup and slowly fed it to Su Yuqing's lips. As Chen Mo brought the porcelain spoon to Su Yuqing's lips, a wisp of sweet and sour aroma, mingled with the coolness of mint, immediately filled her nostrils. She held the warm tea in her mouth. The tip of her tongue first touched the dense sweetness of honey, then her eyelashes trembled slightly, stimulated by the lemon's mild sourness. The perfect warm current slid down her throat and into her stomach. The coolness of mint took effect at the end, neutralizing the temperature. How is it? Not bad, right? Su Yuqing nodded with a smile, but still said a little shyly, I'll just drink it myself. No, you're too full right now. This water can't be drunk directly like tea. It has to be fed to you slowly, one spoonful at a time. This way, it one tea increase the feeling of fullness and the effect will be the best. You can continue to rub your little belly and I'll feed you. Or, I can rub it for you, I wouldn't mind at all. Chen Mo used an extremely reasonable excuse in a half-joking manner, leaving Su Yuqing speechless. However, Su Yuqing felt both touched, gratified, and guilty in her heart for wasting Chen Mo's time feeding her slowly like this. Chapter 38. I really don't want to go back anymore. Watching Chen Mo, without the slightest impatience, patiently and gently feeding her the tea soup spoonful by spoonful into her mouth, Su Yuqing couldn't help but feel like crying again. Because the only person who had ever been so patient with her was her grandmother, who would patiently feed her brown sugar water when she was feeling unwell. This kind of love was too profound for her, it could only exist in her wildest dreams. With each mouthful of tea swallowed, she gradually lost the ability to taste it because her heart was already filled with a happiness sweeter than honey. When the last mouthful of tea went down, she felt the bloating in her stomach dissipate like a warm cloud, and her body became very relaxed and comfortable. Looking at you, you should be feeling much better, Chen Mo said with a cheerful smile. Su Yuqing said, looking at Chen Mo and smiling warmly. That's good. Only then did Chen Mo feel relieved. He got up and went into the kitchen. After washing the cups, he came back to sit with Su Yuqing and watch TV. Although the two of them didn't say a word afterward, Su Yuqing felt an incredibly warm companionship. More than an hour later, after confirming that Su Yuqing had fully digested, Chen Mo got up to take a shower. They had to go to school tomorrow, so they needed to go to bed early today. Having finished her bath and lying on the bed, Su Yuqing felt warmth envelop her entire body. That night, she dreamed again. She dreamed of her maternal grandparents. Overwhelmed with emotion, she rushed forward to embrace them, tears of happiness welling in her eyes as she recounted her current experiences to them. Her maternal grandparents simply stood there quietly, listening with gentle smiles on their faces. When Su Yuqing mentioned that there was a very, very good boy taking care of her, the smiles on her maternal grandparents' faces deepened. Suddenly, they looked towards the other side of the road, where a young man was standing. Grandparents, he's the one I was telling you about. His name is Chen Mo. Her maternal grandparents didn't speak, but simply looked at Su Yuqing with questioning smiles. Su Yuqing blushed, nodded, and replied, I like him. Her maternal grandparents were very happy. They looked up at Chen Mo again, then waved at Su Yuqing, signaling her to walk towards the other side. Su Yuqing looked at her maternal grandparents, feeling only that they were waving goodbye as they moved further away from her. But their expressions were serene and gratified, as if they had let go of everything. As her maternal grandparents disappeared, the boy from her dreams had somehow arrived at her side, silently taking her hand. He didn't say anything either, just watched quietly with a calm expression, yet it gave Su Yuqing a feeling of immense peace. The figures of her maternal grandparents suddenly reappeared in the sky, seeming to open their mouths to say something, but there was no sound. Only Su Yuqing heard what they were saying. Smiling through her tears, she waved at her maternal grandparents in the sky, Goodbye, Grandpa and Grandma. I will definitely take good care of myself from now on. Thank you for often coming to my dreams to comfort me. Soon everything was quiet again. Su Yuqing and the boy in her heart stood hand in hand in the middle of the road. The whole dream was silent, with only the rustling sound of the wind blowing through the sea. This seemed to be the feeling of peaceful and beautiful times. The dream was a simple one, but it brought Su Yuching a sense of security and peace. Long accumulated psychological issues cannot be easily healed by a burst of happiness over 2 days. However, the inner wounds are indeed being repaired bit by bit. In the past, her dreams were mostly nightmares. But now, for 2 consecutive days, the dreams she has had can't be considered nightmares. Yesterday's dream was a recollection of her childhood self and the boy in her heart. Today's dream was a farewell to the most reliable support she once had in her heart but could no longer obtain in real life. But an even more reliable support has appeared in her life and dreams. As her dreams changed, Su Yuching also felt her heart gradually changing. She got up in the morning and finished washing up. Chen Mo and Su Yuching also changed into their school uniforms. However, Su Yuching continued to wear the set she had worn on the previous rainy day after washing it. Chen Mo decided to find some time to accompany her home to get her clothes. He had a way to get Su Yuching to move into his house completely. Chen Mo got up early and started making breakfast. When Su Yuching opened the guest room door, she saw Chen Mo's busy figure. "Yuching, why are you up so early?" Chen Mo looked at her in surprise. "You're the one. I took on the job of a nanny, so shouldn't I get up early to make breakfast for my employer?" Su Yuching joked with Chen Mo with a smile. It could be seen that her mood was really starting to become optimistic. "Didn't I order you to sleep in for the next few days? You should take care of your body first, and then start working," Chen Mo said with concern. "It's okay, I feel 100 times more energetic. No matter how much I do, I won't get tired. From today on, if there is anything at home, just leave it to me," Su Yuching said, smiling at Chen Mo. "Really? Then don't blame me, this employer, for exploiting labor. Later, I'll give you all the hard and tiring work to do." Chen Mo smiled and scared Su Yuching. "It's okay," Su Yuching replied with a fearless, sweet smile. Chen Mo smiled dotingly and said nothing more. He suddenly noticed that Su Yuching's mood seemed a little different today, or rather, her state of mind. Although he didn't know why he had this feeling, Chen Mo still sensed the subtle changes in her heart. After breakfast, Chen Mo and Su Yuching walked shoulder to shoulder towards the school. The house that Chen Mo's parents had bought for him was not far from the school, only a 10-minute walk away. It was easily accessible on foot. As the two of them walked out of the house in their school uniforms, Chen Mo suddenly said, "Yuching, let's find some time in the next couple of days to go to your house and move your things over here." Su Yuching was visibly stunned for a moment. There was a hint of fear and apprehension on her face. She was afraid that her mother's opposition would completely deprive her of the chance to be with Chen Mo. If such a thing really happened, she didn't know how she would break down. She couldn't imagine. Suddenly, her unconsciously drooping little hand was held, pulled up, and covered by a warm, large hand. Chen Mo held Su Yuching's left hand and said with a smile, "Don't worry, you don't need to worry about your family objecting or anything. I have ways to make them unable to stop it." Chen Mo wasn't very clear about Su Yuching's family situation, but he knew roughly what it was like. It wasn't something that would easily allow them to show love for Su Yuching and turn into a warm family environment. Since he couldn't change the environment, he would just change the environment directly. Chen Mo wouldn't let Su Yuching fall into those two again. For Su Yuching, neither could be considered a reliable family. "Really?" Su Yuching's fingertips on her right hand suddenly curled into her school uniform sleeve, the fabric creating fine wrinkles in her palm. She lowered her eyes and stared at the dandelions sprouting from the cracks in the sidewalk bricks, their slender fluff shivering in the morning breeze. The warmth from Chen Mo's palm traveled up her left wrist along the veins, yet it couldn't thaw the chill that had exploded across her back. "Chen Mo, I really don't want to go back anymore." She suddenly gripped Chen Mo's hand tightly, looking at him with a hopeful expression, her eyes filled with pure trust and intense desire. Chapter 39. I heard you two were very sweet yesterday. Su Yuching didn't know how to escape and save herself from that desperate family environment. Therefore, she dared not face it, nor did she want to. But since the words were spoken by the boy in front of her, she trusted him unconditionally. When she asked, really she wasn't confirming, but further solidifying the confidence in her heart. "Believe me, I won't let you go back. You owe me a debt now. How could I let you run away before you pay it off?" Chen Mo said with a smile. Su Yuching smiled and nodded. The smile of the boy in front of her made her feel much calmer inside. In the past, being accepted and embraced by either of the two families was her sole goal for survival. But that was purely self-inflicted emotional abuse put in a desperate situation. She felt that if she couldn't be accepted by her family, it was simply because she wasn't good enough. So, she tried her best to change herself, to make herself better, in order to be accepted by them. However, the people who truly accept her don't actually need her to be that good. For those who don't accept her, it's useless no matter how well she does. Now, after thoroughly seeing the truth of everything, escaping those two families that have long since collapsed for her is what she truly wants to do in her heart. If she had never seen the light, she might still be able to endure the darkness. But now, she has seen the most intense light of her life. The darkness of the past is already a world she can no longer touch or bear. School, Senior Year 3 Class 2. Early in the morning, many diligent students were already seated there, engaging in morning reading. Seeing Chen Mu and Su Yuqing walking in side by side, the classmates initially didn't pay much attention, simply assuming they had come to the class together. Everyone was doing their own things as usual. Chen Mu and Su Yuqing sat on the second and third rows by the window, right in front of and behind each other. After taking her seat, Su Yuqing, as usual, took out her English book and started reading aloud. Chen Mu, on the other hand, felt like throwing up at the sight of the books in front of him. His previous life was spent studying like crazy, and almost his entire youth was accompanied by these books. This gave him a bit of PTSD whenever he saw these things now. Just after the two of them sat down, suddenly, the girl sitting next to Su Yuqing looked at them with a gossipy expression. Hey, you two. Hearing her voice, Chen Mu and Su Yuqing subconsciously looked at her together. I heard you two went to the night market together yesterday and it was very sweet. Is it true? The girl covered her mouth and looked at them with a smile of someone who enjoys shipping couples. The fact that she and Chen Mo went shopping together was known by her classmates, which made Su Yuqing very shy, and her face turned red for a moment and she didn't dare to speak. Chen Mo looked at the girl with a surprised expression and said, Little Yaya, who did you hear about this from? Zhao Yaya chuckled and said, It's a secret. Before her deliberately drawn-out voice faded away, the flesh of her cheeks, gilded with sunlight, suddenly fell into Chen Mo's fingers. Chen Mo, you actually ambushed me out. The girl's vague exclamation, mixed with laughter, leaked from her lips, which were pinched into the shape of takoyaki, and her ponytail flicked out fine speckles of light in the morning light as she struggled. Ouch, it hurts, let go quickly. Chen Mo stretched her little cheeks on both sides even longer. Are you still going to be naughty? Confess quickly. In the coughing sounds of the boys in the back row who were holding back their laughter, she suddenly pointed her index finger at Su Yuqing. Yuqing, quickly take care of your I'll talk. At this moment, Chen Mo finally released his hand. Zhao Yaya has a very good relationship with Chen Mo and Su Yuqing. Zhao Yaya is a quirky person. Although everyone looks like they are the same age, she always seems like everyone's little sister. Both Chen Mo and Su Yuqing usually dote on her very much. Speak quickly. Seeing that Zhao Yaya was still not honestly confessing while rubbing her fleshy little face, Chen Mo raised his hand again. It's Lin Yuan. Yuan. Chen Mo turned his head in shock and looked at Lin Yuan, who was sitting in the last row and looking over at them. This frightened Lin Yuan so much that he quickly waved his hands repeatedly. How could Yuan, such a well-behaved person, be so gossipy? Don't wrongly accuse him. Chen Mo glanced at Zhao Yaya speechlessly. Hearing Chen Mo's affirmation of him, Lin Yuan, although still expressionless, was happy in his heart. I wasn't finished. It was Lin Yushi's younger brother, Yushi, who told me. I ran into them yesterday, and Yushi said you were on a date with a very beautiful young lady, Zhao Yaya said with a smile. Then how did you know that the beautiful young lady was Yuqing? Yo, you even called out Yuqing's name. Then I guessed right. It's not like our class has no pretty girls, but who else besides Yuqing would be called a beautiful young lady by that little devil? Zhao Yaya said with a chuckle. Couldn't it be someone from another class? Chen Mo said speechlessly. I was just testing the waters. Zhao Yaya suddenly smiled mischievously and said, Who knew you'd confess so quickly without being pressed? You dared to scheme against me. Chen Mo suddenly understood and raised his hand again. Don't bully me anymore, Mommy Yuqing, save me quickly. Zhao Yaya immediately threw herself into Su Yuqing's arms for protection, and even stole a glance at Chen Mo before enjoying a rub against Su Yuqing's full bosom. She's not as cunning as you are, this daughter of yours. Chen Mo couldn't help but retort. Su Yuqing smiled dotingly and gently stroked Zhao Yaya's back. Chen Mo also glanced at Zhao Yaya with a helpless smile. Recalling when she first arrived at school and learned of Su Yuqing's death, Zhao Yaya had cried her eyes out. She was heartbroken for a long time because of it. She still valued her friendship with Su Yuqing very much. Damn, Lao Mo, you've progressed fast. When did this happen? How did you suddenly get together? Chen Mo's deskmate asked, quite surprised after hearing this news. You two, stop spreading embarrassing rumors about people. It's a matter between good friends, so don't go around spreading nonsense all day long. Chen Mo glanced at Su Yuqing, who looked shy and awkward, not knowing how to respond after hearing these rumors. Afraid that she would feel uncomfortable in the school's intimidating environment of gossip, he immediately warned his deskmate and Zhao Yaya. Seeing Chen Mo's serious expression, the two were obedient and didn't say much. Soon, the classmates entered the classroom one after another, and everyone temporarily stopped gossiping. During the early reading session, the class teacher would still take time to come and oversee, to prevent unmotivated students from disturbing the motivated ones. Just as the class teacher was sitting on the podium watching everyone below, a charming middle-aged woman suddenly appeared at the classroom door. Chen Mo took a glance and recognized her as Su Yuqing's biological mother. The instant she appeared, Su Yuqing's body noticeably stiffened, and she subconsciously turned her head to look at Chen Mo. At this moment, the class teacher walked to the door and was saying something to Su Yuqing's mother. Soon, the class teacher turned to look at Su Yuqing. Yuqing, your mother is looking for you. Chapter 40. Let's make a bet. Seeing Chen Mo nod to her without a word, Su Yuqing composed herself and got up to walk towards the classroom door. It could be seen that as soon as she went out, Su Yuqing's mother said something to the class teacher with an apologetic expression. Afterward, the class teacher tactfully returned to the class, leaving only Su Yuqing and her mother talking outside. Chen Mo saw that Su Yuqing, standing not far from the door, remained silent the entire time, while only her mother kept talking. After speaking for a while, her mother seemed to drop a sentence and then turned and left. It could be seen that Su Yuqing, whose mood had just improved a lot in the morning, was clearly in a low mood when she returned. Back in the classroom, she looked up at Chen Mo, seeing a meaningful smile on his face. Su Yuqing's expression gradually improved. "Yuqing, what did your mom want with you?" Zhao Yeye, the little gossip, immediately asked curiously. "It was nothing, just talking about some family matters." Su Yuqing forced a smile and said casually, "Adults' business is none of a child's concern." Chen Mo retorted to Zhao Yeye, "Okay, then the kid wants to buy some snacks, and the adult will pay." Zhao Yeye reached out her hand in front of Chen Mo, jokingly. "I'll take you to the store after morning reading to splurge. Now be good and read your book." Chen Mo tapped Zhao Yeye's outstretched hand with his book, laughing. "Thanks, brother Mo, love you." Zhao Yeye grinned and made a heart gesture at Chen Mo. Although she was joking, she still keenly sensed that Su Yuqing seemed to have some unhappy things going on with her family. Zhao Yeye looked at Su Yuqing worriedly, but she still held back and didn't ask any more questions. At this time, the class teacher simply glanced over here and didn't pay much attention. Just before the morning reading was about to end, Chen Mo suddenly walked to the podium and said something to the class teacher. The class teacher looked at Chen Mo in surprise. "You should focus on your studies at this age." Chen Mo's grades were above average, and he usually had a good reputation among his classmates. He also had a good appearance, so the teacher was very friendly to him. If another boy had come up and said he wanted to move to sit next to the class teacher would probably have scolded him directly. "Teacher, how about we make a bet?" Chen Mo had expected this result, so he smiled and looked at the class teacher. "Tell me about it." The class teacher was curious about what bet Chen Mo wanted to make. "Isn't there a midterm exam this week? If I can get into the top 10 of our senior year, you will agree to my request just now." Chen Mo's bet immediately perked up the homeroom teacher. After all, he was talking about the top 10 in the grade, which is not an achievement that can be easily attained. Not to mention students with middle ranking grades, even those with upper ranking grades would find it very difficult to achieve a top 10 ranking among the 5 classes in the third year of high school. "I admire your courage. Forget the whole grade, let's just say the top 10 in our class. If you can achieve that, I'll grant your request," the homeroom teacher said, smiling as she looked at Chen Mo. In fact, Chen Mo's homeroom teacher, He Xiaoyun, was not as rigid as other teachers who treated student romance like a fierce tiger or wolf. In her view, dating is acceptable, but you can't let it interfere with your studies. If you are motivated to study harder because of love, that is something she encourages. She had seen many children who encouraged each other and ultimately improved their grades together. So, if Chen Mo uses academic improvement as a bet to gain some leverage in love, such as getting closer to the girl he likes and sitting next to her, that actually earns him extra points in her eyes. She really admired his ability to transform the ignorant feelings of adolescence into the power of learning. "Pinky swear," Chen Mo said with a smile, extending his little finger to He Xiaoyun. He Xiaoyun hooked her little finger with his, but didn't let go. Instead, she held his hand, looked at him with a smile, and asked, "You only said what the teacher should do if you succeed. But what will you do if you fail?" "I'm at your disposal," Chen Mo said with a smile, pressing his thumb onto the teacher's thumb. "If you go back on your word, don't blame the teacher for being merciless with the teaching rod," He Xiaoyun said with a smile, picking up a thin bamboo stick from the podium with her other hand. In fact, this bamboo stick had never been used to hit anyone. It was only used to point at certain high positions on some projection courseware. After making an agreement with the teacher, Chen Mo returned to his seat with satisfaction. Although he had some foundation from before, after so many years, Chen Mo felt it was still necessary to review everything again. So he immediately picked up the vocabulary section of the English textbook and began reading aloud. This made his deskmate look as if he had seen a ghost. "Damn, Mo, what did you say to Sister Yun? Why are you acting like you're cursed ever since you came back? You actually caught the studying bug. Don't scare your brother like this." "Huang Mao, I'm talking about you, you should learn from brother Mo. You're always so carefree, and half the semester has already passed," Zhao Yeye retorted to Chen Mo's deskmate, Huang Mao. His nickname Huang Mao wasn't because he dyed his hair yellow, it was simply because his name was Huang Mao. "I, Huang, am born with a super high IQ, so I don't need to work hard." Huang Mao looked proud. Chen Mo smiled and glanced at him. This guy's IQ was indeed not low. Chen Mo remembered in his previous timeline that this guy was influenced by him and also started studying hard. In the end, his grades were actually quite good. It seemed he got into a first-tier university. As for what choice he would make this time, Chen Mo still didn't plan to interfere with him. If a person truly wants to learn well, their motivation should come from within their own heart. Purely verbal attacks don't have much effect. Just let him continue to take his course. However, Chen Mo had forgotten whether this guy and Zhao Yeye ended up together in the end. Anyway, he remembered that these two guys were tight-lipped and neither would confess to the other first. In the end, he didn't hear news of them being together. However, in the previous timeline, Chen Mo couldn't even manage his own affairs, so how could he have time to care about whether others succeeded in love or not? After the morning reading session ended, Chen Mo kept his promise and took Zhao Yeye and Su Yuqing to the store. On the way, Chen Mo looked at Su Yuqing, who had been in low spirits since her mother's arrival that morning, and said, "Yuqing, remember what I said this morning. Don't overthink things. After school this afternoon, we'll take care of it." As he spoke, Zhao Yeye, who was beside him, perked up her little ears, wishing she could stick herself between the two to eavesdrop. However, Chen Mo pressed down on her small head and pushed her away a bit. "Okay." Su Yuqing took a few deep breaths before finally revealing a bright smile that looked completely unforced and looked at Chen Mo and Zhao Yeye. However, she was still curious about what method Chen Mo would use to solve this matter. Chapter 41. Teach me quickly, how did you win over your sister-in-law? The small shop was still quite lively at this time. Some students might have gotten up late and didn't have time to eat breakfast, so they would come here to buy some food after finishing their morning reading. There were also many gluttonous students and those who liked to bring things into the classroom to eat, who would also come to the small shop to stock up so they could secretly eat during class. Zhao Yeye was very unhappy after being suppressed by Chen Mo with one hand, so she immediately picked out two snacks that she thought were relatively expensive to retaliate against Chen Mo. It costs 10 yuan in total. One bar of Dove chocolate alone cost several yuan. He also bought a pack of mint bursts. The clear plastic tube contained 10 super strength mints. Su Yuqing once swallowed one by mistake and teared up from the choking. Zhao Yeye planned to sneak one into Chen Mo's mouth when he wasn't paying attention, to avenge his evil deed of pinching her cheek that morning. "Is that all you're getting?" Chen Mo looked at Zhao Yeye with a smile, seeing her smug expression full of vengeful glee. "Is that all? What do you mean, is that all? This is 10 yuan. My weekly allowance is only 10 yuan, Zhao Yeye pouted at Chen Mo. Chen Mo shook his head and smiled, then grabbed another bottle of mineral water from the side. Eating chocolate without water will be too much. After saying that, Chen Mo turned to Su Yuqing, who was smiling as she watched the two of them bickering. "Yuqing, don't you want to buy something to eat?" "No, thank you." Su Yuqing shook her head, feeling guilty that she had been spending Chen Mo's money for the past 2 days. Chen Mo thought for a moment and grabbed a lollipop from the side. "It's okay, eating something sweet to replenish your energy will make you feel better." At the same time, Chen Mo bought Su Yuqing a bottle of water and the three of them walked out of the small store. Just as they exited, Chen Mo saw Zhou Hao sitting slovenly on the platform in front of the store. This guy was secretly watching the girl with the ponytail again. So much so that he didn't even notice Chen Mo and the others had walked in front of him, and he clicked his tongue with impatience, clearly blaming them for blocking his view. "Haozi, if you keep going like this, you'll be mistaken for a stalker sooner or later," Chen Mo said with a smile. Hearing the familiar voice, Zhou Hao, who had been craning his neck to watch the girl with the ponytail, finally looked up at the person in front of him. "Lao Mo, hello, sister-in-law." Seeing that Chen Mo was teasing him, he immediately looked at Su Yuqing and greeted her as sister-in-law, causing a blush to spread across Su Yuqing's face. Immediately, Zhou Hao looked at Zhao Yeye and said, "This one wouldn't be the second." "Second your head. This is my daughter, little Yeye, quickly call out Uncle Zhou," Chen Mo said with a smile, ruffling Zhao Yeye's hair. "Tui." Zhao Yeye glared at Chen Mo with puffed cheeks, then turned her head to look at Zhou Hao and said, "I am his aunt." "Ouch, ouch, ouch." No sooner had Zhao Yeye spoken than her chubby little face was pinched. She quickly begged for mercy. "Wrong, wrong, whatever you say is whatever." Only then did Chen Mo release her with a smile. "Mom Yuqing, look at the man you found, always committing domestic violence. Let's quickly dump him," Zhao Yeye immediately complained to Su Yuqing. Su Yuqing smiled helplessly, reached out to stroke Zhao Yeye's small face and looked at Chen Mo with a smile, saying, "Don't always bully her." "Did you hear that with a backer?" Zhao Yeye immediately became tough again. "It's just that my daughter is in her rebellious phase. I have to teach her a lesson." Chen Mo flicked Zhao Yeye's forehead lightly and then looked at Su Yuqing with a smile. "You can't spoil her too much." Seeing the three of them getting along so well, Zhou Hao, beneath his nonchalant exterior, revealed a hint of envy. He also wished he had classmates he could fool around with like that during his school days. However, because of his reputation for establishing dominance, most people avoided him. Those who approached him proactively were mostly up to no good. Apart from Chen Mo, he didn't have any friends at school. "You guys go back first. Haozi and I have something to talk about." After playing around for a while, Chen Mo said to Su Yuqing and Zhao Yeye, let's go back and finish the chocolate, and not leave any for him." Zhao Yeye immediately grinned mischievously and pulled Su Yuqing away. Seeing her acting like a little girl, Chen Mo couldn't help but smile indulgently. Seeing her, Chen Mo always had the illusion that he had a younger sister. Su Yuqing often felt the same way. Because the two often accommodated Zhao Yeye was still very dependent on and close to them. Don't think that Chen Mo always pinches Zhao Ye's cheeks, but when something really happens, he takes good care of Zhao Ye. Precisely because of this, even if Zhao Ye looks like she is being bullied by Chen Mo, she is still always laughing happily without any worries. Looking at her choosing snacks just now, it seems that 10 yuan is not cheap, but in fact, she was thinking about sharing them with everyone, not just buying them to eat by herself. Seeing the two walking away, Zhou Hao came back to his senses and looked at Chen Mo curiously and asked, Lao Mo, what did you want to talk to me about today that you mentioned last night? Hearing this, Chen Mo immediately sat down on the stone platform and said with a smile, Are you interested in Chu Danwan from class 1? You who told you? Suddenly realizing that his good brother knew the name of the girl he secretly admired, Zhou Hao immediately became so nervous that he stuttered a little. Despite his usual carefree attitude, he had never been so nervous about anything in his life. He wouldn't be nervous facing 10 people in a fight, but when it came to facing Chu Danwan alone, he could get so nervous that his heart would leap out of his throat. Do you think I'm blind, buddy? You stare at that girl every day. I bet she's already noticed you, Chen Mo said with a smile. Then what should I do? Zhou Hao nervously wrung his hands unconsciously. Suddenly, he looked at Chen Mo with a determined expression, grabbed his shoulders, and said with a pitiful look, Old Mo, since you already know, I'm not afraid to lose face. That's just how it is. Teach me quickly, how did you win over your sister-in-law? Chen Mo smiled and said, I told you, you've misunderstood. We're just good friends. Zhou Hao glanced at Chen Mo in surprise, not knowing what Chen Mo had to deny, but still said with a smile, Yes, good friends, please teach me quickly. I also want to know how to be good friends with people. I'm teaching you, but you can't spread it around. Chen Mo said with a smile, looking at Zhou Hao. Tell me quickly, tell me quickly. Zhou Hao immediately perked up his ears and looked at Chen Mo. Suddenly, Chen Mo reached out and patted his chest, saying, There's only one method, use your heart. You just need to give your sincerity to others, which is much better than you doing anything fancy, but use my heart. Zhou Hao looked like he understood but didn't really understand. Chen Mo knew that Zhou Hao could get along with her in the previous timeline, so he said this. The less he interfered in this matter, the purer their emotional path would be. He didn't need to interfere blindly. What he needed to solve was the obstacle between them. But what? Zhou Hao immediately looked at Chen Mo nervously. Chapter 42, Beauty Saves Hero. Seeing Zhou Hao looking at him with a face full of curiosity, Chen Mo's expression also became a little more serious. After all, this matter is very serious, it's not a joke. I'm not worried about whether Chu Danwan will accept you, I'm more worried about whether her father will accept you. Her father? Zhou Hao's mind went blank for a moment. Isn't this a bit too fast? He hasn't even caught up with her yet, and he's already considering whether her father can accept him. I heard that her father is very traditional. Looking at your current attire, I'm afraid it will be difficult. Chu Danwan's mother passed away when she was young, and she grew up depending on her father. Think about your relationship with your aunt to understand her relationship with her father. If you knew what kind of girl your aunt disliked, and then such a girl suddenly appeared wanting to be with you, what would you think? You'd lose points right from the start, right? As soon as Chen Mo said this, Zhou Hao immediately had a feeling of sudden realization. If that's the case, then her father is also a huge hurdle that must be overcome. What should I do then? There's no way around this. You can only try your best to make him like you more. Chen Mo said helplessly. Although it's frustrating to ask Zhou Hao to change for someone else, he is, after all, the woman's biological father. This is an unavoidable obstacle. So, are you saying I have to get rid of my hair and tattoos? Zhou Hao couldn't help but imagine himself as a well-behaved boy. Would that still be him? Wouldn't he lose all his deterrent power? He was very afraid that if he changed so much, those who had been suppressed by him before would come back to make trouble for him. It's necessary, but not so urgently necessary. I have a way to give you a better excuse. Tell me quickly. Zhou Hao immediately looked at Chen Mo with a face of eagerness to learn. Chen Mo glanced at the passing students around him. After noticing that fewer people were walking by, he spoke. I know detailed information about a fugitive wanted by the police with a reward of 100,000 yuan. Go to the police station and report this information. When the police catch the criminal, you will have performed a great service. Not only will you receive a reward, but you may even receive a public commendation. With the police department endorsing you and the school giving you a public commendation, Chu Danwan's father will definitely change his opinion of you when he learns about this. Even if he has something to say about your current attire, you can say that you deliberately dressed this way to infiltrate the ranks of the hoodlums in order to help the police obtain clues to solve the case. If he knows about this act of enduring hardship, not only will he likely not be disgusted by your attire, but he may even think that you are a very unusual young man. Damn, Lao Mo, your moves are sharp, but is this dangerous? Zhou Hao said with some concern. It's not that I'm afraid of being retaliated against, but I'm worried about my mom and the people around me. If they are retaliated against by this criminal, it could be very troublesome. Don't worry, the guy I'm having you report is guilty enough to get a death sentence, so there won't be any repercussions. Chen Mo patted Zhou Hao on the shoulder and said, I just don't want to deal with all the hassle. You know I'm a shy person. If I get praised in public and people are constantly talking about me, I won't feel comfortable. Anyway, people at school are always whispering behind your back when they see you. You don't even know if they're saying good things or bad things about you. Once you get used to it, it doesn't matter. That's true. Zhou grinned and said, then leave it to me. But is your information reliable? What if it's a big misunderstanding? I'll be extremely embarrassed. I guarantee it with my life. Absolutely reliable. Chen Mo patted his chest and said, being brothers is in the heart. With those words from you, there's nothing more to say. Zhou immediately replied, pounding his chest. But let's make this clear first, once I get the bonus, I want half of it. Chen Mo said, looking at Zhou. As soon as he finished speaking, Zhou rolled his eyes at him. What you're saying hurts our brotherly feelings. Originally, all the benefits of this matter would have been mine. What do I need the money for? All 100,000 is yours. After all, you just need to make a trip yourself, and the money will be in your hands. What does it have to do with me? If I can get a good reputation by running errands and make Danwon's father look at me more favorably, then I'll have made a great profit. That's not how it should be said. Anyway, it's settled that we split it half and half. More talk will really hurt our feelings. There's no need to be so modest about who takes it. If you take 50,000, the pressure on your aunt will be a little less. If you reduce your working hours, won't you have more time to pursue girls? You haven't even gotten started with her yet. Good girls are first come, first served. If someone chases her away before you do, tell me if you'll regret it. After speaking, Chen Mo jumped off the platform and patted Zhou on the shoulder with a smile. That last sentence was indeed a fatal blow to him. Just thinking about that scene, his heart ached involuntarily. Lao Mo. Zhou's throat bobbed. He had a lot to say, but all the words were stuck in his throat. In the end, he just extended his fist towards Chen Mo. Chen Mo smiled and bumped fists with him. I'm leaving. I'll send you the detailed information on your phone later. Zhou, you are truly blessed to have met such a good brother. Watching Chen Mo's departing figure, Zhou's heart was overwhelmed with emotion. Soon, the girl with the single ponytail walked out of the small shop. The first thing she did when she came out was to scan Zhou's direction. Seeing that Zhou was turning his head to look at Chen Mo and not looking at her, she immediately took a deep breath, mustered her courage, and quickly walked up to Zhou. Sensing the change in light, Zhou immediately turned his head back, only to see Chu Danwan standing in front of him. Instantly, he stiffened as if struck by a body freezing spell, his whole body rigid. He wanted to say something, but nothing came out. He could only offer Chu Danwan a simple, foolish smile. What exactly do you want from following me? Chu Danwan asked Zhou, summoning her courage. Zhou was thoroughly flustered by the question. He stammered, I just wanted to thank you. At that moment, Chu Danwan recalled when she had been on duty late on Thursday evening and was heading home, she had happened to see Zhou being blocked by several thugs. She didn't know where the courage came from at the time. Brandishing her phone, already dialing 110, she rushed forward, shouting that she had called the police. Unexpectedly, it actually scared the three thugs away. Zhou himself was completely dumbfounded by this scene. He wasn't afraid of facing three opponents alone, but this girl, so delicate, dared to rush forward in that situation. He was immediately conquered and captivated by the girl's courage and righteousness. To be fair, Chu Danwan was quite pretty, but Zhou's attraction to her really had nothing to do with her looks. Zhou was a bit of a chivalry file. He was fascinated and admired the qualities of courage and loyalty. Chu Danwan's actions had struck a chord with him, causing him to develop an uncontrollable, one-sided crush. Having fought so many times, he never expected that one day he would be saved by a girl, a damsel saving the hero. So he decided he had to thank that girl, but when he actually tried to do it, he realized that it was hard to even talk to her. Just simply getting close to her was a huge ordeal for him. Every time he took 2 steps closer, his anxious heart would make him take 3 steps back. So, after all these days, he was still unable to say a simple thank you. He was just like a stalker, wandering around her, never finding a chance to say it. Chapter 43, Reverse Cute. Looking at the tall, 1'8" boy in front of her, stuttering, his eyes flickering, his face flushed red, and not daring to look at her, Shu Wanting wore an expression of surprise. That Thursday afternoon when she helped Zhou, she didn't know who Zhou was. It was purely a subconscious act of seeing a classmate in danger. It wasn't until Friday that she learned that he was the infamous troublemaker at school whom even the bad students avoided like the plague. After learning this, Shu Wanting realized that she might have been a little meddlesome. Plus, seeing Zhou start appearing nearby, looking at her from time to time, she couldn't figure out what he wanted. She even thought she had prevented him from getting into a fight, which made him very unhappy. After all, the rumors she heard were that this person loved to fight, and when he fought, he was extremely fierce, a madman, so much so that the bad students in the school were terrified of him. Because of the rumors among the students, she had a subconscious negative impression of Zhou. Therefore, these past few days, Zhou's presence wandering nearby, neither too close nor too far, made her feel a little uneasy. It's no wonder the girl felt this way. After all, you're a tall guy, over 1.8 meters, and your style is a bit scruffy. Any normal student would avoid you like the plague. Not to mention a girl like Chu Dan-won, who embodies the image of a well-behaved girl in traditional values. But continuing like this wouldn't do, so Chu Dan-won came over to make things clear. If it was about what happened last Thursday, she could apologize for being nosy. But she never expected that Jo-ha was completely different from the rumored ferocious and villainous image. It was the first time she had seen a boy who would get so nervous and blush so much when seeing a girl that he would stutter. She suddenly felt that this boy was actually a bit endearing in a contrasting way. If it's about this matter, no thanks are needed. I'll be going now. Chu Dan-won glanced at Jo-ha, who was staring fixedly at the ground and didn't dare meet her eyes. She thought this guy was quite naive and couldn't help but let a smile tug at the corners of her mouth as she prepared to turn and leave. As a result, her school uniform was quickly tugged on by Xiao Li. Wait, Jo-ha blushed, forcing himself to maintain control as he raised his head to look at Chu Dan-won. Struggling to speak without stuttering, he said, "Let me treat you to some snacks as thanks." Seeing his appearance, Chu Dan-won figured that this type of boy probably had a strong sense of self-esteem. If she didn't let him express his gratitude, he would continue following her. So, she nodded. This made Jo-ha extremely happy. He immediately jumped off the stage and stood beside Chu Dan-won, at a loss. After Chu Dan-won turned and walked forward, he followed her at a respectful distance. At this moment, Chen Mo, who had walked to a corner ahead, was secretly watching this scene. It seemed that shipping a good couple was a common interest for all humans. Seeing Jo-ha's appearance, he couldn't help but laugh. How's he is doing all right. He can talk normally so quickly, but he definitely seems henpecked. Turning around, Chen Mo saw Lin Yuan standing somewhat restrained not far away. Chen Mo immediately smiled and walked towards him. Like normal, good male friends, he put his arm around his shoulder and said, "I'm really sorry about last Friday night. I had something important to take care of at the time. Were you really okay afterwards?" As soon as Chen Mo finished asking, he felt Lin Yuan's body stiffen slightly. He thought Lin Yuan's injuries from being beaten by the thugs hadn't healed yet. But Lin Yuan shook his head. "I'm fine. They didn't hit me that hard. Here, this is for you." As he spoke, Lin Yuan reluctantly handed Chen Mo a clean handkerchief and said, "The jacket you gave me last Friday, I sent it to the dry cleaners but haven't gotten it back yet. I'll return it to you when I get it back. You've washed it really clean." Chen Mo took the handkerchief with a smile, patted Lin Yuan on the shoulder, and said, "Don't worry about the jacket. Just call me if anything happens in the future. Don't get bullied and not say a word." Lin Yuan didn't say anything, just nodded, feeling an indescribably warm sensation in her heart. Just then, Chen Mo saw a girl with glasses and two small braids appear nearby. He immediately said goodbye to Lin Yuan and went back to the classroom. This girl had a very good relationship with Lin Yuan and was one of the few people to whom Lin Yuan could show her expressions face to face. The two were neighbors and could be considered childhood sweethearts. However, their personalities were indeed a bit too similar. It is said that people with similar personalities are not suitable as lovers, but Chen Mo felt that when the two of them were together, they could both relax. The two were not in the same class, and they were usually the kind of people who were silent and inconspicuous in front of others, the kind who would become invisible in a crowd. However, when they were brought together, they never seemed to run out of things to talk about. Chen Mo had occasionally seen them chatting intimately in corners unnoticed by others. Chen Mo had also saved Lin Yuan once before, escorting him home. It was during a visit to Lin Yuan's house that he happened to see her and learned about their relationship. As soon as he returned to the classroom, Chen Mo immediately saw Zhao Yeye furtively stuffing something into her desk drawer. "What are you hiding, little hamster? Do you think I'd steal your chocolate?" Chen Mo sneered. "Childish." Seeing his expression, Zhao Yeye actually believed him. She then took out the chocolate from her drawer, with only 2 small pieces remaining, and said with a smile, "If you say so, then I'm relieved. Gimme that." As a result, Zhao Yeye never expected that the moment she took it out, the chocolate in her hand, wrapper and all, would be snatched away by Chen Mo with a whoosh. "Boo! You big liar, give it back to me." Zhao Yeye immediately looked at Chen Mo with a puffed-up expression. "There are only 2 pieces left. There's none for you. The remaining piece belongs to Yuqing." Chen Mo chuckled, broke off a piece and put it in his mouth, handing the last piece to Su Yuqing. Now it was difficult for Zhao Yeye to snatch it. She could only watch Su Yuqing take the chocolate with longing eyes. But then she saw Su Yuqing break the already small piece of chocolate into 2 halves, putting one half into her own mouth and giving the other half to Zhao Yeye. It wasn't that she absolutely had to eat half of it. If it was given by someone else, she could give it all to Zhao Yeye, but this piece of chocolate was given to her by Chen Mo. Then she didn't want to let Chen Mo's good intentions down, so she had to eat at least half and then give her own favor away. Rain Cheng's mom is the best, Mo Go is the worst. Zhao Yeye said with a smile as she looked at Su Yuqing, then immediately changed her face like a Sichuan opera performer, glaring fiercely at Chen Mo and scolding him. "You little brat, have you forgotten whose money bought this chocolate? I think your little face is itching for a beating again." Seeing Chen Mo deliberately acting fierce towards Zhao Yeye, Su Yuqing smiled and diffused the situation, saying, "She's just joking. Yeah, refused several people to save 2 chocolates for you. She said that since you hadn't had any yet, she wouldn't give them to anyone. Hearing this, Zhao Yaya's pretty face suddenly turned red, and she said shyly, "Why are you telling him that?" Oh, finally some good news that makes this old father feel relieved. "I haven't spoiled you for nothing," Chen Mo said with a smile, looking at Zhao Yaya and reached out to pat her head. "Humph, who wants to save it for you? I'm keeping it for myself." Zhao Yaya slapped away Chen Mo's hand and turned away haughtily. She felt uncomfortable and shy when praised. Only when Chen Mo teased her like before would she feel at ease. Chapter 44, The Teachership CPs 2. After fooling around for a while, Chen Mo took out his phone and tapped on something. "Precious son mom, did you get done what I asked you to do?" Abstract mom done. How could I delay my daughter-in-law's matter? It's already been faxed over. Just have Yuching sign it when you go home at noon. Precious son send it over so I can take a look first. Abstract mom, what are you worrying about when your mom is handling things? As she spoke, she sent Chen Mo the contents of a contract. Nanny work contract. Given that Party A works away from home and has a minor child who needs care, Party A and Party B have discussed and hired Party B to provide nanny services. The Part B is over 16 years old, possesses certain civil capacity, and voluntarily provides nanny services. Both parties agree to sign this contract on the basis of equality and free will. Work content. Part B is mainly responsible for the following work: daily housework, including laundry, cooking, cleaning, etc. Taking care of the daily life of Part A's family members if applicable. Other work contents agreed upon by both parties. Part B shall not engage in any work that may endanger their physical and mental health or exceed their capabilities. 2. Working hours and rest. Part B's daily working hours shall not exceed 6 hours, and weekly working hours shall not exceed 36 hours. Part B enjoys the right to rest on national statutory holidays and at least 1 day off per week. If overtime is required due to special reasons, Part A shall consult with Part B in advance and pay overtime wages. 3 is salary and payment method. Part B's monthly salary is 6,000 renminbi yuan, in words, 6,000 yuan only, which is sufficient to meet Part B's independent living needs. Part A shall pay Part B's salary for the previous month by bank transfer cash before the XTH of each month. Party A shall ensure that Party B's salary is no less than the local minimum wage standard and shall adjust the salary in a timely manner based on Party B's work performance. 4. Labor protection and benefits. Party A promises to provide Party B with free food and accommodation 3 meals a day. Party A shall provide a safe working environment to ensure Party B's personal safety. Party A shall provide Party B with necessary labor protection equipment such as gloves and masks. If Party B is injured or becomes ill during the course of work, Party A shall bear the corresponding medical expenses and compensation responsibilities. Precious son, not bad, no traps. The labor protection and welfare are also in place. But what's with taking care of daily life? Cross this out, and the rest is fine. Abstract mom, this taking care of daily life isn't mom trying to get you benefits. You little brat are really unappreciative. Mom is very sad. I won't forgive you if you don't send, Mom, I love you 3 times. Looking at abstract mom's abstract words, Chen Mo directly chose to ignore them. The response came quickly. Beep. Mom sent a barrage of angry emojis. Annoyed by the constant notifications, Chen Mo finally relented and sent, Mom, I love you 3 times. She was finally satisfied and stopped. With the contract settled, everything was fine. With this in hand, as long as Su Yuqing's own wishes didn't change, her parents could forget about bossing her around. Children over the age of 16, as long as they can prove they have the ability to work independently and the work they do earns enough salary to meet their independent living needs, then parental guardianship cannot be abused on them. This was the method Chen Mo came up with to help Su Yuqing escape her toxic family environment. Since neither family could give her the warmth she deserved, Chen Mo would seize that right and give it to her himself. However, he had considered this in advance. Under normal circumstances, even if these parents are usually not good to their children, if the children really want to leave or there is a risk of them being snatched away, they will suddenly act like they care a lot. That wasn't an eruption of their emotions, but simply a feeling of resentment at the prospect of losing something they once controlled, something they owned. Once it goes down that road, it will definitely end in a big mess. Therefore, he needed to block their path in advance. Helping Su Yuqing escape the darkness was only the first step. Helping her sever the worries of being dragged back into the darkness was the most important step for Chen Mo to take. After confirming that his mother's side was okay, Chen Mo edited detailed fugitive information and sent it to Zhou Hao. Ding 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 ding, ding 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 ding. At this moment, the bell for the first class had already rung. The young and beautiful language arts teacher walked into the classroom with a textbook in hand. This language teacher was not old, seeming like she had just graduated from university. But she never expected that she would be able to teach high school Chinese already. Chen Mo didn't have much of a feeling about her teaching level, but she had a kind of closeness to the students that other older teachers rarely had. Especially when she was in charge of the evening self-study, she would play some meaningful movies for everyone. This allowed the students to have a rare night of leisure in the high-pressure environment every day, so everyone began to look forward to the days when the Chinese teacher was in charge of the evening self-study. After Zhang Rou entered the classroom, she glanced at Su Yuqing and Lin Yuan at first glance. These two children had some problems with their personalities or psychology. She noticed it not long after she first started working. She has always had a firm idea that when she teaches, imparting knowledge is only one aspect, and taking into account the physical and mental health education of the students is the top priority. Therefore, she identified several students in the class who behaved abnormally in terms of personality very early on, and she also conducted a detailed investigation into their families. Su Yuqing and Lin Yan were already on her care list. She hoped to use her own strength to help these children whose personalities or mental health had been negatively affected by their original families, living environments, or other factors, return to normal. It must be said that her efforts were truly useful. In the previous timeline, when Lin Yan's world gradually lost Chen Mo's intervention and became muddled again, it was Zhang Rou's help that kept him from falling into the abyss. However, this time, when she looked at Su Yuqing, she also glanced at Chen Mo and then gave them an auntie-like smile. Last night at the night market, she had seen Chen Mo and Su Yuqing even earlier than Lin Yan and the others. At that time, her gossipy heart arose, and she deliberately hid where the two of them couldn't see her. Seeing their sweet interaction, she couldn't help but feel the beauty of youth. At the same time, it was also the first time she had seen Su Yuqing reveal such a sincere smile, a radiance that she could never see on the polite smile that Su Yuqing often wore. It was the beautiful smile that only appears when one feels joy and happiness from the bottom of their heart. She also wanted to see more of such smiles blooming on the faces of these children who were full of bright futures and possessed the most beautiful youthful times. She felt that this child, Chen Mo, was quite a good boy. If he could get together with Su Yuqing, he might be able to fix Su Yuqing's problems by 70 or 80%. That's why she smiled at the two of them as soon as she came in, because she had already secretly become a fan of this couple. It was truly a teacher personally online, watching the drama up close. Chapter 45, So Handsome. The sunlight slanted through the classroom window frames, and chalk dust floated in the beams like stardust. Chen Mo's knuckles unconsciously rubbed the curled corner of the textbook. The scent of ink, mingled with the vigorous body heat of the young people, steamed up, vaguely overlapping with the feel of the copperplate paper of case files in his memory. Zhang Rou's clear and melodious voice explaining notes from Shangji Ridge faded in and out. In the front row, Zhao Yeye secretly ate mints, and the downy hairs on the back of her neck were illuminated to a translucent state. There is a loquat tree in the courtyard, planted by my wife the year she died. Su Yuqing's soft trailing voice, as she followed along reading, was like a butterfly landing beside his ear. Chen Mo gazed at the tips of her hair, which trembled slightly with the rhythm of her recitation. Having been a criminal police officer for many years, his mind was often under high pressure. Suddenly, he was back in the high school classroom, listening to the teacher's lesson without a care in the world. This feeling was truly quite wonderful for Chen Mo. How many people, when they were in school, longed to escape from the prison of the campus as soon as possible, eager to set foot in society and be free from restraint? However, after becoming an adult, after being washed by the heavy pressure of life and severely whipped by society, one suddenly realizes that the campus one once longed to escape is now a beautiful harbor that can never be returned to. More than once, when Chen Mo was exhausted to the limit, he had fantasized about being able to return to his student days. Now that he really has returned, everything is so reassuring. Who? Chen Mo looked at Zhao Yeye in surprise, only to see that she was blocking her mouth with a book because of the super strong mint in her mouth. The cute look of her sticking out her tongue made Chen Mo couldn't help but chuckle. In Chen Mo's state of mind of cherishing the past, the first class had unknowingly passed. As the bell rang after class, Xingro smiled at Chen Mo and Su Yuqing again before walking out of the classroom. Even though class was over, Su Yuqing was still diligently memorizing the relevant information of the text as well as the key points such as the author's emotional expression that the teacher had just explained in class. As she diligently organized her notes, she suddenly felt that the aura around her seemed to have changed slightly. When she looked up, she saw that Zhao Yuyue had switched places with Chen Mo at some point. Chen Mo was sitting next to her, looking intently at the content she had recorded. Want to borrow my notes? Su Yuqing looked at Chen Mo and smiled sweetly. Have you forgotten? I am a top student. I'm just here to impart the key points to you, Chen Mo said with a smile. Even after so many years, he still remembered a lot of the content from the college entrance exam back then. Now, Chen Mo is actually in a semi-cheating mode. As long as he remembers a question, it will definitely appear again in this lifetime's college entrance exam. Therefore, the knowledge points that need to be re-emphasized and memorized are even more concise. Chen Mo circled a few important parts for Su Yuqing, and said with a smile, if you have enough energy, it's best to memorize the whole thing, but if you don't have enough energy, then focus on memorizing these. Why? Su Yuqing looked at the things Chen Mo had circled. Although they did seem likely to be tested, how could Chen Mo be better at highlighting key points than the teacher? A man's intuition. Chen Mo grinned and said. Looking at the sunny smile of the youthful boy in front of her, Su Yuqing felt her heart melting, and she was momentarily captivated. When she came back to her senses, she immediately turned her head away shyly, nodded, and hummed softly, indicating that she had remembered. Just then, Zhao Yeye suddenly reached out an evil little hand from behind Chen Mo. Originally, she was planning to take advantage of Chen Mo's inattention to throw a super strong mint into his mouth. But the result was that she directly triggered Chen Mo's subconscious defensive behavior as a criminal police officer. Regarding situations where someone might stab him in the back, Chen Mo had practiced countering quickly for a long time. It had almost become a conditioned reflex. Just as Zhao Yuyu's small hand approached Chen Mo's shoulder, Chen Mo immediately grabbed her hand reflexively. The next moment, he turned her around and pinned her to the desk as if subduing a criminal. This scene left the nearby classmates who witnessed it completely dumbfounded and shocked. Although Chen Mo was only dealing with a high school girl just now, his reaction speed was absolutely swift and decisive. Most importantly, the look in his eyes when he made his move was truly sharp, like that of a seasoned police officer. For a moment, everyone around him was stunned by his coolness. Even Huang Mao couldn't help but exclaim, "Damn, Lao Mo, where did you learn that move? It's so cool when you pull it off." Ouch! Handsome my foot, you damn blondie, Zhao Yeye sobbed. Brother Mo, let go of me already. It hurts so much. Only then did Chen Mo react. He quickly straightened Zhao Yeye's arm. Seeing her expression as if she was about to cry, Chen Mo stopped teasing her like before and quickly apologized. Sorry, it was a subconscious reaction. I didn't mean to. Come, let me rub it for you. It's my fault. Chen Mo gave an awkward smile and quickly reached out to rub Zhao Yeye's shoulder. Zhao Yeye really felt like crying from the pain just now because Chen Mo's suppression technique was too realistic. The force he used was completely the force used to deal with criminals ambushing him. How could a high school girl withstand that? But seeing Chen Mo's nervous apology, she was afraid that if she cried, it would make Chen Mo feel guilty, so she held back. It's okay, I was just trying to scare you. Zhao Yeye endured the pain in her shoulder, which was so painful it brought tears to her eyes, and squeezed out a smile. How could Chen Mo not see that she was pretending? He knew his own strength. Fortunately, his massage skills were pretty good, and he quickly helped to loosen up the slightly injured area on Zhao Yueming's shoulder. Brother Mo, it's okay now. I really don't hurt anymore. Seeing Chen Mo's guilty look, Zhao Yueming herself felt bad, so she smiled and moved her shoulder to show that she was fine. Seeing her moving her shoulder, it seemed that she was indeed much better. Only then did Chen Mo return to his seat with peace of mind. At this time, Zhao Yueming smiled and handed over a mint, saying, "Although I don't hurt anymore, you have to eat this before I can forgive you." Chen Mo had eaten this thing before, so he knew how powerful it was, but he still picked it up and put it in his mouth. Immediately, the strong mint power made him quickly look for water to drink. Su Yuqing felt sorry for him and quickly took out the bottle of water from the drawer that she had only taken a small sip from and handed it to him. After gulping down 2 large mouthfuls of water, Chen Mo finally recovered, but at this moment, his mouth and throat were ice cold. Phew, how can there be such an anti-human fruit? At this time, Zhao Yeye witnessed Chen Mo's embarrassing appearance just now, and she was laughing very happily on the side. However, after laughing for a while, she looked at Chen Mo curiously and said, "Brother Mo, how did you learn that move just now? It's as handsome as a police uncle catching a criminal on TV." Huang Mao on the side also had a look of eagerness to learn. Chapter 46 Sensible Children Sacrifice Themselves. I learned it from TV. You'll get it if you practice more. It's too useful for dealing with little rascals like you, Chen Mo said with a smile, looking at Zhao Yeye. You can learn to this extent just by watching TV. Recalling Chen Mo's swift movements and sharp eyes, Huang Mao expressed doubt. He turned his head to look at Zhao Yeye and said, "I've already learned it. Let me try to see if I can be as handsome as Lao Mo." Bah, you dead Huang Mao, you never think of me for good things, but you always think of me for bad things. You should ask Brother Mo to try it. Zhao Yeye said angrily and suddenly reached out and stuffed one into Huang Mao's mouth. Ah! The strong mint flavor instantly rushed from his mouth into his nasal cavity and into his throat. Huang Mao was immediately choked, crying for his parents. Seeing his miserable state, Zhao Yeye immediately burst into laughter, bending over at the waist. Only then did she take out her half-drunk bottle of water and hand it to him. Now you know how powerful I am, see if you dare to provoke me next time. Huang Mao didn't care whether Zhao Yeye had drunk the water or not at this time and picked it up and chugged it down his throat. Half a bottle of water was gone in an instant. Hey, are you a water buffalo? Why did you drink all of mine? Zhao Yeye immediately protested. Alright, I'll buy you another bottle later. Chen Mo smiled as he looked at Zhao Yeye and Su Yuqing. At this moment, Huang Maokai finally caught his breath, wiped away the tears he coughed up, and said, "What the hell is this thing? Is it so heaven-defying? Yeye, have you gone mad? Do you have too much money and nowhere to spend it? Buying this kind of scam? Isn't this MOGE treating us? Otherwise, did you think I'd buy it?" Zhao Yeye said with a grin. Huang Mao was speechless for a while after hearing this, but as he recovered, he suddenly realized that the bottle of water in his hand seemed to have been drunk by Zhao Yeye before, and instantly his gaze focused on the mouth of the bottle. For some reason, his heartbeat suddenly accelerated involuntarily. What's wrong? Did you just realize you had an indirect kiss? Chen Mo said with a smile, looking at the stunned Huang Mao. As soon as these words came out, Huang Mao and Zhao Yeye's faces instantly flushed red. Who indirectly kissed him? Ugh, spit, spit, spit. Zhao Yeye quickly wiped her mouth. Huang Mao exaggeratedly used his sleeve to vigorously wipe his mouth. If you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have realized it. My genius mustn't be infected with her dull and foolish virus. Heaven help me, heaven help me. Naya, you're the dummy. This young lady is a genius. I'm ignoring you. At this moment, both of them were fiercely complaining about the other in their mouths, but when Zhao Yeye turned back around, a blush gradually crept onto her cheeks. Huang Mao also immediately stopped talking, staring blankly at Zhao Yeye's back. Two tsunderas. Chen Mo rolled his eyes at the two of them, and said nothing more. However, he didn't notice that Su Yuqing's face had also turned red long ago, and she pretended not to hear anything and turned her head back. She had just given Chen Mo the water she had drunk from, but when Chen Mo mentioned indirect kissing, he was referring to Zhao Ye and Huang Mao, unconsciously excluding himself. However, the speaker meant nothing by it, but the listener was affected. When Su Yuqing heard this, it naturally felt as if Chen Mo was publicly saying that she had indirectly kissed him. Such a thing would normally be insignificant, but in high school, when children are most sensitive to emotions, they attach great importance to such matters. Thinking of the indirect kiss they had just shared, Su Yuqing's face flushed red, her mind felt hot, and she couldn't even focus on the notes in her hand. On his first morning back at high school, Chen Mo successfully reintegrated into this phase of his life. Everything seemed like yesterday, everyone else remained the same, but he had changed. He had become more like a high school student than his previous timeline self. His 10-year career hadn't made him seem overly mature, nor had it created much of a barrier between him and his current life. This was originally the life he had most hoped to relive in his dreams, and he had integrated into it perfectly. It's just that he would inevitably retain some habits and instincts developed from being a criminal police officer for many years subconsciously. As the morning classes ended, it was time to leave school. Everyone was discussing where to go for lunch. Su Yuqing's home was originally a bit far from the school, so she would usually go to the cafeteria with Zhao Yue for lunch. However, now that she was living at Chen Mo's house, she could completely go home with Chen Mo for lunch. Before they left in the morning, Chen Mo had already used the rice cooker to cook a pot of taro and spare ribs rice. They could eat it directly when they got back at noon. But unexpectedly, Zhao Yue habitually pulled her to go to the cafeteria together. Now, how should she tell Zhao Yue? Su Yuqing suddenly couldn't find the words. Don't go to the cafeteria for lunch, come to my house to eat. Chen Mo said, smiling as he looked at Zhao Yue. Does it cost money? Zhao Yue looked at Chen Mo warily. Chen Mo immediately flicked her forehead. Yuqing doesn't need money, but of course I need to charge you, it's 10 yuan. Wow, who was it that said I was their daughter? Which parent would charge their precious daughter? Zhao Yeye immediately retorted with a pout. Since you're willing to admit it, then it's free for you. Let's go home, the three of us, Chen Mo said with a smile, patting Zhao Yeye's head. However, Zhao Yeye shook her head with a smile and said, I'm just kidding, I wouldn't want to be a third wheel. You guys go ahead, I still have some money in my meal card. I'll finish that first, and maybe I'll freeload off you next time. Watching Zhao Yeye run off after speaking, Chen Mo smiled and said, this child is still so considerate. We're having lunch together, but it's leaving her alone. Seeing Zhao Yeye's figure running away with what seemed like a smile, but with a clear hint of loneliness, it really tugs at the heartstrings. Yeye sometimes just thinks too much about others. Su Yuqing also felt a little worried about her. Aren't you the same? Sometimes, you really need to learn to consider yourself more, Chen Mo said, smiling at Su Yuqing. Zhao Yeye grew up with her grandparents because her parents went out to work, a situation somewhat similar to Chen Mo's. However, Chen Mo's family was clearly much better off, and his parents spent a fair amount of time at home. But Zhao Yeye's family was more ordinary, and she rarely saw her parents. Plus, she had a sister who was a year younger than her, so she had been independent and self-reliant since she was young. She matured early and knew how to be considerate of others and take care of their feelings, but doing so often meant sacrificing her own emotions and ideas to accommodate others. To make others feel better, she would deliberately ignore her own bad feelings, sacrificing her own comfort to accommodate the comfort of others. It was precisely for this reason that she truly longed for the appearance of older siblings who could care about her feelings. After all, she was still a child, and she also hoped to be cared for and looked after by others. Chen Mo and Su Yuqing appeared in her world, and to her, they were such figures. They would keenly notice Zhao Yeye's periods of low mood and show her concern. This allowed Zhao Yeye to experience, for the first time in a long time, the feeling of being cared for and looked after in such a considerate way. It also made her feel that Chen Mo and Su Yuqing were not her peers at all. Instead, she developed a greater sense of dependence on them. This was also why she cried so bitterly after Su Yuching was murdered, and it took her a long time to barely emerge from the pain. Because to her, it was exactly the same as her favorite sister being murdered. How could she not be sad? Chapter 47, Let go of your dirty hands, you are not qualified. Watching Zhao Yeya's figure disappear at the stairwell, Chen Mo and Su Yuching then turned around and left. As a result, they had just arrived at the school gate when Su Yuching's body stiffened and she took a sidestep to hide behind Chen Mo. It turned out that Su Yuching's father was standing at the school gate. It was estimated that Su Yuching hadn't returned home for 2 days, so her mother must have looked for her father before coming in the morning. Chen Mo looked at her with a smile and said, I'll take care of everything. Just follow me. If you want to talk to him, then talk. If you don't want to talk to him, I'll do the talking. There's nothing to worry about. Su Yuching's pale cheeks were like crumpled rice paper in the spring breeze. The shadows of her lowered eyelashes covered the flickering light in her eyes. Her expression shifted slightly as she glanced at Chen Mo. After taking 2 deep breaths, she slowly relaxed her body and began to follow Chen Mo out of the campus. She still hadn't figured out why Chen Mo knew her father. The two deliberately ignored Su Yuching's father and walked out of the school gate. As a result, they hadn't walked far when they were caught up. Yuching, wait a moment. Only then did the two pretend to have just seen the people and turned their heads. Yuching, your mother said you haven't been home for 2 or 3 days. What exactly is going on? As he spoke, Su Yuching's father, Su Chengfeng, glanced at Chen Mo beside her without leaving a trace. Su Yuching pursed her lips, unable to say anything, until Chen Mo, in front of her father, took her hand. This scene stunned Su Chengfeng, who stood rooted to the spot. Su Yuching couldn't help but stiffen, looking at Chen Mo with some surprise. She didn't mind having intimate contact with Chen Mo, but in front of her father, she was afraid that her father would say or do something to Chen Mo because of this. What's going on? You should be very clear about what's going on. If Chen Mo were really just an ordinary high school student, he wouldn't dare to speak to a girl's father like this to his face. But he was not. Sufficient social experience taught him how to deal with such people and what kind of words to say. On Friday night, with such heavy rain, she didn't have a home she could enter. What do you think about that? Who are you? Being questioned by Chen Mo, Su Chengfeng was temporarily at a loss for words and could only change the subject, frowning as he looked at Chen Mo. I am her classmate. Chen Mo replied indifferently. Let go of your hand and stay away from my daughter, Yuching. Su Chengfeng said angrily, looking at Chen Mo. You're home. In such a heavy rain, you would rather watch your daughter soak in the rain than let her stay at home for 1 night. How can that place still be her home? Chen Mo said coldly, looking at Su Chengfeng. He had absolutely no kind expression for this kind of person. Bastard, who do you think you are? It's not your turn to lecture me. What we do in our own family is none of your business. Let go of me right now, or I'll find your teachers and parents. Alright, how about I immediately connect you with my parents? My eloquence is indeed not as good as theirs. If you want to hear them lecture you, I don't mind. Chen Mo took out his phone, looking like a dead pig unafraid of boiling water. You! Where had Su Chengfeng ever seen such a ruffian? He was a little dumbfounded by Chen Mo's retort. He really had encountered a family of hooligans. The son was a hooligan, and he didn't expect the parents to be even bigger hooligans. Seeing that finding his parents didn't work, Su Chengfeng immediately said angrily, I'm telling you, this is indecent assault on a girl. If you don't let go, I'll call the police. Seeing Su Chengfeng take out his phone to threaten him, Chen Mo smiled nonchalantly and said, go ahead and report it. Filing a false police report will get you detained. The state apparatus is not your private mercenary force. I advise you to calm down, uncle. I can't be bothered to talk to you. Unable to argue, Su Chengfeng reached out to pull Su Yuching. But he didn't expect that as soon as his hand reached out, the young man in front of him grabbed his wrist. The young man's strength far exceeded his imagination. I only have 3 things to say to you right now, so listen carefully. First, the custody of Yuching has already been awarded to her mother. You do not have the right to forcibly control or touch her, so please don't casually reach out with your dirty hands. Second, when she needed protection and care the most, you watched her being forced out of the house and into the rainstorm. What qualifications and face do you have to come here to see her today? How can you even bring yourself to do it? Third, Yuching is already over 16 years old. She already has the ability to support herself. She can now be free from and does not need your hypocritical concern. If there's nothing else, we still need to have lunch, so we'll take our leave first. If you continue to pester us, I guarantee that this afternoon, everyone at your company will know how ruthlessly and heartlessly you forced your own daughter out of the house on that extremely heavy rain night on Friday, letting her suffer in the rainstorm without caring. Surely you don't want your superiors to hear some unfavorable comments about you, right? Humph. After saying these 3 things, Chen Mo, with a look of anger, directly flung Su Chengfeng's hand away. Immediately, he turned his head, looked at Su Yuching with a gentle smile, and said, let's go. At this moment, Su Yuching herself was in a daze. Suddenly, the boy she liked and her own father had become so tense with each other, she didn't even know what to do. She just wanted to deal with her father quickly so as not to drag Chen Mo into trouble. So, she had originally planned to leave with her father first. Unexpectedly, Chen Mo, who was only a high school student, silenced her father, who usually looked so dignified and held a supervisor position in the company, with just a few words. Chen Mo had long seen through people like Su Chungfeng. Being able to treat his own daughter so ruthlessly showed that this man only cared about himself. In order not to anger his wife, what did it matter if his own daughter was drenched in the rain for a night? It wasn't him getting caught in the rain, after all. Similarly, the more selfish and self-serving a person is, the more they cherish their reputation. When Chen Mo said he would go to his company and expose his disgraceful behavior to the public, he had accurately grasped his lifeline. He was genuinely afraid of this, especially since it was a young man running over to spread the word, which would make it even easier for people to believe. Even if he had many excuses, such as saying that this young man was pursuing his daughter but was blocked by him, so he came to spread rumors. But in the end, the gossip had already spread. People would only believe what they wanted to believe, and no one cared how many bowls of noodles sixth brother actually ate. Ordinary people were one thing, but if the company's upper management heard about this and felt that it had a very bad impact affecting his future promotion, then the trouble would be huge. Therefore, he dared not gamble. He was directly checkmated by Chen Mo's few words. After being stunned in place for several seconds, he finally realized that he had actually been rendered speechless by a mere high school student. Instantly, a shameful and angry rage rushed to the top of his head. Chapter 48. This kind of service requires extra money. Despite his anger, Su Chungfeng couldn't think of any better way to deal with Chen Mo for the time being. He could only transfer his temper and vent it on Su Yuqing's mother. Soon, he called Su Yuqing's mother and berated her for spoiling their daughter, saying that she was now associating with a stinky hooligan and that he couldn't control her anymore. He simply said that Su Yuqing's mother should take care of it herself. After passing the buck, he felt much more comfortable and returned to his car, driving away from the school. On the way home, Su Yuqing occasionally looked up at Chen Mo. She felt he was both familiar and unfamiliar. She always felt that Chen Mo had a mature temperament that did not belong to a high school student. She had only noticed this temperament in the past 2 days. Although Chen Mo had been very gentle and caring before, his recent behavior was somewhat different. She didn't know why she had this surprised feeling. Sometimes, the person who truly loves you is the one who can notice any subtle change in you. Sorry, Yuqing. I got a little carried away just now and impulsively confronted your father. I didn't consider your feelings. Chen Mo felt relieved, but after all, he was Su Yuqing's father. He felt good confronting him, but subconsciously overlooked that Su Yuqing might feel uncomfortable being caught in the middle, so he immediately apologized to Su Yuqing. Su Yuqing shook her head and looked at Chen Mo with a serious expression, her eyes seeming to suddenly light up. I'm very happy. Very happy. Chen Mo was stunned and looked at Su Yuqing, only to see her suddenly lower her head. Su Yuqing gently squeezed Chen Mo's palm, her fingertips unconsciously stroking the back of his hand. She lowered her eyes, staring at the overlapping corners of their clothes. The tips of her ears flushed slightly. The way you stood in front of me made me very happy. The way you spoke up for me without hesitation made me very happy. The fact that you're just a high school student yet dared to confront my father face to face made me very happy. In her heart, Su Yuqing counted all the things Chen Mo had done that moved her to joy, but she was too embarrassed to say them all out loud. I'm truly happy to have you in my life. The happiness Su Yuqing spoke of was mixed with gratitude that fate had brought Chen Mo into her life. Suddenly, a handkerchief gently covered the corner of her eye. It turned out Su Yuqing didn't even realize when she had suddenly started crying. If you're happy, why are you crying? Chen Mo carefully wiped away the faint tears that had seeped from her slightly reddened eyes. Although her eyes were filled with tears, Su Yuqing raised her head and gave Chen Mo an incredibly bright smile. These were just tears of joy. Holding the handkerchief and wiping away the tears, Su Yuqing only felt that a certain knot in her heart had suddenly loosened a lot. Perhaps what was blocking it before was her obsessive dependence on and closeness to her father. She tried her best to eliminate the bad aspects of her relatives, keeping only the best aspects in her heart. Therefore, even if her parents treated her poorly in many ways, she would always eliminate all the bad words and deeds of her parents towards her and respond with extraordinary trust and closeness. However, this is obviously a morbid psychology. This caused her to gradually abandon herself, forcibly transforming into the kind of good child within the extremely narrow definition that would satisfy her parents. What is a good child to them? A good child, in their eyes, doesn't affect their current family, has no independent thoughts or soul, is completely obedient, possesses 1 or 2 praiseworthy qualities that can be shown off, and can be used to promote and enhance their value as parents. It's like raising a human-shaped pet. And this is clearly pathological. Silly girl, crying one moment and laughing the next. Chen Mo put away the handkerchief and smiled gently. But there's nothing wrong with crying. Crying can relieve depression. Being able to laugh after crying is what's healthy. Listening to Chen Mo's gentle words, Su Yuqing's heart felt as if it had been placed in a warm stove again, feeling constantly warmed, comfortable, and cozy. Arrived back home. After washing his hands, Chen Mo immediately took 2 bowls and scooped out 2 full bowls of taro and pork rib rice from the rice cooker. That's too much, I can't finish it all. Su Yuqing quickly shook her head. There's a kind of hunger where the master thinks you're hungry. For a high school girl, this amount of food isn't much at all. Based on the amount of food you ate yesterday, I estimate this amount is only enough to make you 60% full. With a little bit of beverage, 80% full is just right. Chen Mo smiled as he brought the food to the table. In truth, Su Yuqing wanted to save some room in her stomach, fearing she would eat too much and gain weight. Seeing Su Yuqing reach out and grab her stomach as if testing herself for any excess fat, Chen Mo understood what she was thinking. He immediately smiled and said, "Eat what you need to eat. Even if you become 200 pounds, I'll always let you live here. But don't worry, you won't reach 200 pounds. If you're overweight, I'll let you know what a devil coach is like. I'll exercise with you and help you lose weight. So, make sure you eat your fill and eat well. Don't torture yourself for the sake of your figure or anything like that. Girls are only cute when they're chubby. Look at how chubby Yeye's little face is. It feels so good to pinch. Then if I get chubby, wouldn't I be pinched and bullied by you every day?" Su Yuqing joked. "That one tea happened. I couldn't bear to," Chen Mo said with a smile. "Besides, you are my employee. If I bully you, wouldn't that be workplace bullying? If you go to labor arbitration to sue me, I can't afford to pay. There's no contract, what can I use to sue you?" Su Yuqing said with a smile, taking the spare ribs and taro rice from Chen Mo's hand. "Who said there wasn't one?" Chen Mo put down his chopsticks and immediately ran in the direction of the fax machine. Soon he came back with the contract in his hand. "The indenture has already been prepared for you. Sign it after dinner." Chen Mo smiled and handed the nanny contract to Su Yuqing. "Did you tell Auntie?" Seeing Chen Shi's name on it, Su Yuqing was a little surprised. Su Yuqing knew Chen Mo's parents' names last weekend at Chen Mo's grandparents' house when they were chatting. "She has to handle this matter. I couldn't keep it from her." "Did she say anything else?" Su Yuqing's pretty face instantly flushed red. "She did. She said that if you can't take good care of me, she'll fire you, especially this clause, taking care of my daily life, see." Chen Mo smiled slyly, looked at Su Yuqing, and pointed to the clause about taking care of his daily life. "For example, if the bed is too cold at night, you have to help me warm it up first. That's obviously a hegemonic clause. You have to pay extra for this kind of service." If it were before, Su Yuqing would definitely have been too shy to answer directly, but now that she has gradually become familiar with Chen Mo, she also started joking. Chapter 49 Keep the evidence of the school subsidizing me. After making a joke, Su Yuqing seriously looked at the contract. Originally, she thought this contract was just a perfunctory joke. Unexpectedly, the contract was extremely detailed, a completely legitimate version. She couldn't help but pause. "You're not really going to pay me this salary, are you?" "Why not? We've signed the contract, so of course, we'll operate according to the agreement. Contracts have legal force. If I don't pay you after signing, you can sue me and I'll have to pay you several times over in damages," Chen Mo replied with a smile. "That one do. Let's just leave this part out." Su Yuqing shook her head. "If it were just between us, it wouldn't matter whether it's written or not, but this contract isn't for our use. Does your aunt really think you hired a nanny?" Su Yuqing instantly thought this contract was an excuse Chen Mo used to deceive his parents into letting her stay at home. "Not really. It's not for my mom to see, but rather, if there's resistance from your parents later on, this contract will be very useful." Chen Mo shoveled a mouthful of rice and took a sip of milk before continuing. "My parents?" Su Yuqing was a little surprised. She didn't quite understand the connection between them. After all, you are still a minor and subject to parental guardianship. It's not like you can live wherever you want. Hearing this, Su Yuqing understood. This was what she feared most. If her parents came to forcibly take her away, she wouldn't know how to resist. Article 18 of our country's civil code stipulates that a child who has reached the age of 16 and has a stable economic income sufficient to maintain their basic living needs will be deemed to have full civil capacity, can independently engage in civil activities, and does not require the guardianship of a guardian. What does that mean? Su Yuqing was still confused about these professional terms. This means that as long as you have a job that can ensure a worry-free life, you can enjoy the same rights as an adult. You don't have to be afraid of your parents' forced interference and control. You have the right to refuse all control from your parents. If they force you to submit against your will, you can use the law to protect yourself without being subject to guardianship interference. Is this real? Su Yuqing was visibly surprised. It's written clearly in the national law, how could it be fake? Chen Mo immediately opened his phone, searched for the relevant legal articles, and showed them to Su Yuqing. Instantly, Su Yuqing's eyes lit up and her whole demeanor became brighter. These past few days, the more she felt an unprecedented sense of happiness with Chen Mo, the more uneasy and fearful she became deep down. She was afraid, very afraid of losing this kind of life. Especially when her parents realized what was happening and found this place, it was almost certain to happen. She really didn't want to go back to that lively but cold home at all. She wanted to stay in this seemingly deserted but incredibly warm home forever. She never expected that the country would have such laws to protect her, which made her feel at a loss with joy for a moment. The most frightening and terrifying form of domestic violence in this world is domestic emotional abuse. Outsiders can't detect it, and there's no evidence to prove it. Besides being isolated and helpless, constantly falling into the internal, mental hell of self-collapse, the child has no possibility of being rescued. This influence will accompany the child throughout their life, causing severe defects in their personality, to the extent that some perverted criminal psychology may emerge. Suffering from this violence, yet unable to appeal, Su Yuqing was already on the verge of collapse, or rather, she had already collapsed twice before. She really didn't want to go through it again. Now, hearing Chen Mo popularize such useful knowledge for her heart suddenly cleared, and she looked much less depressed. Now you know the benefits, right? After dinner, be a good girl and sign it. Seeing Su Yuqing glowing with joy, Chen Mo happily laughed along with her. Human emotions can be contagious, but ISNT 6000 a bit too much. Su Yuqing looked at the salary on the paper, still feeling a little overwhelmed. Silly girl, this price is actually considered low for the nanny profession. I'm already squeezing you a bit. Why are you trying to reduce it yourself? Chen Mo shook his head and smiled. But I'm not a real nanny. The amount of work I do each day is definitely less than a real nanny, and I don't work as well as a real nanny. How about cutting it in half? Su Yuqing still felt it was a bit too shocking. 6,000 a month was unimaginable for a kid her age. She remembered that her mother's monthly salary was only 3,000. Who said I was going to give it to you? You eat my food and live in my house. Aren't I supposed to recoup those costs? I'm just writing this for outsiders to see. This 6,000 is all mine. Chen Mo smiled and said. Then I'm relieved. Su Yuqing breathed a sigh of relief and happily ate her meal, feeling that the taro and pork rib rice was even more fragrant and delicious than before. You actually believed it. Chen Mo said, speechless. I was just joking with you. I won't short you a penny. If you think it's too much, then I won't give you money for groceries anymore. I'll use your salary to buy what we eat, drink, and use from now on. I'll freeload off you mercilessly and enjoy the feeling of being taken care of. That's a great idea, Su Yuqing immediately said with a happy smile. Then I have to record this quickly, in case you go back on your word. Chen Mo immediately took out his phone and filmed the two of them. Su Yuqing promises to use her salary to provide for all my food and drink for the rest of my life. This video serves as proof, Chen Mo said with a smile, directing the phone towards himself and Su Yuqing. Su Yuqing really did raise 3 fingers in a solemn manner, smiling as she said, Su Yuqing promises to use her salary to provide for all of Chen Mo's food and drink for the rest of his life. This video serves as proof. Great, the school beauty says she'll take care of me. This video can be kept as a family heirloom. Chen Mo happily saved the video. After having a delightful lunch in high spirits, Su Yuqing signed the contract, feeling as if her life's path had suddenly become bright and promising. After the meal, the two even contended briefly over who would do the dishes, but Chen Mo was firmly dissuaded by Su Yuqing. Now I'm the nanny, I'll take care of these things. You're not allowed to interfere, Su Yuqing said, puffing out her cheeks slightly as she put her hands on her hips, looking at Chen Mo. Alright, but remember to wear gloves. Frequent contact with detergent isn't good for the skin. Seeing this, Chen Mo promptly offered a reminder. Okay. Only then did Su Yuqing smile as she cleared the table and went to the kitchen. She even hummed a little tune while washing dishes, unusually happy. It was the first time Chen Mo had seen her so happy. He smiled and looked at her, then stopped paying attention. Instead, he picked up the Inshin grass that he had brought back from his grandparents' house from the coffee table in the living room and got up to go to Su Yuqing's room. Chapter 50 Everyone is a murderer. Last night when they returned, because Su Yuqing had eaten too much, Chen Mo was busy taking care of her and forgot to put this item inside her pillow. His grandparents said that putting this inside the pillow would help her sleep more soundly. Now that he remembered, Chen Mo didn't think much of it and went straight into the guest room. He saw that Su Yuqing had already folded the quilt neatly, the bed sheets had no wrinkles, and the entire room was filled with a faint fragrance. Chen Mo didn't pay attention to it and went straight to Su Yuqing's window, picking up her pillow. What Chen Mo never expected was that there was a small knife under Su Yuqing's pillow, a fruit knife. A fruit knife that was extremely similar to the murder weapon deduced by the forensic doctor in his previous life. This wasn't a fruit knife from Chen Mo's house, rather. Su Yuqing had likely been carrying it with her all along. Ever since Yuqing came to this house, she has been almost inseparable from me. There is no other possibility than that this knife was already on her when she came. Chen Mo was a little dazed. Why would she carry a fruit knife that is almost identical to the murder weapon? In an instant, it was as if a bomb exploded in Chen Mo's mind, and he stood there dumbfounded. Countless images flashed quickly before his eyes, like a revolving lantern. First of all, Su Yuqing's suicide is definitely impossible. The angle of use and the form of the wound are absolutely impossible to be the same for suicide and homicide. What's more, if she committed suicide, the murder weapon would only fall beside her. How could it not have been found all this time? Therefore, even if Su Yuqing herself carried a fruit knife that was the same type as the murder weapon, there is absolutely no possibility of suicide. But if she was carrying a murder weapon that was highly similar to the deduced murder weapon, then all of Chen Mo's previous deductions would be overturned. No one would have expected that a homeless girl, usually gentle and kind, stranded on the streets by the rain, would carry such a thing on her person. Naturally, when deducing the source of the murder weapon, no one had ever considered such an extraordinary possibility. All previous reasoning was based on the assumption that the perpetrator brought such a knife with them, so everyone who could not have carried this weapon was ruled out by Chen Mo. But now, from the moment he saw Su Yuqing carrying the murder weapon herself, all the suspects that Chen Mo had previously eliminated because they were not carrying a weapon were now implicated again. It could even be said that any man or woman who passed through that area at the time of the crime was a suspect. In that moment, every face Chen Mo had seen on Friday night flashed before his eyes. The first person he eliminated, Lin Yuan, was excluded because he was not carrying a weapon, but now that reason for exclusion was invalid. The three thugs who bullied Lin Yuan were excluded by Chen Mo because they were already carrying different knives. An average person wouldn't carry two knives on their person. But now that the murder weapon was carried by Su Yuqing herself, the three of them still had the possibility of being the culprit. Zhou Hao, Li Yan, that vagrant, the delivery guy, every person who appeared at the time of the incident, was replaying in Chen Mo's mind. Who exactly is it? Originally, since Chen Mo had already saved Su Yuqing in this life, he didn't need to consider this matter anymore. However, during his time as a criminal police officer, Chen Mo had watched many crime dramas, including quite a few about time travel. Especially those victims who were supposed to die but were saved were later reconnected by the causal force of the timeline, leading to the saved victims ultimately dying at the hands of the murderer due to a twist of fate. Chen Mo absolutely could not accept such a thing happening again. The only thing he could do was to protect Su Yuqing by keeping her at his side 24 hours a day. But that was clearly impossible. So, the best way was still to find out who the murderer was. Solving the murderer's problem was the way to solve the problem at its root. If the murderer was carrying an old case, the national law would intervene. If the murderer was clean now, then Chen Mo himself would have his own way. But who exactly was it? Suddenly, there were so many suspects. In addition, the prisoner in this life had not actually committed a crime, so this kind of remote connection was actually the most difficult. Chen Mo could only slowly deduce it through the large amount of case information he had collected and remembered from his previous life. Fortunately, he had already imprinted this information into his mind in his previous life, and he would not forget any detail until his death. Now, what he lacked was someone who could help him coordinate and sort things out and deduce the murderer together. Many times, one person's perspective is dim, and they often can't see a lot of important information. It is indeed good to have more people to handle things, and they can also put forward more hypotheses. As various pieces of information about the case flashed through Chen Mo's mind, along with various suspects who could be linked to this information, Su Yuqing finished washing the dishes and returned to the living room. Not seeing him in the living room or Chen Mo's room, she immediately walked curiously towards her own room. As a result, she saw Chen Mo standing there in a daze, holding her pillow. Instantly, she saw the fruit knife on the bed that was originally supposed to be under her pillow. In an instant, her heart was filled with panic. Hearing the movement behind him, Chen Mo also temporarily stopped thinking about the killer and slowly turned around. Chen Mo, this knife of mine, it's not. She was very afraid that Chen Mo would misunderstand. The reason she put this knife under her pillow wasn't to prevent Chen Mo from sneaking up on her in the middle of the night or anything. It was out of habit she had developed at her own home for certain reasons. It made her feel more at ease when she slept at night. As Su Yuqing was explaining frantically, she was suddenly pulled into someone's embrace. It's okay, you don't need to explain. It's a good thing for a girl to have this kind of safety awareness. Chen Mo smiled and gently stroked her back. Feeling her tense, trembling body gradually calming down, Chen Mo smiled and slowly released Su Yuqing, taking out the Inshin grass and saying, I came to put this in for you. I forgot to put it in for you last night. Stuffing the Inshin grass into the pillow and placing the pillow back above the knife, Chen Mo smiled and walked out of Su Yuqing's room. Seeing that Chen Mo didn't care about her carrying a knife, Su Yuqing breathed a sigh of relief. At the same time, looking at his back, her heart was filled with emotion. Why was she so lucky to meet someone who cherished and understood her so much? He didn't even need to hear a single explanation from her. Chapter 51. Happiness is meeting the right person. Whether it was letting her into his home, allowing her to stay, or even tolerating her rudeness in bringing a knife into his house and placing it under her pillow as if deliberately guarding against him, he didn't seem to mind at all. Su Yuqing felt as if her throat was blocked, making it difficult to breathe. She had countless words of gratitude she wanted to express, yet she couldn't utter a single one. This kind of trust and understanding brought her warmth and touched her just as much as practical care and concern. In one's lifetime, if you can meet the right person, that is enough happiness. Grandma's words echoed in Su Yuching's ears, the same words she had spoken when a young and naive Su Yuching asked her what happiness was. Because her parents were always arguing, she felt hurt and caught in the middle as a child. Moreover, she often heard her parents say that they were unhappy because of each other's problems and that they wanted a divorce. She didn't know what happiness was, or why her parents would argue about it. She greatly desired an answer. So she asked her grandmother what this happiness was that her parents were fighting over. Her grandmother gave her this short and straightforward answer. At the time, she was still very ignorant of what her grandmother said and didn't quite understand what it meant. Now, recalling the definition of happiness that her grandmother gave, it seems very simple, but it is something that many people cannot obtain even after a lifetime of searching. Su Yuching felt grateful at this moment, very thankful to God for allowing her to meet such a person. She didn't expect any further development with the boy in her heart. As long as she could spend one more day with him like this, then each day spent would be equivalent to extra happiness earned. As long as she could be with this boy, she was willing to treat every day in the future as the happiest day of her life. That way, even if they eventually parted ways and the other person found their own happiness, she would still feel strength and warmth in her heart when she recalled these days. However, the thought of this boy in her heart leaving her world still made her feel a wrenching pain. Clutching her chest, she took a few deep breaths before gradually calming down. Watching Chen Mo gently pat the pillow a few times before placing it back, Su Yuching suddenly realized that she hadn't woken up in the middle of the night for 3 days. She slowly walked to the bedside, took out the fruit knife that had once given her a false sense of security from under the pillow, and placed it in the drawer of the nearby cabinet, putting it away. She no longer needed this thing to bring her a sense of security. Returning to the living room, she saw Chen Mo taking 2 cups of yogurt from the refrigerator. It's good for your health to have some yogurt after a meal. Chen Mo smiled, opened a cup of yogurt, walked up to Su Yuching, placed the yogurt lid with a lot of yogurt on it in front of Su Yuching's mouth, and said with a smile, "Come on, lick it, don't waste it." Su Yuching stared blankly at the yogurt lid so close to her. The piece of plastic covered with milk froth hung near her lips, like the first snow that had not yet fallen. Chen Mo's smiling eyes rippled with fine light under the warm yellow light of the kitchen. The hand holding the lid slightly raised it, shaking the lid as if to urge her. Su Yuching suddenly felt her earlobes burning, but she still obediently opened her lips slightly, lowered her eyelashes, and leaned close to the thin piece of plastic. The moment her tongue gently curled up the condensed milk, the remaining yogurt bloomed with sweet and sour ripples on her taste buds. Looking at Su Yuching's cute appearance like a kitten, Chen Mo was a little lost in thought for a moment. It was not until the other party raised her eyes and looked at him blankly that he came back to his senses. "I was worried you wouldn't be used to the original flavor, so I opened a sweeter one for you. How is it?" Chen Mo's voice brushed past her ear with a breathy tone. "It's pretty good." Su Yuching took the yogurt bottle and lid from Chen Mo's hand, shyly took a step back, and then replied with a smile. Chen Mo smiled, twisted open his own bottle, and started gulping it down. Su Yuching looked at the yogurt stains around his mouth, immediately grabbed the tissue next to her, gently reached out, looked at his mouth, and gently wiped it for him. After subconsciously doing all this, she suddenly felt that the state of the two at this time was a bit ambiguous. Immediately, she shyly walked out of the kitchen, sat on the sofa in the living room, and like a little baby, held the yogurt bottle with both hands and began to drink it little by little. Chen Mo was almost melted by her cute appearance. Although Su Yuching seemed to be drinking yogurt obediently, all her attention was actually on Chen Mo. Noticing Chen Mo staring intently at her, Su Yuching's earlobes seemed like clouds burned through by the evening glow, blooming with a scarlet hue the moment the young man's gaze touched them. The act of swallowing in her throat suddenly became clumsy and drawn out, the trajectory of the yogurt sliding past her esophagus, meandering into a cool stream under Chen Mo's gaze. She unconsciously rubbed the condensed water droplets on the bottle, her fingertips smearing damp patterns on the cold glass. The falling hair swept across her scalding cheeks, as if to cover all the flaws that revealed her inner thoughts, but the light leaking through the gaps between the strands of hair clearly reminded her he was still watching. The sweetness on the tip of her tongue suddenly turned into melted honey, stickily coating every taste bud. As her throat bobbed, she heard the rapidly vibrating frequency of her heartbeat. Lowering her head to gaze at the water droplets clinging precariously to the bottle, she caught Chen Mo in her peripheral vision, a false impression that his gaze was materializing, climbing from her curled toes to her trembling knees, and finally settling on the hollow of her neck, rising and falling with each swallow. This caused Su Yuching's exposed ankles to unconsciously rub against each other, filled with shyness. Chen Mo also realized that Su Yuching had noticed his gaze. Seeing her bashful appearance, he couldn't help but find it amusing. He smiled and sat down next to Su Yuching, looking at her closely as he said with a smile, "Miss Babysitter, can I borrow your shoulder for a nap? It's not comfortable lying flat after just eating. It would be nice to have someone to lean on." Su Yuching glanced at Chen Mo with a slightly flushed face and nodded. As Chen Mo leaned in gently, his hair brushing against her collarbone, Su Yuching suddenly stiffened, feeling as if all the blood in her body had solidified into jelly. The weight of the boy's head seeped through the thin school uniform into her shoulder blades. She was like a butterfly specimen pinned to the sofa, not even daring to twitch her eyelashes. The sandalwood shampoo scent emanating from the back of Chen Mo's neck, mixed with the sun-drenched aroma, was entering her nostrils with each breath. The boyish pheromones within caused Su Yuqing's body temperature to rise slowly. As Chen Mo's loose hair rose and fell with his breathing, it brushed against the side of Su Yuqing's neck. Su Yuqing felt as if each touch was like a feather quill dipped in electricity caressing her skin, ticklish, numb, and tingly. She couldn't help but unconsciously synchronize her breathing with Chen Mo's. Chapter 52, A Young Boy's Thoughts. During their synchronized breathing, Chen Mo's warm earlobe accidentally brushed against her jawline, instantly causing Su Yuqing's cheeks to itch. Her gaze locked onto the wooden grain of the coffee table's edge. Just then, she clearly felt the back of the boy's hand, hanging unconsciously by his side, pressed against the outside of her thigh. The body heat transmitted through the outer skirt of her school uniform was like a red-hot branding iron, scalding her forehead with a thin layer of sweat. 5 minutes passed in a daze. Su Yuqing felt that these 5 minutes were both short and long. As Chen Mo adjusted his position, creating a rustling sound of fabric, she had the illusion that her heart was pounding in her throat, causing her collarbones to tremble. The afternoon sunlight filtered through the gauze curtains, gilding Chen Mo's eyelashes. Su Yuqing used the corner of her eye to count the shadows cast by the bridge of his nose. The youth's gentle breath brushed against her neck. She stared at her tense toes, suddenly wishing that time could freeze forever in this sun-warmed silence. Outside the open glass doors of the living room, a gentle breeze drifted in, lifting strands of her loose hair, a few of which lightly touched Chen Mo's forehead. Su Yuqing stared at the tangled strands of black hair. Seeing Chen Mo frown slightly from the touch, she playfully smiled, picked them up, and swept them back and forth across Chen Mo's forehead. This, however, caused Chen Mo to turn his head, burying his forehead into her cheek, leaving half of his head resting against her chest. Suddenly, Chen Mo smelled a unique fragrance. He abruptly opened his eyes, only to see a fair and delicate collarbone before him. Extending downwards, his nose was met with a towering world. The unique fragrance seemed to emanate from this towering world. Realizing his current state, he quickly sat up straight and looked apologetically at Su Yuqing, smiling as he said, "I actually fell asleep. Sorry, I didn't mean to take advantage of you." Looking at Chen Mo's serious explanation, Su Yuqing immediately shook her head with a smile, not caring at all. She reached out and pulled his head back onto her shoulder, saying, "You always say I don't rest well and my spirits are low, but I think you're not doing any better than me. Since you can fall asleep so quickly leaning on me, then sleep a little longer. There's still more than an hour before afternoon classes, you should get some rest." Feeling the gentle caress of a hand covering his cheek, carrying a hint of a girl's fragrance, Chen Mo smiled and said nothing more, closing his eyes again in peace. Indeed, he himself hadn't noticed that he could fall asleep so quickly and peacefully. In his previous life as a criminal police officer, he had too many things to worry about, and he always had to be on guard, so his sleep was always light. This was the first time that he could fall asleep so quickly and peacefully with someone else nearby. Feeling Chen Mo's breathing gradually become steady, Su Yuqing slightly tilted her head to look at his sleeping face, revealing a warm smile. At this moment, under the caress of the gentle breeze, her head slowly leaned against Chen Mo's, and she drifted into a deep sleep. The skirt of her school uniform was lifted and then fell by the wind, sweeping crescent-shaped wrinkles across the boy's dark blue school trousers. Chen Mo's head, pillowed in Su Yuqing's neck, tilted slightly. Su Yuqing's curled fingers hovered over the boy's shoulder, and the boy subconsciously reached out and intertwined their fingers. As he slept, the boy had unknowingly fallen over, resting his head on the girl's soft thighs. The girl's small hand, which had been resting on the boy's shoulder, also unconsciously slipped and gently landed on the boy's firm abdominal muscles. After a while, the boy turned slightly, hugging the girl's soft waist tightly in his arms, as if embracing a body pillow. The young girl slowly woke up. Seeing the scene before her, her face immediately flushed red. However, she made no move to resist, instead looping her small hands around the young man's back and gently embracing him. Feeling the boy hugging her tightly like a puppy, the girl only felt that she was seeing an unprecedentedly cute side of the boy. Just staring blankly like this was enough to make her intoxicated. Suddenly, ding-ling-ling, an alarm clock rang, startling the girl from her infatuated state of watching the boy, and also startling the deeply sleeping boy. As soon as he woke up, the boy found himself holding something soft and warm, very warm and comfortable, and his head was also resting on something as soft as a pillow. After realizing the situation, the boy immediately jumped off the sofa in shock. "Be careful." Seeing Chen Mo almost bump into the coffee table, Su Yuqing quickly reached out to pull him. Fortunately, Chen Mo's physical fitness has been good since he was a child. He often exercised in high school, and his body control ability is very good, so he stood firm directly. "When did my sleeping posture become so bad?" Chen Mo scratched his head, feeling as if he had changed into 18 different sleeping positions during a nap. Looking at his blank expression, Su Yuqing only felt that Chen Mo had a unique charm about him. Picking up his phone and glancing at the time, Chen Mo immediately rushed to the bathroom to wash his face and then walked out refreshed. Seeing Su Yuqing looking at him with a smile, not minding his intrusion, Chen Mo breathed a sigh of relief. From Chen Mo's perspective, Su Yuqing was more like someone who was homeless, with nowhere to return, and forced to stay in the home of a classmate she trusted or, perhaps, had a good impression of. However, he wasn't sure to what extent Su Yuqing's favorable feelings towards him went. Therefore, he didn't dare to do anything too excessive. Usually, he would tease her a little just to amuse her, feeling that her shy appearance was very cute. When it came to truly intimate contact with her, Chen Mo was still very afraid of offending her and making her unhappy. Or rather, make her feel hurt. She can no longer return to those two homes that don't belong to her. If, because he is too frivolous with her, she is hurt or feels uncomfortable and is forced to leave this place, then she will really have nowhere to go. Chen Mo doesn't want to force Su Yuqing into this situation, so he hopes that his contact with Su Yuqing is moderate, within the range that people who have a good feeling for each other can basically accept. Like this noon, leaning her head on his chest, or sleeping with her head on his lap and hugging her slender waist tightly, these are somewhat frivolous behaviors. That's why Chen Mo has a relatively large reaction after discovering this level of contact. Just like when he couldn't help but hug Su Yuqing when he opened the door on a rainy night last Friday, he had to explain to her even after just hugging her, just because he was afraid of causing some unnecessary misunderstandings. However, judging from Su Yuqing's reaction, Chen Mo could tell that Su Yuqing's affection for him was still relatively high. He immediately opened the door with a smile, and the two of them walked side by side towards the school, almost touching each other. Chapter 53. Follow me to the little dark room. At school, just as Chen Mo arrived near the classroom, he felt a bit strange because the classroom was unusually quiet. Under normal circumstances, it should be very noisy at this time. Sure enough, after turning the corner of the staircase, he saw the form teacher, He Xiaoyun, sitting in the classroom through the window. As Chen Mo and Su Yuqing approached, He Xiaoyun immediately looked towards the corridor. She quickly walked out, looking at the two of them with a complicated expression. Come with me for a moment. He Xiaoyun glanced at the time and saw that there were still 15 minutes before class, so she immediately called Chen Mo and Su Yuqing to the small darkroom next to the office. Usually, this place is used to store some teaching materials, and sometimes stricter teachers will lock naughty students in here to reflect. He Xiaoyun had clearly never done anything like this before. Seeing that the class teacher seemed to be deliberately waiting for her, Su Yuqing felt a little uneasy. However, under Chen Mo's gentle gaze, she quickly relaxed. At this moment, the classmates in the class who witnessed this scene were in an uproar. No way, Chen Mo was really with Su Yuqing. It's normal for those two to get together. A handsome guy and a beautiful girl, they're quite a match. Doesn't that mean I have no chance? Chen Mo's conditions are quite good. Isn't Lin Wei's family also well off? You still have a chance. Lin Wei's family is indeed well off, but he's not much to look at. Unlike Chen Mo, who is excellent in every aspect. Damn it, I should have confessed to him earlier. What are you thinking? Someone like him wouldn't be so easily won over by you. Don't go looking for trouble. Are you saying I'm not pretty enough? Compared to others, you're considered pretty, but compared to Su Yuqing, you should know where you stand. You. As the two girls whispered, other students nearby were also discussing Chen Mo and Su Yuqing. It seems they were caught by the class teacher. I was wondering why she was acting so unusually, coming to sit in the classroom at midday today. Then they're in trouble. I'm afraid their parents will be called in. Really? Su Yuqing's mother came once this morning, didn't she? It didn't seem like she was looking for trouble with Chen Mo. Su Yuqing's mother did come once this morning, but she probably didn't know about it then. I heard that Su Yuqing's mother came to the school again at noon. I wonder if it's because of their matter. Amidst the discussions, Zhao Yuyue clicked her mechanical pencil repeatedly, suddenly grabbed Huang Mao's school uniform sleeve and said anxiously with a worried face, this is bad, you dead Huang Mao. Do you think something will happen to them? Hearing this, Huang Mao laughed with a nonchalant and careless look. Don't worry. I just saw that Lao Mo's expression was very casual. Even if the teacher finds out about this, he will have a way to deal with it. Really? Zhao Yaya instantly ignited with hope. Just wait and see. Huang Mao had great confidence in Chen Mo. That's good. Brother Mo and Yuqing are such a good couple. It would be a pity if they were broken up. Please, God, bless them. Zhao Yaya even prayed as she spoke. Looking at her cute and silly appearance, Huang Mao was a little lost in thought for a moment. In the back row corner, Lin Yuan watched the scene of Chen Mo and Su Yuqing being called away by the class teacher. His gaze fell directly on the door and did not move away. However, his face was expressionless at this time, and he didn't know what he was thinking. At this time, in front of the small darkroom next to the teacher's office. Come in. The class teacher's voice was as crisp as a broken branch. Su Yuqing was so nervous that she subconsciously grabbed Chen Mo's arm, not even noticing that her fingertips were digging into his bicep. He turned his hand over and clasped her cold fingers, tracing the characters for rest assured in her palm. The small dark room was filled with a faint smell of ink due to the presence of a lot of teaching equipment. He Xiaoyun faced away from them, sorting teaching materials, her spine tense in a stubborn line. Do you know why I called you here? She said, continuing with what she was doing. Just as Chen Mo was about to speak, thump, a muffled sound of something heavy falling to the ground came from outside the window. The three of them were startled. Xiaoyun quickly pulled open the only small window in the dark room and saw several leaves rustling down from the sycamore tree downstairs. The bald head of the Dean of Studies reflected light between the shadows of the trees. He bent down to pick up a stack of books scattered on the ground, and his eyes met the eyes of the three upstairs. Xiaoyun closed the window and, without waiting for Chen Mo and Su Yuqing to answer the first question, looked directly at them and said, "Yuqing's mother came to the school at noon. What did she say?" Chen Mo asked with a smile. "The teacher knows you are both good children." Xiaoyun suddenly switched to dialect, which was her habit when persuading students. "Some things, you should adopt a gentler approach to communication. Teacher, please stop beating around the bush and just tell us what happened." Seeing the teacher habitually going in circles, Chen Mo immediately spoke up. Yuqing's mother went to the school security office at noon to check the surveillance footage and saw the scene where you clashed with Yuqing's father at the corner of the school gate. Xiaoyun looked at Chen Mo with a look of entanglement. "You are obviously both good children. You could have adopted a better way of communication, instead of making things completely awkward in this way." "It seems that uncle complained to aunt," Chen Mo replied with a smile. "You can still laugh." Xiaoyun immediately reached out and poked Chen Mo's head. "You guys are in big trouble now. The teacher doesn't object to you dating, as long as you don't neglect your studies because of it and turn the motivation from dating into the motivation for learning. The teacher can even turn a blind eye to some intimacy between you boys and girls." Saying that, Xiaoyun sighed and said, "But now that this matter has escalated to the point where your parents know about it, it's hard for the teacher not to intervene, even if she doesn't want to. Do you understand?" Originally, Su Yuqing's heart was filled with panic, fearing that the teacher would blame her or Chen Mo for this. If that were the case, it would be difficult for the two of them to interact normally at school. She feared they would be constantly watched by the teacher. But to her surprise, she heard such a direct statement from the class teacher, and she was a little stunned. Her class teacher was so open-minded that she couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. As long as the teacher's hurdle was cleared, the family matters wouldn't be a big problem. Having learned of Chen Mo's plan at noon, Su Yuqing was no longer too worried about the matter. However, when she came back to her senses, she thought about it carefully. She and Chen Mo were not even dating. What kind of relief was she feeling? What kind of guilty conscience? Chapter 54, You're Living Together. "Teacher, did Yuqing's mother say anything?" Chen Mo asked, looking at Xiaoyun. "She asked me for your name and wanted to meet your parents, which I managed to put off for the time being." Xiaoyun looked at Chen Mo helplessly. "But this matter definitely won't be resolved so easily. I'm planning to act as an intermediary to give you a chance to communicate with Yuqing's mother and appease her anger. I saw that she was quite agitated when she came at noon. This matter is definitely not easy to handle. You are truly a great people's teacher. Teacher, I love you." Chen Mo immediately smiled and rushed forward to hug Xiaoyun. "You little rascal, stop trying to sweet-talk me." Xiaoyun playfully pushed Chen Mo away with a loving smile. "It's useless to try and make your teacher happy. Tell me, how do you plan to resolve Yuqing's mother's situation? I've helped you come up with some things to say. Memorize them carefully. When you meet, recite what I've written, and maybe there's still hope." Xiaoyun took out a piece of paper from her pocket filled with content written in a very graceful script. If Chen Mo hadn't made a bet with her in the morning to get into the top 10 of the grade, Xiaoyun might not have taken it so seriously. It was rare to see a student burst out with such strong learning motivation and ambition because of love, so she naturally supported it strongly. Moreover, as long as love doesn't affect their studies, it's a wonderful memory for these kids at this age to have the opportunity to leave behind a memory of ignorant love that they can cherish for a lifetime. She didn't want to ruin the beautiful memory the students were creating, nor did she want Chen Mo's newfound strong motivation for learning to suddenly wither because of this matter. Therefore, she would try her best to mediate the situation, hoping to resolve this matter perfectly with the least amount of harm to both children. After being called and complained to by Su Yuqing's mother at noon, she had been racking her brains to think of a solution. On the contrary, the two people involved were leisurely and carefree, completely unaware of this. Chen Mo and Su Yuqing looked at the content on the note. It contained many words of apology and some guarantees, including Chen Mo's promise not to have any excessive contact with Su Yuqing, nor would he affect Su Yuqing's studies. If Su Yuqing's parents did not agree, he could even stop approaching Su Yuqing, and so on. He himself would also maintain this relationship as a motivation for self-improvement, hoping that after achieving relatively excellent results, Su Yuqing's parents would see the changes in both of them and then give them a chance to study together and improve together. In short, it was basically optimistic and positive content, as well as apologies for his previous irrational and impulsive behavior. Overall, there were basically no major problems. It even frames the subsequent agreement to a relationship as studying together and making progress together, only hoping for such an opportunity, not as a condition for a bet. First, admit fault, then promise no contact, then guarantee that you will work hard to improve and become someone who can help Su Yuqing in her studies. Finally, hope to ask for a chance to improve your grades so that you can make progress together with Su Yuqing. It can be said that basically everything said is flawless. Chen Mo felt that it was amazing that the teacher could come up with so many explanations. Worthy of being a veteran head teacher, she really has a lot of experience in handling this kind of thing. If it were an ordinary high school student, they would definitely accept the teacher's statement with gratitude and tears and go back to memorize it. But Chen Mo was obviously not prepared to do so. Teacher, your handling method is perfect. Chen Mo carefully folded the paper and put it away. Seeing Chen Mo agree, He Xiaoyun also revealed a relieved smile. The rest was up to her to mediate and facilitate a conversation between Chen Mo and Su Yuqing's mother, so that Su Yuqing's mother would accept Chen Mo's apology and put down some of her resistance to the two of them being in contact. However, He Xiaoyun had just breathed a sigh of relief when Chen Mo continued, Teacher, handling this matter in this way would be reasonable if the other parents were normal parents, but now. Speaking of this, Chen Mo looked at Su Yuqing and said, Yuqing, you should go back first. I'll talk to the teacher alone about the rest. Su Yuqing glanced at Chen Mo, wanting to stay. I don't want to say bad things about your parents in front of you again. Chen Mo patted Su Yuqing's shoulder and smiled gently, go back first. Hearing this, Su Yuqing couldn't help but feel her eyes slightly redden. Only then did she nod, open the door of the small dark room, and walk out. He Xiaoyun couldn't help but feel a tremor in her heart as she watched the scene from the side. This gentle attitude and the meticulous attention to the other person's sensitive heart made He Xiaoyun feel that Chen Mo could definitely be a good boyfriend to a girl. However, in a daze, she felt that Chen Mo was a little too mature to be a high school student. The door closed again, and Chen Mo then looked at He Xiaoyun and began to talk about what happened on Friday night last week. There's actually such a thing. If Yuqing is mistreated by her parents, we can help her contact the Women's Federation. Useless, teacher. What Yuqing is suffering is not physical harm, but harm to this place. Chen Mo pointed to his heart. What can we use to prove it? Even if we prove it, so what? Even if we intervene, so what? If this place of theirs cannot accept her as family, then no matter how much outsiders intervene, it will be of no avail. He Xiaoyun instantly fell into silence. She now deeply understood Su Yuqing's situation. Children of this age are already at their most sensitive, and being forced into this situation by their family environment, this matter is really not easy to resolve. As the saying goes, even an upright official finds it hard to settle a family squabble. Faced with the emotional harm caused by such a family environment, even with her wealth of experience, all she could do was try to communicate with Su Yuqing's parents and persuade them to show more care for their child. She realized there was nothing else she could do at all. But can years of indifference really be changed by her lecturing them overnight? Just as Chen Mo said, if they can't accept her as family in their hearts, then the words of outsiders are purely in one ear and out the other, serving no purpose at all. Then what do you plan to do? He Xiaoyun asked Chen Mo curiously, looking at him. Yuqing is already 16 years old. With this, her parents won't be able to come to the school and make trouble unreasonably. We have the right to call the police to persuade them to leave. If they repeatedly come to the school to cause a disturbance, then they will constitute a crime of creating a disturbance, Chen Mo said, taking out the contract signed by Su Yuqing and handing it to He Xiaoyun. He Xiaoyun was stunned for a moment after reading it. Your mother already knows. Well, it's all thanks to her full support, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to come up with a good solution. Chen Mo replied with a smile. Hearing Chen Mo say this, He Xiaoyun nodded subconsciously, but the next moment she noticed the key point. She looked at Chen Mo in surprise. From what I understand from this contract, you two are living together. Chapter 55, Adults' affairs are none of your business. Seeing that the teacher's focus was off, Chen Mo immediately laughed and said, we're just living in the same house. The meaning of cohabitation can be big or small. Teacher, don't talk nonsense. You little rascal, you're not harboring any bad intentions, are you? He Xiaoyun looked at Chen Mo suspiciously. I swear to heaven, I absolutely support Yuqing with a pure heart. If you don't believe me, you can ask Yuqing. I'm a well-known good young man for miles around. Chen Mo said with a smile. You're the best at being glib. He Xiaoyun rolled her eyes at Chen Mo. Since that's the case, go back first. The teacher will think about how to communicate with Yuqing's parents. Then I'll have to trouble you, teacher. Chen Mo smiled and left. When he returned to the classroom, he noticed many people muttering to each other, frequently glancing in Su Yuqing's direction. Looking over, Su Yuqing was slumped on her desk, seemingly lost in thought. Only Zhao Yueming was gently stroking her back and speaking comforting words. Seeing Chen Mo return, the students' murmuring suddenly subsided. After all, everyone knew he was close to Zhou Hao. Although Chen Mo didn't bully others in class, they feared that if Zhou Hao heard them gossiping about Chen Mo without thinking, it would be terrible. So, Chen Mo's appearance actually carried a deterrent effect associated with Zhou Hao. What's more, Chen Mo was usually nice to people. Seeing him in person, those who had been helped by Chen Mo were embarrassed to gossip about him in his presence. This was the strongest form of so-called combined kindness and power. Naturally, half of the classroom immediately quieted down, and the other half gradually quieted down as their conversation partners fell silent. Entering the classroom, Chen Mo glanced at his classmates but didn't say much. Sensing the sudden silence in the classroom, Su Yuqing, who had been lying on the desk, slowly raised her head. Seeing that it was Chun Mo who had returned, her previously troubled heart suddenly calmed down. The two simply exchanged a smile, which spoke volumes. Returning to his seat, Chen Mo looked at Su Yuqing's back and felt that her spine was a little straighter, as if she wasn't as fragile as before. So, he didn't say anything more. However, Zhao Yeye looked at Chun Mo with a gossipy expression and asked, "Brother Mo, what did the teacher call you over for?" "Children shouldn't ask about adults' matters," Chen Mo said with a smile, poking Zhao Yeye's little head as she leaned closer. "I'm just concerned about you," Zhao Yeye said, pouting. Seeing her like this, Chun Mo changed his usual teasing and gently stroked her head with a tender smile, saying, "Good girl, you even know how to worry about adult matters. Don't worry, nothing's wrong." "Really?" Zhao Yeye looked at Chun Mo with a pair of bright, spirited eyes. "Really?" Chen Mo replied with a smile. Hearing and confirmed that everything was really okay, Zhao Yeye returned to her usual self, immediately slapping away Chen Mo's hand and saying, "Pui, pui, pui, you're the child. I'm your aunt." Chen Mo smiled and didn't say much. Huang Mao laughed from the side. "I told you old Mo could handle it. You silly girl, you're just worrying for nothing." Ding ding ding. Soon, the bell for the first class in the afternoon rang. The math teacher walked in, carrying a stack of test papers. "We're having a midterm exam this Friday, so let's have a mock exam first to gauge everyone's current level. Then, in the next 2 days, we'll focus on supplementing and explaining some of the knowledge points with higher error rates. So, everyone, please don't cheat. If you encounter questions you don't know, leave them blank for now. Don't just pick answers randomly. Just answer the questions based on your true level, so the teacher can better understand what you've mastered, what you haven't grasped firmly enough, and what you basically haven't mastered at all." "Got it. Got it." The teacher smiled and nodded, then began distributing the test papers to the first desks in each row, one row at a time. Suddenly faced with an exam, Chen Mo was actually a little excited. Although he had studied like a madman back then, engraving knowledge into his very soul, and with his provincial top scorer status, he rejected direct invitations from the two prestigious universities of Peking and Tsinghua, insisting on choosing the People's Public Security University. So many years had passed after all. Whether he could really apply all the knowledge he had learned as well as he did back then was really hard to say. Only after taking the exam would he know. Betting with He Xiaoyun was just to give himself a motivation to study. As the test papers were distributed, Chen Mo opened his and glanced over it. Immediately, a large number of related problem-solving memories popped up in his mind. He had practiced the math problems over and over again. It was as clear as if it had happened yesterday. He immediately picked up his pen and started working on it. Huang Mao, who was next to him, had just finished writing his name on the test paper and then started twirling his pen, staring blankly at the questions. Before long, he turned his head and saw that Chun Mo had already completed more than a dozen multiple-choice questions. "Damn it," he whispered in surprise, "the teacher just said that she wanted to see our real grades, and you're just filling in answers randomly." "Who said I'm filling in answers randomly?" Chen Mo smiled speechlessly and rolled his eyes at Huang Mao. "If you're not filling them in randomly, how are you doing it so fast?" Huang Mao looked at Chun Mo suspiciously. "Can't I work hard secretly? You should learn from me." Chun Mo smiled, glanced at Huang Mao's test paper, and said, "Why haven't you done a single question? Your real strength shouldn't be this weak, right?" Originally nonchalant, Huang Mao immediately perked up upon hearing this. "Nonsense, how could your brother Mao be lacking?" Huang Mao's personality is the opposite of Zhao Yeye's. He loves it when people praise him. A little praise and his tail would be wagging to the sky. Of course, he definitely wouldn't listen to the kind of unrealistic praise, but he still appreciates the kind of praise that he knows he deserves. Hearing Chen Mo praise him for his decent strength, he naturally wanted to perform well. While doing the questions, Su Yuqing recalled the speed at which Chen Mo had previously done the math problems, and she subconsciously turned her head to take a look. She saw that Chen Mo was indeed writing with great speed, having already completed far more questions than she had. Just as Su Yuqing was looking at Chen Mo's test paper, suddenly her small face was poked by a finger. "No cheating on this exam," Chen Mo said with a grin as he looked at her. Su Yuqing immediately puffed out her cheeks and turned her head back. Soon, 2 class periods had passed. Chen Mo had already finished all the questions and checked them repeatedly. After confirming that there were no problems, he lay down on his desk to rest. He had not felt this kind of feeling of being able to lie down and sleep peacefully in class for a long, long time. Before the incident with Su Yuqing, he would either sleep directly through some uninteresting classes or secretly play with his phone and read novels. After experiencing a period of psychological torment following Su Yuqing's accident, Chun Mo devoted himself wholeheartedly to studying. From then on, he listened to every class with his full attention, regardless of whether he was interested in it or not. As the second class bell rang in the afternoon, the math exam finally came to an end. Huang Mao rubbed his temples and said, "It's really tiring to do the questions seriously." "Heh, you say that as if there would be a difference in your grades whether you do the questions seriously or not," Zhao Ye said to Huang Mao with disdain. "Oh, so you mean you're planning to compete with me?" Huang Mao looked at Zhao Ye with a slight smile. "Let's compete then. With your math skills, I'm not afraid of you. Even MOGE might not be able to outscore me. Zhao Yeye proudly patted her ample chest as she spoke. Alright, let's bet on who gets better grades. Huang Mao immediately became interested. What do you want to bet? Zhao Yeye looked at Huang Mao, not showing any weakness. I remember Saturday is your birthday, right? If I lose, when I come to your birthday party on Saturday, I'll pay for all the expenses. As soon as he said this, Zhao Yeye was stunned, Su Yuqing was stunned, and even Chen Mo was stunned. He had completely forgotten about it. The Saturday of the following week after Su Yuqing's accident was Zhao Yeye's birthday, but at that time, she was crying her eyes out because of Su Yuqing's death, and her whole mood was extremely low, so she was in no mood to celebrate her birthday. And Huang Mao wasn't someone who didn't know what was appropriate or the atmosphere. Su Yuqing had just been murdered, so how could he propose to help Zhao Yeye hold a birthday party? So, in the previous timeline, Zhao Yeye's birthday was never celebrated and was simply skipped over. If Huang Mo hadn't mentioned it, he would have forgotten about it long ago. Unlike Chen Mo, who was stunned for a moment, both girls were very surprised that Huang Mo would remember Zhao Yeye's birthday. Zhao Yeye was originally arguing spiritedly with Huang Mo, but upon suddenly hearing this, she felt a little touched in her heart for some reason. But she still suppressed her emotions and didn't show it, instead stubbornly looking at Huang Mo and saying, then what if I lose? He. Ew, you're smiling so lewdly, what do you want to do to me? Zhao Yeye immediately hugged herself with both arms and looked at Huang Mo warily. Her reaction made Chen Mo and Su Yuqing couldn't help but smile, which made Huang Mao's face flush slightly as he said, what nonsense are you talking about? If you lose, next time it's my birthday, you'll be the chief planner and make sure I have a super happy birthday. Okay. Zhao Yeye agreed without much thought when she heard about this bet. At this moment, Huang Mao saw Chen Mo secretly giving him a thumbs up. That's not right. I feel like you benefit whether you win or lose. When did I agree to invite you to my birthday party? Zhao Yeye suddenly realized. If you don't invite me, how can I pay? You can't possibly ask me to pay and then kick me out, right? No way, no way. The kind and beautiful little Yeye wouldn't be so heartless, would she? Huang Mao looked at Zhao Yeye with an exaggerated expression and said. Hearing this compliment of being beautiful and kind-hearted, Zhao Yeye snorted. But she didn't say whether or not she would allow Huang Mao to participate. Speaking of Zhao Yeye's birthday, Chen Mo immediately thought of Su Yuqing's birthday and his own. The two of their birthdays were relatively close. Chen Mo's birthday was in May and Su Yuqing's was in June. Su Yuqing's birthday wasn't too far from the time of the college entrance examination. At this moment, Su Yuqing also glanced at Chen Mo. Chen Mo's birthday is in another month, and she was thinking about whether she should prepare a birthday gift for Chen Mo in advance. When it comes to birthday gifts, it doesn't matter whether you make them yourself or buy them ready-made. However, a handmade gift is also a very meaningful thing for the gift giver. And it would be even better if the recipient could use the gift frequently. Thinking of this, Su Yuqing really couldn't think of what birthday gift to prepare for Chen Mo for a while. Yeah, what gift do you want for your birthday? Chen Mo asked with a smile, looking at Zhao Yeye. Can I just make a wish directly? Zhao Yeye looked at Chen Mo, her eyes lighting up. It's our last year together in the third year of high school. If we go to different universities in the future, I'm afraid it will be difficult to get the original team together to celebrate your birthday. This last birthday, of course, allows you to be a little presumptuous, Chen Mo said with a smile as he rubbed her head. Wow, brother Mo, how can you say such a heartbreaking thing so calmly? Zhao Yeye looked at Chen Mo speechlessly. Even if it's the truth, you shouldn't say it at this time. Tell me, what do you want? In the future, you might only have Lao Mao celebrating your birthday, Chen Mo said with a smile. Why? Zhao Yeye was taken aback. He will definitely take the university entrance exam with you. Chen Mo smiled and glanced at Huang Mao. Bullshit. Who said I was going to take the university entrance exam with her? Lao Mo, don't talk nonsense. Seeing Zhao Yeye looking towards him, Huang Mao immediately stuttered nervously. It serves these two right that they haven't made any progress by graduation. These two tsunderas are really difficult to deal with. Chen Mo couldn't help but complain in his heart. At this moment, Zhao Yeye didn't pay attention to Huang Mao but looked at Chen Mo and said a little embarrassedly, can I ask for a more expensive gift? Just say it, Chen Mo said, not caring at all. Under Chen Mo's encouraging gaze, Zhao Yuyu, clutching the frayed and worn cuff of her school uniform, said in a voice as faint as a mosquito's buzz, I want a thermos with good insulation. She suddenly waved her hands in a flurry, not the really expensive kind. Just one that can keep things warm for a longer time is fine. Huang Mao's pen twirling motion came to an abrupt halt. He recalled a physical education class from 2 weeks prior. Zhao Yeye's faded military green water bottle rolled to the center of the basketball court. When it was crushed, she squatted on the ground, desperately trying to pry open the metal casing. At the time, he had offered to give her a Star 9 Crane co-branded model, but she said, with reddened eyes, that it could still be used if repaired. For that 1 week, Zhao Yeye could still be seen taking out the water bottle covered in transparent tape from her school bag. But at that time, the brown tea stains inside had already begun to bleed onto the white tape, creating map-like patterns. I haven't seen her bring a water bottle since last week. It seems it really can't be fixed. I didn't expect that her so-called expensive gift was just this. Huang Mao couldn't help but tremble at this thought. Chen Mo glanced at Huang Mao, then looked back at Zhao Yeye and asked with a smile, "Besides this, is there anything else you want?" Chen Mo decided to let Huang Mao give this kind of practical thing as a gift. Thus, whenever Zhao Yeye used the thermos, she would always remember the person who gave her the gift. Chapter 57 Never Lost to Anyone. Seeking follow-up reads. Hearing Chen Mo say this, Zhao Yeye thought that the thermos was too expensive, so she immediately thought of something cheaper. Then let's change it to a pencil case. Mine doesn't close very well anymore, Zhao Yeye said, picking up her old pencil case. High school students rarely use pencil boxes specifically to store stationery. Most either use a stationery bag or just toss everything into their desks. Zhao Yeye, however, still kept the habit from elementary school, neatly placing her stationery in a pencil box. Chen Mo glanced at her pencil case and said with a smile, "Pencil cases are troublesome and easily fall on the ground, causing the lid to open. Let me give you a better stationery bag. You can usually hang it on your small bag, which is convenient to carry. With a zipper, even if it falls on the ground, the contents won't fall everywhere." Okay. Zhao Yuan glanced at the stationery bags of other students nearby and thought they were pretty good. "Then you just wait until Saturday, I will definitely prepare a good one for you." Chen Mo smiled and patted Zhao Yuan's head and said, "He really treats Zhao Yuan like a beloved younger sister." Chen Mo had seen her worn-out pencil case long ago. However, Zhao Yuan belongs to the type who looks gentle, cute, and petite on the outside but is actually a very strong-willed girl. She would never accept things given to her for no reason. Now that it's her birthday, she's more willing to accept it. During the four people's chat, the classmates gradually left the classroom because the next class was physical education. "It's time for PE class, let's go," Chen Mo said with a smile, getting up, and noticed Huang Mao using his phone to browse Treasure Scoop, looking for a thermos with good insulation. He smiled and didn't say much. As everyone arrived on the sports field, the school bell rang at the same time. As the well-built PE teacher with a single ponytail blew her whistle, everyone immediately gathered on the field and lined up. Although Chen Mo's class's PE teacher was female, her dignity was just as inviolable. This PE teacher is named Tianjing. Don't let the gentle name fool you, she's bursting with muscles and explosive power. Just watching her walk over in shorts, everyone can see how sturdy the muscles in her exposed thighs are. Her leg and arm muscles are the kind that only a true martial artist could possess. Even if a male high school student were to face her, one punch from her would probably leave him flat on his back. It is said that Tianjing has a 7th Dan rank in free combat and is a true big shot with extremely strong practical combat capabilities. There was once a rebellious school bully who didn't listen and wanted to test Tianjing's strength. As a result, Tianjing casually threw a sidekick downwards, and the boy was knocked to the ground, unable to stand up under the pressure, and could only beg for mercy. That's a small matter. It is said that on her way home from work, she encountered some thugs robbing students with knives. She directly used the nunchucks she carried to knock the weapons out of the thugs' hands. Then, she single-handedly beat all 5 thugs until they were crying for their parents and sent them to the station. From then on, her reputation spread widely throughout the school. The stories even became more and more exaggerated. In the versions Chen Mo heard, there were tales of her facing dozens of knife-wielding thugs with her bare hands. Not only did she disarm them, but she also beat those thugs so badly they couldn't find their way home. These were the extremely exaggerated versions. But after Chen Mo became a criminal police officer, he had reconnected with Teacher Tian and learned the original version of her encounter with the thugs. According to Teacher Tian, attempting to disarm someone with a blade empty-handed is far too dangerous. Even when facing petty thugs using knives, it's best to have something in your hand to deal with their blades to ensure your own safety. But no matter what, the fact remains that she single-handedly dealt with the knife-wielding thugs, so it doesn't matter if her reputation is exaggerated. This in turn further enhances her deterrent effect, making people afraid to be sloppy in her class, so Tianjing has never deliberately clarified anything. For example, right now, everyone has only heard of Tianjing's increasingly outrageous reputation, and they all think she is ridiculously strong. Naturally, when everyone sees her, they dare not act presumptuously and all behave obediently. As everyone stood still, the sunlight on the synthetic track evaporated the unique smell of rubber, which went straight into their noses. At ease. Attention. Left face. Right face. Eyes front. Okay, each rank, start counting off. As Tianjing's loud and clear voice rang out, the students immediately began calling out their numbers according to their positions. Alright, everyone's here. Now, let me tell you what we're going to do in this physical education class. At this moment, Tianjing stood in front of everyone, her voice still incredibly loud as she said, "The college entrance examination is just around the corner. For those who want to apply to sports academies or aim to become athletes, the upcoming sports assessment next week will have an impact on your future school applications, giving you extra points. Hearing this, many students without corresponding aspirations couldn't help but relax their upright postures. Tianjing glanced at the crowd and continued, "Those of you who don't have these goals shouldn't think it doesn't matter. A person's vitality is interconnected. Only with a healthy and strong body can you have a better spirit. At that time, your mind will be able to maintain flexibility and clarity to cope with the study of cultural subjects. Therefore, the importance of sports should never be ignored." Hearing this, those students who had just relaxed couldn't help but take a deep breath and immediately stood up straight again. Only then did Tianjing continue with satisfaction, "In all my time as a physical education teacher, I have never given up a single class to a subject teacher. That's because I know how important physical health is. In order to prepare for next week's college entrance exam, I have repeatedly taught you the training methods for the corresponding events in the past few weeks. This week, I am mainly here to check whether your corresponding events have improved." Sports committee member, step forward. As Tianjing spoke, a stout boy immediately stepped forward. This boy is named Zhang Ji. Although he is tall and looks very burly, he is very gentle and speaks softly, which is a big contrast to his appearance. Because of his personality, plus the fact that he looks upright and is not ugly, there are 1 or 2 girls in the class who have taken a liking to him. You record the girls standing long jump in the 5-meter 3-direction shuttle run. Tianjing handed Zhang Ji a pen and a clipboard with a form containing the class roster. "Boys, come with me. You'll test your 1,000-meter endurance run first." Tianjing, in her usual carefree manner, led the group of boys to the track. When it comes to physical fitness tests, Chen Mo has never lost to anyone. Not to mention that during his high school years, he never skipped a day of exercise. Just the times he desperately chased criminals for several blocks as a criminal police officer were also frequent occurrences. Endurance running is simply child's play to him, but he really hasn't seriously tested his endurance running level. Chapter 58 Jealous. Seeking follow-up reads. As teacher Tianjing blew the whistle, the boys' 1,000-meter endurance run test officially began. Chen Mo stood on the starting line, his expression calm but revealing a veteran's composure. Although this body has returned to high school days, the muscle memory and physical foundation honed by 10 years of criminal police career have long been engraved in his bones. Moreover, in fact, the body during high school was not much worse than the body 10 years later. Although he is still in the development stage, he is already at a stage of extremely high physical strength. At the starting stage, Chen Mo deliberately slowed down his pace and mingled in the middle of the pack. In the first 200 meters, several students with athletic specialties rushed to the front as usual, drawing cheers from the female students who were watching nearby, waiting for their turn to do the standing long jump test. After all, the speed they displayed was a speed of far ahead. These students didn't really need to run so fast, they just wanted to enjoy the cheers from the girls. For a serious endurance run, it's best to be steady. Unaffected by the external environment, Chen Mo maintained an even breathing rhythm and a stride frequency as stable as a precision clock. This was an endurance running method he had developed at Police Academy, precisely controlling the distribution of his physical strength with each step. The turning point came on the 3rd lap. When other students began to find their steps heavy due to lactic acid buildup, Chen Mo suddenly accelerated like a cheetah. The explosiveness that earned him the nickname Lightning Mo in the police force was now on full display. The amplitude of his arm swings suddenly increased, and the muscles in his calves tightened into sharp lines as he instantly overtook 5 people in a row. Zhang Ji, who was recording the female students' results by the track, suddenly looked up and saw this scene, so surprised that his hand shook, drawing a long ink mark on the paper. "Wow! Brother Mo was so awesome! Brother Mo, go, go!" Seeing Chen Mo's performance, Zhao Yeye immediately jumped up and down with joy. Seeing Chen Mo's performance, Su Yuqing's beautiful eyes also lit up. Sports boys have a unique handsomeness that belongs to them, especially when this boy's level far exceeds others. It further highlights the radiance on his body. For a time, Su Yuqing's sight was attracted by the vigor and handsomeness Chen Mo displayed, and it was difficult to move away for a long time. In the last 300 meters, Chen Mo's speed was actually 30% faster than the sprinters in their sprint phase. Tianjing was also stunned by this scene. She was a professional and could best see how perfect Chen Mo's 1,000-meter run was. The steady pace and not-so-slow speed in the early stage could actually be maintained so evenly. This was simply not a performance a high school student could achieve. It was more like the meticulous execution of a professionally trained soldier, police officer, or athlete. And this final lap sprint further highlighted Chen Mo's astonishing physical endurance and powerful physical attributes. Even if an average high school student managed his initial steady, even-paced run, achieving this kind of speed in the final lap would be no easy feat. In an instant, everyone focused their attention on Chen Mo. Whether it was the girls currently being tested, or the boys on the track, some exhausted and panting, others still relatively calm, all couldn't help but feel amazed when they saw Chen Mo's final sprint. Especially the few athletic students, they were completely stunned. They started chasing after Chen Mo the moment he began his sprint, but they couldn't catch up at all. Chen Mo's speed increased even more, and their pursuit only accelerated the consumption of their own stamina, causing their 1,000-meter times to be worse than their usual best during training. Watching Chen Mo sprint down the track like a cheetah, Tianjing's hand, clutching the stopwatch, suddenly tightened with excitement. She noticed that Chen Mo's running posture now carried traces of special forces or professional athletes, a slightly forward-leaning charging stance, the professional technique of exerting force from the forefoot upon landing, and even a breathing rhythm that seemed specially trained. When Chen Mo crossed the finish line in 2 minutes and 35 seconds, the entire sports field fell silent. This result was 11 seconds faster than the school record and even met the standards for sports recruitment at some universities. Tianjing stared at the stopwatch, repeatedly confirming it 3 times, her eyes wide with disbelief. She knew better than anyone the terrifying amount of training required for a non-professional athlete to break the 3-minute mark. Brother Mo, you're so cool. You left those sports students in the dust. Zhao Yeye ran over quickly, looking at Chen Mo excitedly, her eyes full of adoring stars. Seeing this scene, Huang Mao, who had been running slowly at his own pace, suddenly felt a pang of envy. Chen Mo and Zhao Yeye's interactions seemed intimate on the surface, but he didn't care at all because he could see that Chen Mo and Zhao Yeye were more like siblings interacting, rather than a man and a woman who liked each other and had romantic intentions. Chen Mo and Su Yuqing's behavior was more like a couple who liked each other. Seemingly small interactions, but with a feeling of secret affection. He could tell that Chen Mo completely doted on Zhao Yeye as a little sister. Zhao Yeye also called him Brother Mo, treating Chen Mo like an older brother. Sometimes she would act spoiled, sometimes she would be a little dependent, and sometimes they would bicker and banter. Therefore, he would not be jealous of their daily interactions. He could clearly see the state of their relationship. But now, Zhao Yeye's expression of utter adoration towards Chen Mo truly made him feel a pang of envy. However, calling it envy wasn't entirely accurate. It should be described as longing. He, too, desired to be gazed upon by Zhao Yeye with such admiration, to be praised in such a way. Originally jogging along at his own leisurely pace, Huang Mao suddenly began to accelerate frantically. Wow! Blondie, you're actually not bad. Go go go, overtake the one in front. Seeing the blonde suddenly speed up, Zhao Yeye immediately cheered enthusiastically for him. This instantly made Huang Mao feel a sense of psychological balance. His heart was even filled with a sweet joy. His feet, which had been aching from running, suddenly felt no discomfort at all, and his stamina seemed to be even more abundant. The power of love is strong. Before, Blondie's tests were always sloppy, taking nearly 5 minutes and failing. Who would have thought that today he would directly run it in under 4.5 minutes? This was mainly because Chen Mo hadn't had the desire to compete with others before, nor had he ever sprinted so frantically. Without someone she had a close relationship with, Zhao Yuan wouldn't cheer for others so enthusiastically, so Huang Mao never had that sense of competition. Now, with Chen Mo in the lead, Huang Mao's motivation was also ignited. Seeing this, Chen Mo couldn't help but smile slightly. Chen Mo, you at this moment, the sports committee member, Zhang Ji, subconsciously walked towards Chen Mo and said, I remember you only had a speed of around 4 points in the test last week. How did you mutate in just 1 week? After recording the results of the few students who quickly reached the finish line, Tianjing also looked at Chen Mo in surprise and said, Chen Mo, I really didn't see it. You actually have talent in this area. Have you considered developing in the direction of an athlete? Maybe you can participate in the Olympics and win glory for the country in the future. Chapter 59, an eye-catching program. Seeing the astonished expressions of the sports committee member and the PE teacher, Chen Mo smiled and slowly walked around them to relieve his slightly sore muscles. He then looked at Tianjing and said, participating in the Olympics is an exaggeration. I just watched some long-distance running tutorial videos recently and practiced a bit. Watching the beads of sweat on Chen Mo's Adam's apple glistening in the sunlight, Tianjing frowned at this perfunctory explanation. She had clearly seen extremely professional performance in Chen Mo's running just now. This wasn't something that could be achieved by just watching tutorial videos. If it were that easy, she wouldn't have failed to teach it during her usual classes. Why hadn't everyone else learned it? Why hadn't Chen Mo learned it before? At this moment, Su Yuqing took out a pack of tissues from her pocket, pulled out one, and handed it to Chen Mo, gesturing for him to wipe his sweat. Chen Mo smiled and accepted it. Although neither of them spoke, the smiling gazes they exchanged created an atmosphere filled with ambiguity. Zhao Ye on the side watched with a smile of wild CP consumption. After the 1,000-meter run, Chen Mo's score directly broke the school's historical record, which made Tianjing pay more attention to him. Chen Mo, with your qualities, you really have the potential to be an athlete. If you have any ideas in this regard, the teacher would suggest you consider it. Seeing that Chen Mo quickly recovered his breathing rhythm from the 1,000-meter run, Tianjing immediately said again. Although being an athlete can be a very good prospect if you can make a name for yourself, athletes are prone to too many injuries. I exercise only as a hobby to strengthen my body, and I don't want to treat sports as a competitive event. Chen Mo looked at Tianjing and replied. Hearing Chen Mo say this, Tianjing didn't say anything more. She only had the thought of cherishing talent, but students have their own plans, so she naturally wouldn't interfere too much. She just felt a little pity about this. As the boys' 1000-meter test was completed, Tianjing let the boys rest for a while and switched to the girls to start the 800-meter test. Don't let Su Yuqing's delicate appearance fool you. In reality, she has some athletic ability. Among the girls in the class, her physical education performance is considered average, but some areas are a bit too prominently developed, causing her to have more burden when running. As soon as it was time for the girls to run, the boys who were resting on the grass instantly perked up. Because when girls run, some areas will shake involuntarily with the movement, which is a very pleasing sight for many boys. Especially those who usually like to comment on and rank girls' figures, they especially like to verify the results at this time. Usually, they may only judge the size relatively objectively, but now they can visually judge the girls' figures through the shaking situation, which naturally makes them pay more attention. The moment Tianjing blew the whistle, the girls on the track immediately rushed out in unison. The ponytail girl running at the very front was Zhou Xiaolin, the main force of the school's track and field team. Her swinging arms had the rhythm of a professional athlete, and she quickly left the second place behind by a full 30 meters from the start. Maintain your breathing rhythm. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, don't mess it up. When you can't even finish a lap and you're only breathing through your mouth and your throat starts to hurt, that means your rhythm is wrong. Tianjing's roar cut through the playground. Soon, one lap was finished. The boys' gazes were extremely concentrated, scattered across the girls' chests. Involuntarily, each of them watched with great interest. Su Yuqing trailed in the middle of the group, stray hairs stuck to her flushed cheeks with sweat. At this point, she could no longer rely solely on nasal oxygen intake. As she began to gulp air through her mouth, a metallic, rusty taste suddenly surged in her throat that was the unique suffocating sensation of the 800-meter run tearing at her lungs. Just as she was feeling tired, she caught a glimpse of Chen Mo in her peripheral vision, watching her intently from the grass. At this moment, Chen Mo walked to the side of the track, looked at Su Yuqing and Zhao Yuyue running one after the other, and shouted to Su Yuqing, "Yuqing, keep going. You can start your final sprint soon. Don't let Zhao Yuyu beat you." Chen Mo's encouragement echoed by the track, giving Su Yuqing more strength. Favoritism. Zhao Yuyue immediately protested to Chen Mo, puffing out her cheeks in anger. Chen Mo smiled and pointed to Huang Mao, who was resting with his hands on his knees at a corner ahead, and said, "Someone over there is waiting to cheer you on." Huang Mao had also run seriously today, which was rare, leaving him panting like a dog, and he was still recovering. Seeing the direction Chen Mo was pointing, and seeing Huang Mao standing there, Zhao Yuyue's pretty face flushed red as she said, "Who wants him to cheer me on? Yu, get ready to sprint." The line "release stress through exercise" that Su Yuqing saw on TV suddenly popped into her mind, and she bit her lower lip and immediately began to accelerate. The reason her athletic ability is only average in the class is that she tries to do some light exercise whenever she feels stressed. This gives her an extremely well-proportioned figure and allows her to release some of the pressure in the process. But it's still useless if the release rate can't keep up with the accumulation rate. It only delays her breakdown. However, the pressure in her heart is not so heavy now, which makes the mood improvement brought by exercise more effective. Seeing Su Yuqing suddenly accelerate, Zhao Yeye also refused to be outdone and sprinted after her. Sure enough, seeing Zhao Yeye running closer, Huang Mao immediately shouted loudly to cheer her on. This made Zhao Yeye's already flushed face from running even redder. She is not ashamed at all, no matter how loudly she cheers for others. But when others cheered her on, it gave her a spotlight effect, making her feel like everyone's eyes were on her, a focus that made her shy and unable to respond. When Zhou Xiaolin crossed the finish line, the stopwatch read 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Whistles came from other boys as she ran to the side. Tianjing, however, turned to look at the curve. Su Yuqing was staggering as she overtook the fourth-place runner. Chen Mo subconsciously took half a step forward. When Su Yuqing crossed the finish line in fourth place, she was greeted by a familiar handkerchief. "Here, wipe your sweat." Chen Mo grinned at Su Yuqing. According to his mother's teachings, the handkerchief Chen Mo carried with him was always prepared for the needs of girls. Therefore, when he himself was sweating, he didn't take it out at all, but when Su Yuqing needed it, he directly handed it to her. "Wow, Brother Mo is so biased, I want a handkerchief too," Zhao Yeye said, feigning envy at the sight of this. Hearing her say that, Chen Mo remembered that Lin Yuan had returned a handkerchief to him today. He smiled, took it out, and handed it to Zhao Yeye, saying, "Now I'm not favoring one over the other, right?" At this moment, Huang Mao, who was standing beside them, saw this and couldn't help but think to himself that he should carry a handkerchief with him next time. Chapter 60 National Youth Record. Previously, Huang Mao felt that it was a bit effeminate for a boy to carry a handkerchief, but now it seems that it can be really useful. With the girls' 800-meter test over, the girls got some rest time. The boys will start the 100-meter sprint, standing long jump, and 5-meter three-way shuttle run. For Chen Mo, the 100-meter sprint and the 5-meter three-way shuttle run were both projects that he had practiced hard in the past. To chase criminals, it is very important to improve the explosive power of the instant start and the limit running speed in short distances. At the same time, the 5-meter three-way shuttle run is also an important test of the ability to brake suddenly during rapid running. Chen Mo once had a colleague who was very fast in sprinting, able to catch up with criminals. However, because he ran too fast and couldn't break in time, he was often evaded by the criminals with a sudden squat and stop. He just didn't practice the 5-meter shuttle run well, and his braking ability in a high-speed state was relatively poor. Therefore, he was prone to running past the target during a high-speed pursuit of criminals because he didn't have time to brake. By the time he turned back, the criminal had already used this time to widen the distance again. This kind of mutual chase, where the person in front suddenly brakes just as they are about to be caught, causing the person behind to rush past because they didn't have time to brake and then turn around to chase, actually happens frequently among students playing around. A person who is fast and has extremely strong braking control is an extremely terrifying pursuer. As the test began, Tianjing focused on observing Chen Mo's performance this time. Since the 100-meter sprint doesn't take much time and there's no need to rush, it's being conducted in batches instead of the whole class running together as they did with the 1,000-meter run. 8 lanes, 8 students running together. This time, Tianjing focused on observing Chen Mo's performance. When the other students ran, she calmly recorded their times as usual. It wasn't until it was Chen Mo's turn that she became interested. This kid's ability to suddenly accelerate in the second half of the 1,000 meters wasn't bad. I imagine his 100-meter sprint won't be too far off either. The back of Tianjing's hand, clutching the stopwatch, bulged with veins. Chen Mo's fingers gripped the rough, granular texture of the track, his knee only a fist's distance from the ground. This crouching posture made Tianjing's pupils shrink, his shoulders and back presented a perfect streamlined shape, his spine was like a fully drawn bowstring ready to be released, and even the angle of his neck tilting back was precisely controlled at 30 degrees, exactly the best posture for explosive power as marked in the sprinting textbook. Ready! In the instant the whistle cut through the air, the gastrocnemius muscle in Chen Mo's back leg suddenly erupted with astonishing thrust. Without the aid of starting blocks, he relied solely on the friction between his shoes and the track to catapult his body forward. Tianjing watched the stopwatch, her pupils dilating in shock. While sneakers don't grip as well as spiked shoes, Chen Mo compensated for the equipment disadvantage by increasing his stride length. His hip joints propelled his body like precision hinges, the rubber soles of his sneakers compressing and deforming with each footfall, then rebounding like spring plates as he pushed off the ground. He outdistanced the other boys in his group by half a body length within the first 20 meters. Tianjing's stopwatch felt slightly hot between her fingers. She clearly saw that Chen Mo's arm swing was strictly controlled at a 90-degree angle, each swing driving his hip joint further forward. This kind of running style, which transmits power through the core muscle groups, was a technique that sports school students should take 2 years to master. 10.28 seconds. Holy SHT. When Chen Mo crossed the finish line, Tianjing's exclamation of vulgarity silenced the entire playground for a moment. This result directly surpassed the members of the school's track and field team who were wearing spiked shoes. What's even more terrifying is that he had the strength to accelerate a second time in the last 10 meters. Whether it was the wind he stirred up during his sprint or just a gust of wind, the leaves of the sycamore trees beside the track rustled in the gust of wind he created during his final sprint. Teacher, what does this result represent? With long-distance running, you can clearly see how big the gap is between everyone, but short-distance running is not so easy to judge, so Zhao Yaya, who didn't know much about this, immediately looked curiously at the teacher who was so excited that she swore. The current National Youth Track and Field 100-meter record holder is 10.26 seconds. Chen Mo is now able to run this result without wearing spiked shoes or using starting blocks. This means that if all conditions are optimal, he could even break the National Youth Track and Field 100-meter record. Tianjing said, looking at Chen Mo with excitement and shining eyes. Oh my god, brother Mo is actually this strong. Upon hearing this, Zhao Yuding couldn't help but squeeze her mineral water bottle until it crackled. Su Yuqing quietly recorded this string of numbers in her phone's memo. The sports specialists and the sports committee member in the class were also looking at Chen Mo with expressions as if they were looking at a monster. What's going on with Chen Mo? Last week, his 100-meter sprint was only 13 seconds. How could he suddenly break through by 2.5 seconds? Is he cheating? Zhang Ji looked at Chen Mo with a dumbfounded expression. Chen Mo, are you really not considering developing as an athlete? If you can win an Olympic medal in the future, not only will the country award you a bonus, but the local government will also be proud of you, issuing various financial rewards and various honorary promotions. At the same time, you can also become a sports star, endorsing advertisements and the like. Your future income will definitely not be worse than any other industry. The key is that this kind of record and honor in national history cannot be exchanged for by doing many other industries at all. Tianjing felt that it would be a pity if such a gifted genius went astray. She really hoped to persuade Chen Mo back to the genius track that should belong to him. Chen Mo smiled and said, I don't have this plan for the time being. How can this be temporary? You are about to graduate from high school. You must make a good plan for your future. How are your grades in cultural subjects now? Tianjing thought that if Chen Mo's cultural subjects were not very good, he should focus on sports projects so that he would not waste a talented person. It's okay. Chen Mo replied with a smile. The teacher sincerely hopes that you can consider your future development. Tian Jing didn't persuade too much. After saying this, she didn't say anything that would make Chen Mo feel embarrassed. It can be seen that the teacher really opened her mouth out of the purpose of cherishing talent. Brother Mo, the teachers are saying you're on track to break the national youth record. Aren't you considering becoming an athlete? If you become an Olympic champion in the future, I can brag about it, Zhao Yeye said with a cheerful smile. The glory of athletes on the stage is exchanged for countless sweat off the stage. I'm afraid I don't have the patience to participate in such tedious training. The reason Chen Mo was so focused and desperate in his previous life was purely because he had an obsession in his heart to support him. Now, that obsession has disappeared, and the only obsession that has replaced it is to make up for his lost youth. Rather than focusing on the future, he wants to enjoy what he should be enjoying now. Life is short, time flies, and once youth is gone, it will never return. No amount of honor and wealth can buy back this moment of youth. He doesn't want to be so tired in this life anymore.